your hands lower. Yeah, let's do that. Whoa! Hello, and welcome to Shift 2 of Big Bad Dogs. This is a Yandere dating sim in which an obsessed biker really wants you, and he's not too happy that you've been getting closer with your very rude coworker. Let's get started. Okay, so this playthrough is massive because I did 3 playthroughs to get all the routes. I went back and got a bunch of the different dialogue options and scenes as well. So if you need help navigating, I put the timestamps in the description box below and also in the corner of the video. Oh, I'm so excited. This is like one of my favorite games. You hear a slow drip, and then another, and another. Something cold and red is running down the walls of your memory. October 2009. Oh, there's still color. The cafe is half empty just the way we like it. Too late for the lunch crowd, too early for the dinner rush. Soft golden light spills across the tiled floors, catching in the steam curling up from some coffee cups. Conversations drift from nearby tables. Laughter, clinking spoons, students arguing over a mathematical formula. A couple leans in close by the window. A toddler squeals somewhere in the back. Just the kind of place where time doesn't feel so heavy, where things are warm and bright. And real. Aww, Amelia's so pretty. Amelia sits across from me, legs crossed. Bone face down, perfect nail polish and red hair that looks like it belongs in a fashion ad. She's scrolling through the drink menu like it personally offended her. Why do cafes always name things like this? God, look at these names. Naked Sunset? Choke Me Gently? Are we ordering drinks or writing erotica? I raise an eyebrow, skimming at the menu. There's one called Sinner's Milk. What even is that? Whatever it is, it's probably disgusting. I laugh. You totally order it though. Please, Angel, I have standards. I'm more of a heartbreak martini girl, something bitter with a tiny umbrella. She winks at me before a waitress swings by, notepad at the ready. What can I get you today, ladies? We greet her in turn and dive straight into the little piece of cardboard in the brand's colours. After incessant hesitations that nearly scared the waitress away, Amelia finally settled on the most basic thing a girl like her could order. A cold coffee. She raises a brow like me, like, your move. The menu is long for a small cafe. Everything feels too sweet or too much. I hesitate. Amelia waits, her lips already half curved, ready for whatever I say. What do I want? Ooh, blueberry milkshake, hot chocolate, something else? I don't even look at the menu anymore. Do you serve whiskey? The waitress raises a brow. Barely. One brand and it's crap. It's fine, I say. Amelia lowers her phone slowly, her eyes narrowing with something like intrigue. Whiskey at noon? She laughs as if she's not really taking me seriously. Didn't think you had that in you. I like it. Just once in a while. Doesn't hurt. The waitress smiles kindly at us before slipping away to other tables. Amelia taps her fake nails against the table, thoughtful. Drink like that and the creeps might think twice before messing with you. Or they'll think you're too dangerous. Which works too. But let's be real. You have like 2 sips before you pass out. She grins, biting her upper lip like she knows exactly what button she's pressing. We settle back in the silence for a second, the world blurring around us. So, how was it? I snort. Honestly, not as terrible as it sounds. That's a first. I mean, whatever. It's minimum wage, but night shifts pay extra, so kinda worth it. I need the money. She leans back and stretches like she owns the place. She's so pretty. Any hot co-workers? I knew she was gonna ask something like that. If it's the same convenience store, then Lane. Lane is the hot co-worker. I'm so attracted to Lane, it's not even funny. I stare at her. Why is that your first question? Because I'm bored and I need to live through you. Now answer. Well, there is a co-worker, I admit. She raises an eyebrow, her long nails tapping her skin as if to say, tell me more. Go on. I pause. He's kind of useless, honestly. Just leans on the counter, talks and flirts with the customers, and disappears when it's time to clean anything. She grins immediately. Oh, I hate men like that. I laugh. I figured you would. No, like, seriously. I have 5 of them at my job. Always standing around like it's their God-given right to never sweep. But the moment a girl takes a break, suddenly it's a problem. Like, shut the hell up, Lawson. You literally spent 20 minutes talking about your protein powder. I laugh louder. Lawson. Boring. There's something magnetic about Amelia when she's like this. Something a little terrifying, but honestly in a way most people aren't. Amelia, oh my god. I hate them, she says, dead serious now. I hate how society lets them just exist. The average is hell and still get praise for breathing. Same. Not all guys are like that. Don't be like that. Some of them suck, but they're not all bad. She exhales like it physically pains her. Yeah, okay, some of them are tolerable, but the ratio is disappointing. I laugh. Kind of. But of course she's not done. They're not all bad, she repeats. That's how it starts. Next thing you know, you're defending your boyfriend for ghosting you because he's just going through stuff. I can't help but laugh. It honestly sounds like a true story. I'm not saying that, I say while throwing my hands in the air. I just think some people are raised different. Yeah, raised wrong. She looks at me with pity and a little bit of concern. You are so lucky that you're cute. Oh, thank you. You never really thought I'd be cute. Why? Because I'd bully you if I didn't like you. I groan and she tosses her crumpled napkin, landing it right on my forehead as she laughs. With how picky you are, I wonder what do you even look for in a man? I look away. Oh, such a mood. Although, I do like that present MC already finds Lane attractive because Lane is so hot. Lane is like my perfect type. Dark-haired and sleepy looking. I wonder if he has a tragic backstory. I'm still laughing when she says it. To be fair, I mutter, my coworker's not the worst. Like, he'll be annoying but in that dumb way where you laugh even though you're mad. Sometimes I can't tell if I want to strangle him or not. That sounds familiar, she says quietly. Boys. She hears me chuckle and her voice softens right away. You seem good there. Like it suits you. Yeah, I admit. I kinda like it. Good. Enjoy it while you can. Night shifts do something to your brain eventually. We keep talking. About nothing. About everything. Her voice is full of life, her eyes are clear. There's a rhythm to her like a song you played 100 times but still can't help dancing to. It was so easy with Amelia. It always was. Until it wasn't. But that part hadn't happened yet. I wonder what happened because like they seem hesitant to speak to each other these days. Oh, it was just rain. November 2009. The sound of my ringtone yanks me out of my sleep like a punch. I groan, fumbling around the sheets until my fingers finally close around my phone. I turn off the alarm. The screen's too bright. The time even worse. 8:44 p.m. Great. Another productive day of doing absolutely nothing. But it's not my fault I'm a night owl. Same, I am also a night owl. And this lifestyle perfectly suits me. Also same. I stretch. My bones cracking like firewood and collapse back into the sweet smell of laundry on my bed. Outside, the rain taps against the glass, almost like a soundtrack for staying in bed forever. God, I'm tired. Tonight's gonna be brutal. Another shift at Mad Dog Convenience. Is it gonna be brutal because Lane's gonna bend me over? Because I would like that. Another night of customers who think my name tag means I owe them a smile. No choice though. Gotta make rent somehow. I stare at the ceiling for a few seconds, still half dreaming. Honestly, the rain sounds nice. Too nice. I drag myself up, sitting on the edge of the bed. My brain's a mess. I think I need 10 more hours of sleep. I rub at my eyes and sigh. The kind you'd hear in a movie right before a girl gets murdered in her own bathroom. Unfortunately, my life's not that dramatic. Just boring. And to top it off, I somehow agreed to go out with the human equivalent of a red flag. I blink, my brain catching up to the memory. Oh yeah, we agreed to go out on a date with Lane. Hehe, I'm happy. And check my phone again. No new messages from him. No update. No see you at 2 a.m. No meet me behind the convenience store. He invited me, but nothing. Very Lane. Very let's see what happens, babe energy. I'm not sure I like that. He's lucky he's pretty. I've been dodging him for weeks, but I said yes this time. I don't even know why. Curiosity? Or maybe just boredom disguised as curiosity. It's not like I'm into fairy tales. But I still can't help wondering, what does a lazy guy like Lane even plan for a date? Probably something stupid. My fingers tap against the phone screen again, even though I already know there's nothing new. I stare at the screen a second longer, then lock it. Whatever. I'll see him at Mad Dog anyway, no need to overthink. I finally sit up, letting the cool air wrap around me as the rain drums against the window. The floor is cold enough to make me hiss. The apartment is freezing. Probably because I still haven't figured out how to work the ancient heater. But it's fine. I like the cold. My fingers get cold in my hair as I rub my face to wake up. A tangled mess that perfectly mirrors my mood. I grab my hoodie from the floor and tug it on. Maybe I should get moving. Shift starts soon. Tidy up the bed. Leave your room. Okay. Look through the window. Okay, let's tidy up our bed first. You tug the covers up half-heartedly. You have a sudden urge to crawl back into bed. Come on. You have work to do. Look out the window. Nice. Look at the sky. The clouds are heavy. Purple grey and cracked open by flashes of lightning in the distance. You should be careful out there. Look at the buildings. It's high. Too high, maybe. You live on the 15th floor, not because you wanted the view, but because it was the only place you could afford. If you had the money, you'd probably be somewhere lower. The city looks like a mess of flickering lights, and forgotten corners from up here. The kind of view that makes everything and everyone feel far away. You say you don't mind the height, but I wonder if that's true. I'm terrified of heights. Nope, time to go back. And leave the room. Go to the living room. What's this? Old television. You flip on the TV. Static buzzes loud for a second before a weather warning cuts in. This is an emergency weather alert from the National Weather Service. Severe thunderstorms are expected to hit the area tonight. Strong winds, hail, and dangerous lightning are forecasted. Residents are urged to remain indoors and avoid unnecessary travel. Keep away from windows and doors. Do not use electronics unless absolutely necessary. Power outages are likely. Some forgotten clothes. They were a gift to yourself when you got the job, something new for a fresh start, but the right occasion never came. They've hung there ever since, untouched. Go to the kitchen. Post-it note. Mad Dog said they need someone for night shifts. Told them you're reliable. Here's the number. Don't forget, ask for RJ. That note's still there. Your name tag. Your name tag sits on the edge of the counter right where you always leave it. Somehow after just a month on the job, the name tag already looks like it's survived a war zone. The plastic scratch, the clip's bent, and you're starting to wonder if this is a warning sign. You grab it and shove it in your pocket. Can't show up to work without your tiny plastic badge of honor. Inspect the sink. The sink's overflowing with dirty dishes. You've lost track of how many days it's been like this. It's a constant reminder that you should really clean up, but not today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, it's time to leave. Wait, there's a bathroom. Step into the shower. You step into the shower and close the glass door behind you. The water takes a moment to warm up, rattling through the old pipes like bones shaking. When it hits, it's almost too hot. You let it scorch your skin anyway. You stand there for a long time watching steam curl up the cracked tiles. Somewhere in the noise, your thoughts start to melt into nothing. You finish showering and put on your work clothes. You really needed a shower. Open the cabinet. You open the cabinet. A sour mix of mildew and cheap aerosol hits you in the face. The crusty tube of toothpaste slumps next to a cracked comb. Nothing in here feels particularly clean or useful. You used to wear this before work, back when you thought appearances mattered behind the convenience store counter. Like the dried out lipstick? Aww. Look in the mirror. You meet your own eyes in the mirror. You smile at yourself. It feels like trying to warm your hands on a dead flame. Alright, I don't think there's anything else in here. Let's go back. And go to work. I think I can go now. Go to work. Continue story. 9:24 p.m. Okay, I'm not that late yet, but close enough that my heart's already doing that annoying little panic flutter. I slip on my sneakers by the door, my hoodie already zipped up. My work shirt is wrinkled, but it'll pass. Getting dressed at home is just easier. One less thing to deal with under the buzz of the stockroom light. I mean, we don't even have a break room. The guys just change and leave, no questions. For me, it's a balancing act. Don't look too done up or too sloppy. It's like they're all waiting for me to mess up. I'm so excited to see Lane again and go on our date. The sky outside is already tinted with that dull indigo grey. Not quite right, but getting there. And the rain, still going strong. One foot out the door and I freeze instantly. Shit, I forgot the umbrella. I complain, not even daring to step out of the little shelter. But it's too late to turn back now and I can't risk being late. I pull my hood over my head and start walking as fast as I can, trying to dodge the worst of it. Useless. The rain always wins. My shoes are already soaked and I can feel the cold creeping my legs, turning my skin into ice. Jeez. Well, at least it's not Monday. That's something, right? Everything else has gone straight to hell, but at least the calendar is doing me one small favor. Gotta cling to those small victories, I guess. I take another step forward, but at the same time, the sound of a car speeding by throws a wave of water up at me. Hey! What the hell? Couldn't even get that small victory to last, could I? It's not even midnight yet, but it feels later. Just make it to the store, Yinny. I keep walking. Not too fast, but not too slow either. But suddenly I stop. Not fully. Just a hesitation. The kind where my body goes still for a second while my mind catches up. Did I just hear something? I swallow and turn back. Keep walking. But it's here again, that feeling. Like someone is a step behind me. It's nothing. I'm just being paranoid. That weirdo will not come back. I cut through a cracked parking lot near Mad Dog Convenience, stepping over the flattened remains of what used to be a soda can, or maybe a rat. Hard to tell around here. The front neon sign buzzes over my head, trying its best to flicker out one letter at a time. Right now it says Mad Dog. The only good news is that no customers seem to be in front of the store. The rain will probably mean less work for me. Why does it say F you? What the hell? I nudge the employees only door with my shoulder, hoping it'll open up without one of its usual tantrums. The door has probably welcomed more wet hobos than actual staff thanks to Ronnie Joe's genius idea of having one physical key and zero budget for a card system. He claims it saves money. I get the key for the week, Lane gets it next, and so on. And this week, the sacred key belongs to Lane, which means I'm at the mercy of his punctuality, hoping his charming passive-aggressive ass shows up on time, so I don't end up soaked in alleyway rainwater waiting like a stray dog. Okay, Lane, hard as hell, personality sounding a little less good. I push harder, fully prepared to stand there in the rain and wait for him. And again, and to my utter disbelief, the door just opens. Lane's on time. Miracles do happen. By the time I make it to the door, I couldn't tell if I was walking or swimming. Every inch of me is soaked. The fabric of my hoodie sticks to my arms, water dripping from my sleeves onto the floor. The water had crept in and found its way under every layer. My hair clings to my face and everything feels heavy. The smell of the air changes drastically. Burnt and cheap lemon floor cleaner. I can already see Ronnie Joe's usual post-it note glaring at me from the counter. I sigh through my nose, brush past the chip display and toss my bag somewhere out of sight. Lane's already behind the cash register. With his nonchalant air, he's leaning back on Ronnie Joe's busted stool. A can of Red Bull on the counter. It looks like he's pretending to scan something. Probably to look like he's been working hard all along. Sure, that's how you scan something. Even the barcode is facing the wrong way, but I have to admit, it's kind of weird not seeing Lane glued to his phone for once. His grin sharpens the second he sees me. Damn, he purrs, leaning forward on his elbows. God damn it, I've fallen for him all over again. All he has to do is lean forward and go damn, and I'm like, hi, bends over. You're so pretty. What the actual hell happened to you? Wow, he meant it in an insulting way. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I snort, dragging my wet sleeve across my forehead. It's raining. Genius? Yeah, but you look like you fell into the lake. I don't answer. I'm too busy standing, wiping my hands down my thighs and feeling my tank top clinging to my chest like cellophane. I know what I must look like. I know I'm way more exposed than I want to be. Still, I take off the hoodie to avoid adding more mess to the floor. It makes that horrible wet towel sound as it pulls away from my arms. Underneath, my uniform shirt is, unsurprisingly, soaked as well. And the thin white tank top underneath clings to me in all the ways I don't want it to. I feel it. The shape of my own chest. The way the fabric hugs me like it's trying to make a goddamn blueprint of my body. My god. I glance at Lane. He looks me dead in the eye. You good? Or do you want a towel? You're not looking up and down? That's actually quite sweet of you. I blink. Towel would be nice. He ducks under the counter and pulls out a wrinkled old towel that looks like it used to be beige 2 years ago. He tosses it my way and I catch it cautiously. Thanks. I then immediately start dabbing my arms, my neck, my face. All the while trying to keep the front of my shirt out of his line of sight without looking like I'm trying. Lane notices. Girl, chill. You act like you're shooting your first porno. What the hell? Hey! I shoot him a look. Well, I feel weird, okay? He shrugs like it's the most boring thing in the world. Yeah, I can close my eyes if you want. Aww, I changed my mind again. We should make out. You didn't make a decision at some point. God, I'm so weak for this man. I furrow my brows in suspicion and toss my wet hoodie behind the counter. You're being weirdly chill about this. Why wouldn't I be? Knowing you. He grabs the can and gestures at me with it. Please, Yandere. You think I've never seen boobs before? I don't know, but you can see mine if you want. I blink. He's not being fake. He's not staring but not looking away either. He just doesn't care. Not in the way guys usually do. Which coming from Lane is unexpected. Besides, if I lost my shit every time I saw a bra strap or a little cleavage, I'd be dead by... right when I was born. I snort. This is more than a bra, Lane. He glances at the tank top clinging to my chest, clearly visible through the thin white fabric of my uniform shirt. Yeah, and? And it's embarrassing. He squints like he's genuinely confused. He is so cute. Ah, no. Oh, I want him so bad. It's a tank top. You think you invented see-through clothes? I raise an eyebrow. What? You spent your youth studying lingerie catalogs? Hell no. His face twists. Spent my youth trying to play Tekken while someone hijacked the living room TV every time there was a damn fashion show on. Try beating Final Boss Heihachi and the TV suddenly cuts to girls in angel wings and glitter thongs. I laugh before I can stop myself. I feel a little more comfortable now. Maybe I don't really know him as well as I thought. Wait, so you actually watch the shows? I have no choice, alright? He jabs a thumb towards his chest. If I said anything, I got told to shut up and learn. I can't stop staring. I can't stop laughing now. I understand now. He shrugs. Muscle memory. But don't get me wrong though. If you walked in here with no shirt at all, I'd have jumped at the chance to salute them. Lane! Wow. Oh my god. I can't believe this is working. I can't believe I'm blushing. I hate this man. I love him so much. If you know what I mean. Oh, I do know what you mean, Puff. Me too though. I open my mouth to scold him, but he flashes that lazy grin. What? I didn't say I was a saint. I said I wasn't a creep. I bite back a smile. The guy's an asshole, but a very conscious one. Fair enough. Oh, I love him. Oh, I want him. I want him so bad. You in a dry shirt? He asks after a beat. I got a bin in the back, lost and found. I blink. Bin in the back. I glance towards the hallway. I can't believe I've worked here for a month and our manager never mentioned a lost and found bin to me. I walk past him, still drying my arms with the towel, and quickly fish out what looks like a staff shirt. Thanks. For once, you're actually useful. Lane turns his head away while I change. I'm helping because it's easier than explaining it twice to you. I ignore and just pin my name tag in place. You know what? The storm sucks. No signal, no internet. I've actually been staring at the same wall for like 10 minutes. Oh, is that why you're working? Because there's no internet? I blinked at the clock and then at him. Well, you took the worst day to finally be on time, I say, raising an eyebrow. Lane picks up the half-empty Red Bull and takes a slow sip, and then sets it down with a quiet clink. He shrugs, as if showing up on time isn't the most shocking thing he's done all week. The storm must have messed with my sense of time, he answers. Or maybe I had a good reason to show up today. Is it me? I laugh, trying not to smile too wide. Of course he had to make it sound like that. He's still not saying anything else though, so I start. So, how about that date you owe me? Yeah, let's go. We should do that right now. Bend over. I stare at him. I mean, I expected it to come up eventually, but I didn't think he'd just say it like that. You're 15 minutes late, by the way. I saved your life one time and you still don't rush to see me. He leans over the counter. I'm starting to feel like a neglected boyfriend. I raise an eyebrow at him. So, saving me one time earns you a boyfriend title now. Lane smirks, unbothered. I mean, I did speak up for you. That's more than I ever did for most of my exes. Of course. Lane, you're really not selling yourself. Come on, you're making me go up and down here. So what's your plan? Just show up and call it a date? Yes. I narrow my eyes. A beat passes. And I still have no words. Eventually, he runs a hand through his hair like it's suddenly hot in here. Shit, you were really expecting something. Yeah, you asked me out, you idiot! It's not a question, it's just realization. He laughs, not mockingly, but like he's genuinely surprised. Just like I've hit him with the most unrealistic expectation in the world. That's crazy, I mean, you know me. He points to himself, half smirking, half defensive. Nuh-uh, doesn't mean you shouldn't make an effort. Lane, you might be hot, but I can only put up with so much. I'm not one of those whipped nice guys who sets up picnics or whatever. Well, maybe you should be. That's not me. I cross my arms, unimpressed. I should have seen that one coming. Yeah, I know what kind of guy you are, Lane. He lets out a casual and leans against the counter, the way he always does when he's pretending to be chill but secretly thinking too hard. Look, most girls are just happy to hang out with me. Yeah, well, I'm not like most girls, okay? Make an effort or I'm leaving. I didn't know I had to prep a PowerPoint presentation or something. Wow. Truly, what more could a girl ask for? He nods. Exactly. You're welcome. Besides, I hate to see you fall in love with some fake version of me who gives a shit about calling girls milady or unironically. Please, Lane. I'll never fall in love with you. Oh yeah? He tilts his head. It's funny because I think I'm crazy in love with you. What? Yay! Can you have some self-control and resolve? You have the spine of a wet paper towel when it comes to a man with black hair and tired eyes. I blink. What? What? A smug little chuckle escapes him. Kidding, milady. You think I'd ever say that with a straight face? I click my tongue. You know what? I wish you didn't show up. He glances towards the back of the store, then back at me with that look. I am not banging you in the back of the store, Lane. Actually, maybe I will. Alright. You on a date? I got you, babe. He starts walking backwards, throwing a thumb over his shoulder. The stockroom's all ours. The stockroom, I repeat. He pushes the door open with his shoe and gestures me in like he's opening a limo door. You are bad news. You are an absolute red flag and bad news. Why do I want you so bad? Yep. What? Play along. I squint at him like I'm judging him. I mean, I am judging him, actually. You know what? This is probably the dumbest idea I've ever liked. His smile widens. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me in my whole life. I smile in exasperation and walk ahead a few times. When I'm right next to him, he bumps his arm into mine. Don't worry. I won't charge you for the date. Men have to pay, right? How generous. I'm a gentleman, which is why I have no idea why you're not already kissing my shoes. Hey! He flashes a grin. You slap a guy one time and suddenly you're too good for him. I burst out laughing, caught off guard by the callback. You remember that? I remember everything, especially when a hot girl assaults me during my shift. I saw the slap mark saved in my heart, you know? Wow, do you like getting smacked, Lane? What the hell? Ugh, I remember exactly that day. Say you were flirting. Kind of. I try not to smile while I say it. Maybe I was just flirting. Lane blinks. He was clearly not expecting that answer. But he immediately masks it with a short laugh. Okay, hold the hell up. That slap was just your freaky way of flirting. I've been thinking about that moment while... You've been thinking about that moment while what? Sir! Oh my god. I've been thinking about that moment while jacking off and now you're telling me I was the bottom the whole time. Yeah, you absolutely are, Lane. Bend over. Oh my god. I slapped my hand over my face like that will somehow erase the last 10 seconds. Oh my god, Lane. I mean, if I knew you were into that, I would have let you slap me a few more times. You're a freak. Same. Drop your pants. I'll bark, baby. Wow. Whoa. You know what? This recording is never gonna be done because I'm freaking out at everything that he says. Jeez. A buck's so good. Oh, shiver me timbers. Oh. You know what? I think that's when I fell in love with you. When I slapped you. Freak. Milady. I breathe out slowly, like even the air's been infected with Lane. Lane, you love me from day one too, huh? What? No! You came back the next day though. Oh my god. The man doesn't know how to shut up. I came back because it was my job, Lane. That's what you tell yourself. Come on, babe. Lane pushes the stockroom door again and holds it for me. Let me disappoint you properly. I should not be liking this. I shouldn't be liking this man so much. Oh my god. I had to like hold something for moral support. He's gonna kill me. And I go, smiling a little, just to see what the hell we're gonna do there. Why are my fictional man standards so low? Not exactly romantic. But having your first date in your workplace's stockroom just weirdly fits. The place is dead anyway, so why not? The floor's stained and the air smells like places left in the dark for too long. I sigh and step in. Lane is already sitting on a stack of flattened boxes on the floor, like it's the peak of luxury. He flashes me a grin the second he sees me. Not bad, huh? He says, gesturing like a proud host at some 4-star restaurant. Except it's this. I blink at the so-called setup. Only 2 stacks of flattened boxes as chairs, and nothing that even tries to be a table. He raises his pierced brows, watching my reaction. Oh, you're right. He ducks behind a shelf, pulls out a crushed up cardboard box, flips it over and sets it in front of him like it's a fine piece of furniture. There. Better. We are behind a dumpster, I tell him. Romantic, right? I could have taken you to that sushi place downtown, but honestly, nothing beats ambience like this. I squint at him, still standing in the middle of the stockroom. Is sitting even the right move here? This is your idea of impressing someone. Who said I'm trying to impress you? He pauses. I mean, I am, but like not in a traditional way. A small smile pulls at my lips despite myself. Ridiculous or not, I sit down anyway. The floor is cold under my legs, even through my jeans. A bit sticky too, like someone spilled soda 2 nights ago and forgot to mop it up. Ew. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so close. Oh my god, I want to kiss him so bad. Lane sits across from me with his back against the metal shelf. One leg stretched down, the other bent so he can rest an arm on his knee. He opens one of the delivery boxes next to him. He's definitely not supposed to touch and casually grabs 2 energy drinks and a pack of cake donuts. He hands me a can. I take it and raise it like a toast. To whatever this is. He grins, tapping his can lightly against mine. To excellent company. You're so cute. I am so sad my standards are so low. Oh, I'm a bad role model. Never settle for less, guys. Genuinely so. He opens his energy drink and takes a sip. I'm amazed this man's heart hasn't exploded yet. We live glamorous lives, he says, waving his can like a champagne flute. No customers, no work, no responsibilities. And I've got you. I roll my eyes, exchanging my can for a donut. You don't even work. I'm the one mopping the floors and wiping the shelves. He winks. Aww. What can I say? I believe in traditional values. Ew! Less awe. I shoot him a look, biting into my donut. Meanwhile, you're doing nothing to keep this place running. Okay, true, I'm not mopping. I'm definitely making sure the staff stays energized. You know, other kind of energy. He leans forward to prop his elbows on the box between us. You're gross. I'm flattered. I sigh, my mouth still half full of strawberry donut. Lane's eyes lock on me like he's imagining me without the stupid donut in my mouth. What? Are you imagining something else in my mouth, sir? How about we make the fantasy a reality? Opens mouth. You ever play Truth or Dare? I swallow. Yeah, like in middle school. Perfect. That's about when my maturity peaked. I can tell. He laughs, wiping his mouth with his sleeve. Come on, let's play. What? Seriously? He leans back against the shelf again and stretches. Yeah, seriously. Why? You're scared? I let out a quick laugh. Scared implies you have that kind of effect on me. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, I say as I open my can. Yeah, you're just afraid I'll dare you. You're just afraid I'll dare you to confess your undying love for me. No. I'm more afraid you dare me to give you a French kiss and pretend it's for the game. He runs his tongue around his lips with an exaggerated slurp. Ew! We'd be doing the French a favor. But no, keep it classy. Promise. I hesitate, biting the inside of my cheek. The idea isn't that terrible. And if I'm honest, it's nice being there. Just the 2 of us inside a grey stockroom. And maybe I do want to know more about him. That stupid game is a good excuse. Fine, I finally say. But if you make it weird, I stop playing. He smiles. Define weird. Lane. Okay, I'll stop. He holds up both hands like I just pulled a gun on him. I shake my head, smiling despite myself. Alright, who goes first? He grabs his empty energy drink can and sets it in the middle of the box between us, then gives it a spin. It turns and turns, scraping lightly against the cardboard with each wobble, until it finally slows and lands right on him. He frowns at it, clearly offended. Well, you know what they say. He reaches out and rotates the can so it points at me instead. Ladies first. You asshole! But like an endearing asshole. Coward? I mutter. Coward, please. I was just raised right. Sure. Truth or dare, Yandere? Ooh, dare. Because it's the unlocked option. I want to do all the other options at the end. I hesitate. Part of me knows better. The smart thing to do in this situation is to say truth to keep it safe. But I can already hear him calling me a coward, and the smirk he'll wear afterwards would only be 10 times worse than whatever dare he's cooking up. Dare. His smirk widens. Oh, my girl's got a wild side. Your girl? I like that. Don't make it gross. I would never. He answers, placing a hand over his heart. I'm a man of my word. Most of the time. I stare at him waiting, but I can see he's dragging this out on purpose. I already kinda hate whatever's coming. He's what's coming. In more ways than one. Lane. What? Haven't even said anything yet. You don't need to. I grab my energy drink. I can see it in your face. Well, I dare you to... I take a sip as he absently rolls his nose ring between his fingers. Put your hand on my chest. What? My face is red. I snort into my drink and immediately start coughing. He just grins while I try not to die. Seriously? That's not even a real challenge. Exactly. So, what's the problem, princess? Oh, no! Shut up! I give him the flattest look I can manage. You just want me to touch you. I always want you to touch me. Reaches out, grabs booba. His voice drops just enough to make it worse. But this is strictly the name of the game. Sure, no motive behind it. He leans in and gently takes my hand in his. My heart jumps. Baby. He whispers while his thumb brushes lightly over my skin. I don't even like pet names. And like the way this guy is written is making me want to die. Happily. You said dare, and if you refuse, I win. I snatch my hands back and cross my arms. Try that on someone else. His eyes soften. The little blush? I see that little blush. His eyes soften. Ugh. Fine. If he wants to play this, I'll play it. I shift forward, leaning over the cardboard box between us. My hand hesitates a second, then rests on the fabric of his apron. Oh, look at him! He can't even handle his own dare. I feel the warmth of his skin through the thin cloth as I press my hand to the center of his chest. And of course he has to exhale like that. God, you're such a pain, I mutter. He looks down at my hand. Is that what my heartbeat's saying? Tell me, nurse. Is it racing? I'll show you something that's racing. My heart! I roll my eyes so my fingers twitch slightly against his chest. I mean, it kind of is. Yes, it is. That wipes a smirk right off his face. His eyes widen and flick down to where my hand still rests over him, then back to my face. And without a word, he leans back just enough for my hand to fall from his chest. The space between us now feels bigger than it was. Yeah, okay. He clears his throat, running a hand through his hair. It's probably just the Red Bull. Sure it is. I had like 3 before you showed up. How are you still alive? I raise an eyebrow. That's a lot of justifying for a heartbeat. I mean, he starts to say more, but his fingers go to his nose ring again. I could die any second. He grins and just like that he's back to normal. Or at least pretending to be. You'd have to give a big speech at my funeral. A small laugh slips out before I can stop it. I don't believe him, but it's kinda cute how he tries to pretend it's true. Anyway, don't get any ideas? He adds. Not happening. He laughs, leaning back until his shoulders rest against the shelf behind him. Yeah, I know. Your turn, nurse. I have no idea what I'm gonna ask him, but I guess I'll figure it out. Alright, so, truth or dare, Lane? He bites his lips. Wow, you want blood, he says. I can feel it. Maybe. He rubs his chin, pretending to weigh his options. Truth. Boring. It's just strategic. He corrects, tapping his temple. Better feel you out before I commit to dares. Wow. Besides, I want to spill my secrets, so you can fall even more in love with me. I roll my eyes so hard, I nearly see the inside of my skull. Fine, truth. I pause. I got a million dumb questions I could throw at him, but there's one I've always been curious about. Alright, be honest. Oh no. Have you ever been in love? His eyes widen slightly and his smirk drops faster than I expect. He looks away, suddenly way more interested in the crumpled cake wrapper on the cardboard box. Straight for the jugular, huh? You said truth. I shrug. He laughs under his breath. Yeah, I did. He rests his head on the shelf and takes a long deep breath before answering, as if it's easier to talk about if he pretends it doesn't matter. She was older than me. I straighten up without meaning to. Suddenly I'm all ears. What happened?
I hope you'll be just as invested in our in love story.
Lane.
Right. So, back in high school, I fell in love with that girl. You know the type, all ripped jeans, chipped black nail polish, piercings everywhere.
He smiles as he says it.
She also had, like, massive tits.
He adds casually, ew, you're gross. I groan and cover my face with both hands.
Oh my god. And always wore those shirts with no bra. Not that I'm complaining.
I peek at him through my fingers and he gives me a cocky side glance. I roll my eyes but I don't stop him. I want to hear the rest.
16-year-old me couldn't stand a chance. So obviously I did what any lovesick idiot would do. I pierced the hell out of my face.
My mouth drops. You're joking. Lane? Doing something that dumb for a girl? That does not line up with the guy sitting in front of me.
Nope. See this one?
He points at his eyebrow piercing.
It's the first one I got. I did it with a safety pin and a lighter.
That must have hurt. He lets out a dry laugh.
Nah, it always heals. So yeah, I was just some dumb kid trying way too hard to impress her. I thought maybe if I looked enough like the guy she liked, she'd stop looking over my shoulder at every walking erection that passed by.
He flicks his earring like it's still new and sore.
But no, turns out trying hard just makes you look pathetic.
He pauses for a second, like the words taste bad.
I was her cute boy phase or whatever the hell she called it. And then one day she just ghosted me. And later she posted a picture of herself some douche named Brad. Like, Brad? Seriously? That's who she picked over me.
He shakes his head, still offended by the audacity of it.
After that, she sent me one last message. Finally getting dick down right, she said.
I wince. Ouch.
Yeah, I think that's when...
He snaps his fingers.
You know, screw it. Love's a joke. Women like arseholes, so I'll be one. I won't fall for it again.
I open my mouth, but nothing comes out at first. What am I supposed to answer? So I glance at him, at the nose ring he can't stop playing with, at those blue eyes, the kind people write poems about, but there's nothing soft left in him. Oh, this is so sad. Oh my god. Wait, he's unlocking my third requirement for men I like, which is sad backstory. It's Lane after all. Comfort him. Well, I start leaning back slightly. The piercings suit you now. His eyes snap towards me.
What?
I give a little shrug. Just saying, you'd look weird without them.
Oh my god.
He exhales, dragging a hand down his face.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Say stuff that makes me think you're falling for me.
He mumbles through his palm. I laugh in relief. Relax. I said the piercings, not the rest of you. Lane gasps, offended, placing the hand that covered him on his heart.
Well, mean.
But he leans in at the same moment, an evil smirk plastered on his face.
But you know, you haven't seen all my piercings.
What? Well, order. Huh. I blink. Excuse me? He reclines against the shelf again.
Some of them are in sensitive places.
Oh no. Speaking of piercings, this is the moment that I will also take to reveal that Vice, from under your skin, also has piercings in sensitive places. Ugh, great. Thank you for the mental image. Didn't you say you were like 16 when you got them? All for that girl? I can only imagine how bad you must have been in bed. That actually makes him choke a little.
Hey, okay. First of all, you weren't there.
Thank God.
I was young. I was figuring it out.
I smirk. All I'm saying, if I was gonna get pierced down there, I'd at least make sure I knew how to use it.
Wow.
And then he bursts out laughing.
Shit. Guess that's why you're my favorite.
I lift a shoulder. You started it. A small moment passes. I finish my drink while Lane still looks at me. Can I see? Can I see, Lane? Can I have a look, please? I would like to see. Not just looking. Like he's examining every inch of my face, trying to figure something out. But I don't know what.
Maybe.
He suddenly says, dragging out the word.
I need a second chance to prove my younger self wrong.
Gross. Do you just flirt with me and admit you were bad in bed in the same sentence?
Depends. Is this working?
Not even a little. He grins.
Liar.
I roll my eyes, biting back a smile. I'm not seeing just the Lane everyone sees now. I'm seeing the guy underneath, the one who still remembers the way it felt to be made small. And now I wonder what he'd be like if he ever let someone see that version of him. So, does that mean you've never fallen in love again since? I even surprised myself with this question. And Lane doesn't say anything right now. He stares at the cardboard box between us and then up at me. But instead of answering, he tosses me a smirk.
Hey, I already answered your truth question.
I raise an eyebrow.
Gotta keep some mystery, don't I?
I smile back at him, but his eyes linger on me longer than they should. Like he wants to say more but doesn't know how. Or maybe he's scared of what he'd say if he tried. He finally leans back and smacks the cardboard table.
Alright, my turn. Truth or dare, Yinny?
I sigh. Truth.
Fair enough. But keep playing like that, we're gonna die of boredom before the shift ends.
I give him a death stare.
Okay, let me think.
He tilts his head like he's running through a list of questions. Most of them probably inappropriate. What he says next isn't at all what I expected.
What's your biggest fear?
I laugh. You mean like spiders or ghosts?
Nah, I mean the real shit. The thing that messes with your head.
I pause. I don't exactly have something that I fear, but I don't know. Maybe I could just lie and say something normal like needles or whatever. But my answer slips out before I can filter it. The red. Lane blinks.
Huh?
Great, now he probably thinks I'm crazy. I laugh awkwardly. I mean,
You mean the color?
I nod and he sits up a little straighter. I don't know why. I know it's dumb, but it's been there since I started working here.
That's funny as hell.
Hey! I sigh. Don't be a dick.
I'm not being a dick. Just saying, if someone's sunburned, do you look away? Or do you scream?
I let out a groan and rub my face. You're such an idiot. He gives me a sheepish look.
Hey, I'm trying to understand.
You're failing.
So what? Like any red? Bright, dark, blood red?
That one especially, I say. But honestly, yeah. It's not that I'm scared, just it makes me uncomfortable. Like I can't breathe when there's too much of it. He watches me for a second longer. His mouth opens like he's gonna make another joke, but then he stops himself. Then he just lifts his shoulders like it's no big deal.
I mean, that's not even the weirdest fear I've heard. One guy who worked here had a phobia of peaches. I had to restock the fruit section for him because he couldn't even look at them. Stupid arsehole.
Wow. Lame being useful. Okay, but peaches don't look like there's blood everywhere. It's not that kind of weird.
Depends when you eat them.
Didn't he say what he just said? Ew! Yes. I laugh a little, but it fades as quickly as it came. Lane must have seen the shift in my face because his next words come quieter.
Does something happen?
He asks. I don't answer right away. I want to say no, but I can't. So instead I say the next closest thing. I don't know. He doesn't push, just nods once like he's saying he gets it, even if he doesn't. Which is very strange, coming from him.
I guess that's how fear works. Doesn't have to make sense. But you know, for someone who hates red, you do look good when you blush.
Wow.
Maybe I shouldn't talk to you anymore or you'll turn all red and die.
There you are, I mutter.
The real me.
He says proudly. I look at him and smile to myself, because even though he handled my weird answer like it was just him being himself, he still listened, and that means more than if he said something perfect. He stretches his arms behind his head, fingers laced.
Alright, final round. You get to pick truth or dare, but
I narrow my eyes. But what?
it's for both of us.
What? Explain.
We both gotta answer or do it. High risk, high reward, baby.
I cross my arms. Not fair, but you're a brat, so alright.
I am, so choose wisely.
My mind starts spinning through possibilities. I shouldn't take truth. It doesn't feel like a good idea after that. But dare seems risky considering how Lane is. Choose dare, Yiddy. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm too curious. I'm picking truth. Truth. I shouldn't talk about it. Wait, I can't pick it? I shouldn't talk. I shouldn't. Truth. It's like the only option left now. Truth. I shouldn't. Dare. Wait, that's so cool. I can't pick it. He just smiles.
Alright, I stand up.
That's what he does. And my brain immediately flashes every possible bad idea he could have. Why?
Because I said so, princess.
That was really cool. With a sigh, I stand. Whatever this is, it's probably gonna be stupid.
Okay,
He says slowly like he's dragging it out on purpose.
I dare us to drink one of those shitty mini bottles on the back shelf.
I blink. What? But he's already moving, brushing dust off his pants like he's just had the best idea.
Come on, baby.
Hey, wait! You mean the actual alcohol we sell here?
Yes, what else?
You want us to steal from our own store? Lane shrugs with his usual all-cool confidence, like I just asked him to borrow a pen.
Relax.
He says with a wink.
It's barely stealing if it's ours, right?
He swings the stockroom door open and nods towards it like he's telling me to get moving. I didn't say yes.
Without turning around,
He throws a hand in the air.
you're saying it with your eyes.
I'm literally saying no with my mouth. I'll show you what else I can do with my mouth too. He spins to face me.
You're acting like I dared you to rob a bank.
We haven't even started our shift, and Ronnie Joe will check the stock count. Lane gives me a look like I'm being dramatic again.
Women.
Hey!
Do you really think RJ cares if one little vodka bottle disappears?
Yes! He definitely cares. You'd know that if you ever bothered to read his post-it. He waves it off.
Please. RJ's too busy getting divorced and pretending not to hate me. He won't even check the cameras.
He will be when he sees we sold nothing and one bottle's magically gone.
Then we lie. Come on, babe. We barely have customers past midnight. Who's gonna question it?
I give him a long stare. I am not getting fired over this. He tilts his head against the door and gives me a dumb little grin.
Then say no.
He points at me.
Say it. Say the words. No, Lane, I refuse your dare.
Wow! Why do you sound so smug?
Because if you say it, I win.
Ugh,
And
he adds.
you'll owe me a dare that I get to use next shift.
I laugh. That's not how the game works.
It is now.
Sometimes I forget I'm working with a fully grown adult, but then he does things like this and reminds me he's really just a teenager full of piercings. I don't move for a moment, watching him make a big show out of being an idiot, but I know him well enough to know that this is just Lane, and I really shouldn't play along with him. Unlocked, accept the dare, refuse the dare. We're accepting it now. Accept the dare. I take a step forward, tucking a loose strand of hair behind my ear.
So it's a yes.
I didn't say yes.
But you didn't say no. And you're walking, which is basically a yes.
I stop in front of him, close enough to feel the heat off his skin. Only so you don't go and do something stupid by yourself. He puts a hand over his heart.
I swear, sometimes I feel like the girlfriend in this relationship.
I slap his hand off his chest without missing a beat. Shut up. He laughs and starts walking, whistling low as we head into the store. Lane steps behind the counter and grabs one of the dusty little bottles from the back of the shelf.
Behold, the nectar of gods.
I eye it. It's a small bottle of vodka. The label's so faded it looks like it's been sitting there since 2003. I glance one last time towards the front of the store. Still no customers, and the thunderstorm outside howling like it's helping us to stay hidden. That thing's probably been around forever. Lane pops the cap off with his thumb, like he's done it 1,000 times. Which, let's be honest, he probably has. The second the seal cracks, the smell punches us right in the face. Jesus! I cough and wave my hand trying to clear the air. You seriously drink this?
He used to pour worse stuff for people who begged for it.
What? I frown.
Don't worry about it.
He hands me the bottle, that usual cocky smirk plastered on his face.
Drink, coward.
I take it from him while giving him a fake smile. But the second it gets too close to my face, I wrinkle my nose and gag a little at the smell. Oh, jeez. Lane watches me, leaned up on his elbows with way too much excitement. I hesitate but tilt it towards my mouth anyway.
Swallow it like a good girl.
What the hell? What the fuck? Shut up. I'll show you swallowing. What? I stop, the bottle hovering against my lower lip, and raise an eyebrow at him. My voice echoes slightly inside the glass as I growl. Screw you, Lane. And I take my first sip. It's awful. And way worse than I expected. It burns down my throat and makes my eyes water a bit. I cough so hard I feel my brain shake in my skull. Of course Lane's already laughing. He's hunched over like he can't breathe.
Holy shit. You look like you just drank straight acid.
Because I did, probably. I say, wiping my mouth.
One sip and you're crying. That's actually adorable.
I'm not crying, I'm reacting.
You're blushing too.
I swipe my tongue over my lips before answering, trying to wipe away the burn. My face is just warm because of your damn drink.
You sure it's not because I said good girl?
I hate this. I hate this man. I hate this man. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I roll my eyes and take another sip just to shut him up. It's still disgusting, but I kind of like that it shuts up my thoughts. I see Lane raising his pierced eyebrow through the bottle.
Okay, slow down, Yandere.
But I don't stop. I take another sip just to piss him off a little more. The burn is still there, but it's less shocking now. My throat is already adapting to the punishment. I'll adapt to another punishment, if you know what I mean. Lane, drop your pants. I tilt the bottle again.
Hey, easy there.
He barks.
You're not trying to prove you have a liver.
I wave him off and sip again.
That's it.
He steps closer and plucks the bottle straight from my hands. Hey! He holds it out of reach like I'm a toddler.
You're done.
He barks. I don't.
You're done. You're done.
It was halfway. I bark back.
You're halfway to showing your tits to the security cameras.
I laugh and blink at him. I'm supposed to drink half. I answer while wiping my mouth with my sleeve.
You've had like a third of your blood volume. Calm down.
I cross my arms. You said...
Yeah, whatever I said.
Since when do you care if I flash a security camera though? His eyes snap up to meet mine.
I don't care.
Yes you do, you absolutely do care.
You can flash the whole store and make out with every customer for all I give a shit. But don't do it under the influence of that.
Well that's weird coming from Lane. Are you actually being nice? He makes a face like I just kicked his ego.
Nice.
He repeats.
Ew. If you think this is me being nice, you're way drunker than I thought.
I lean lazily against the counter and push my hair back, smirking because I'm not buying it. So now you're breaking the dare rules.
Yeah, the new rule is I drink the rest.
I fold my arms. You just don't want me to outdrink you.
I just don't want your nipples on the aisle cam too.
Jesus. I laugh despite myself, watching him shake the bottle and rest against his mouth.
Time for me to make this thing my bitch, he mutters.
Would you like to make me your bitch? Wow, who said that? And then takes a long sip, way bigger than mine.
Tastes like your spit.
Lane! He smirks, takes another deep sip and swallows without blinking.
Delicious.
He adds just after. What the hell is wrong with you? The bottle cleats softly as he taps it against his thigh.
What?
I just give him that tired look that says, I know you think you're funny, but you're really not, as an answer. Without breaking eye contact, he raises the bottle again and takes another sip, deliberately slower this time. He's clearly trying to show off. But this one hits harder. I see it in his blue eyes. I blink, and Lane turns away, coughing so hard his shoulders jerk. I reach over to pat his back purely out of politeness so I don't start laughing at him. You dying, tough guy? He waves a hand as he chokes.
Nope, I'm great.
You're literally choking. Lane lets out another rough cough. His hand clutched over his chest.
I feel like the devil's throat f***ed me.
Maybe you can do the same to me. I mean, what? I burst out laughing, now rubbing his back.
That shit burns.
And you called that shit your bitch like 2 minutes ago.
My bad.
He takes on a tiny sip, winces, and immediately sets the bottle back down.
Okay, no more. It's trying to kill me.
After wiping his mouth with his arm, he finally points at me.
You drank that like it was lemonade. What the hell's wrong with you?
What? You didn't hear me complaining while I was doing it. He looks at the bottle again and then at me.
I thought you were just being all talk.
Guess I'm just built different. He blinks.
Okay, no. I think you drink more than you admit.
I shrug, letting him think whatever he wants. Lane flops onto the stool behind him and stares at the ceiling, like his ego just took a direct hit.
I'll never be okay again.
I laugh, which makes him smirk even though he's a little red in the face. He leans back and fans his shirt like it's hot.
That burned all the way down my balls.
Are you serious?
Wanna check, baby?
He grins. Yes? I'm about to answer when he slaps a hand to his heart and sighs like he's dying.
Oh shit, Yinny. I think it's hitting my heart. Is that a thing? Am I dying?
You're fine, Lane.
I'm not fine. I'm a delicate guy.
Then maybe don't make dumb dares, genius. He looks at me with an expression that's too serious to be real.
I'm gonna need mouth to mouth.
No.
Come on, babe. Could help regulate my pulse.
He winks at me and I can't help smiling. God, he's such an idiot. But damn if he isn't entertaining. Keep rubbing his back. He wheezes again, spits a swear under his breath and mutters.
Crap. I did harder than my ex when she found out I was flirting with her sister.
I'm still rubbing his back in small circles now. It's kind of pathetic how grateful he looks for it. Even if he's pretending not to be. Eventually he just lies down flat on the floor. Like the cold tile is gonna magically cool the alcohol out of his bloodstream or something. I just stare down at him.
You think I'm in my feminine era?
No, you're not. I say flatly. Not a single girl I know would willingly lie down on a dusty floor that hasn't even been mopped yet, Lane. His eyes flick to mine. And he lifts his hand lazily while imitating a girl voice.
Oh no, I can't my hair.
Oh my god. You're ridiculous. He smiles and props one hand behind his head and lets the other rest on his stomach, now looking at the ceiling.
I used to do this kind of crap with that ex. We'd drink shit vodka and pretend it was healing.
What, like therapy?
Kinda.
He shrugs.
She was into crystals and horoscopes and said drinking under a full moon was a ritual. And chick was dumb as hell.
I raise an eyebrow, but you still went along with it.
Hey, if she was hot and smelled like coconut oil and weed, I'd have eaten dirt if she told me it aligned my chakras.
My god. That's concerning, honestly.
Nah, she was the one who made me start writing shit down sometimes.
I blink. I wasn't expecting that. You journal.
Dumb notes on my phone when I can't sleep or when I'm pissed.
I almost laugh. That's surprising from you, actually. He covers his face with one arm.
Hate that I told you.
You hate that I know you have feelings.
Yeah. Oh, it's really hard to seem like I don't.
You're not doing great, babe. I say, throwing the word back at him in the same cocky tone he always uses on me. He chuckles, dragging the arm away from his face.
But I still think horoscopes are bullshit. Except for Scorpios. Scorpios are terrifying.
I roll my eyes. Let me guess, she was a Scorpio.
Yes.
I shake my head. We sit in silence for a few more minutes. Him sprawled on the floor like a dramatic little shit. I think there's more to him. And he knows it too. He just doesn't trust people enough to show it too often.
Alright.
Lane groans, standing up. He brushes crumbs off his jeans and passes a hand through his hair.
Time to let the women do the hard labor.
Excuse me?
You're stronger, smarter, and you don't cry after one shot. You've earned this shift.
You're such an asshole.
I know.
The stockroom door swings shut behind him. I let out a deep sigh and tuck the bottle under the counter. I fix my name tag, smooth out my shirt. Then I squeeze some alcohol disinfectant and rub it into my hands. Lane's probably gonna spend the next 4 hours sitting on boxes and scrolling on his phone. Guess I'm doing all the work again. This is not okay. I already see a customer walking down the aisle, and the usual post-it note Ronnie left stuck to the receipt log. Alright, back to reality. What should we do? Go to the stockroom so we can bother Lane. Look, he's right here. Take a look. Who's Abby? Day shift person, I guess? Lane plus new girl. Knows how to use his Ew, Lane! What the hell? CD plus Lane. Bro, he quit. Lane plus new girl. A new girl starts tonight. A girl? Knows how to use his Jesus Christ. What the hell? Abby is on day shift with RJ. Mornings is always RJ. Lane plus new girl. Lane and new girl. Lane plus new girl. Go back. Staff complaint. Data submission. 3rd of November 2009. Position night shift cashier. Supervisor RJ. Unsafe working conditions. The ceiling above the register has been leaking for 6 weeks. How is this not fixed? The mold smell in the stockroom is getting really bad. A few of us had to take breaks because of the negligence. The worst. LMAO. Some co-workers, one in particular, routinely leave early or sleep in the back. No manager presence during night shifts despite repeated issues. No security. Requested action. Maybe listen to your staff? Hope you actually read it this time, RJ. Had to print this on an old schedule. No blank forms left. Just quit. The boxes are labeled, but the handwriting looks rushed. One has a missing can and got a tear like someone opened it and closed it too fast. Alright, let's talk to Lane. She's so pretty. Lane leans against the shelf with a mop in one hand and a phone in the other. You've been hanging around here for 10 minutes. You good or are you growing roots? He grins without looking up. Mentally preparing to lift a box is 80% of lifting a box. I'm just meditating on it. That box of soda's been crying for help since I got here. Let it cry then. Wow. You know there's no signal because of the thunderstorm, right? His thumb pauses and he glances up at me for 1 second. There's no signal anywhere. 2009. Welcome. I snort and drop a few small boxes on the shelf beside him. So what, you're just staring at the home screen? He doesn't answer right away. Instead, his thumb lazily traces a zigzag pattern across the screen caught up in a rhythm only he understands. I'm playing Snake. I'm about to break my high score, he explains. You're what? I stare at him for a second. His blue-grey eyes flickering with the light from the screen as his thumb moves over it. That man takes this way too seriously. Don't you have shells to stop? I start, but the sudden beep from his phone cuts me off. His screen fades to black and Lane lets out a tired groan. No. He distracted me, I was about to beat it. Defeated, he tilts his head back and lets gravity do the rest. I grin, not sorry at all. You died? I crashed, he corrects. There's a difference. He flops back dramatically against the shelf. And you made me lose, by the way. I laugh and step closer, stealing a glance at the smartphone in his hands. The snake is in pieces on the screen. Lane groans again. Guess he had to go back to pretending to work. He sighs like wrestling the thunderstorm for signal sounds like a way better plan than actually doing any work. Then slowly he starts pressing the buttons on his keypad. And when he's done, he flips the phone towards me. The calculator is open. Oh my god. So immature. It says boobs upside down. I stare at it. And then at him. You seriously showed me that? He laughs softly and clears the screen right after already typing something else. You laughed. I roll my eyes and reach past him for the towel. I didn't. Almost. A second later he shows me the screen again. Boobies. I blink. What's that one? Flip it. I flip it. Okay, really mature. You're dumb. That's what you get for ruining my snake score. You could help me carry one box. Just one. I'll even let you grunt dramatically like you did something. He puts his phone down. For 2 seconds. I could help, yes. I should help. But see, I hate to get in the way of your strong independent woman arc. I deadpan. You asshole. You're really determined to make me break a sweat, huh? Yes. Just testing if guilt works on you. Tragically no, but flirting, that might do it. I roll my eyes. I'm not flirting. I'm begging you to move like a functioning adult. Begging? But... So, is this the part where you get on your knees or... You asshole. Gross. I'd rather get on my knees and lick the floor of the washroom. He smirks even more like he just won something. By the way, you're on the floor, and that's just the way I like it. I hate this man. Freaking... You know I'm just messing with you, right? If you really need help, I don't know, pretend to lift something. You won't talk, Lane. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right motivation. You just keep clicking me hoping I'll do something useful, huh? Are you fourth wall breaking? Damn it, he's out of dialogue. Wait, no he's not. Jeez. Do you even know what a real job is? Define real. Like when we actually do things. That's part of it, yeah. It takes a moment to think. Of course I did, genius. I was a bartender at a shithole. No way. I raised an eyebrow. They let you serve people drinks. Yep. Wow. I can't even picture Lane working a job where there's always something to do. Here he barely lifts a finger. And what happened? I asked, suddenly way too curious. I got fired. Of course. That somehow feels like the most Lane thing he could have said. Let me guess. You got fired for stealing alcohol and hitting on every girl. Well... He scratches his chin like he's trying to remember. I mean, yeah, kinda. I sigh in exasperation. But that's not why I got fired. Not really. Tell me then. Shouldn't you be cleaning something, woman? I'm gonna smack the hell out of you. I ignore the comment. Shut up and speak. Your wish is my command. He pockets his phone, finally giving me his full attention. So, it's a Saturday night, the place is packed. I'm behind the bar as usual, doing my thing, but then... Boom. He puts his hand up. This girl walks in like a 10 out of 10 Victoria's Secret supermodel, I'm not even kidding. I nod as he jabs a finger in my direction. But the thing is, she's looking right at... Now he points at his own chest. Me. Like, eye screwing me from across the room. Me.
That's already crazy.
Nice start, I guess, I mutter.
So I let her my best smile, toss her a free shot, just being hospitable, you know?
He shrugs.
She comes up, starts chatting, laughing, twirling her hair at me. She even says she liked my piercings. So I'm thinking, easy win lane. Someone's getting sucked tonight.
Jesus. Oh my god. He stops and furrows his brow.
Then out of nowhere, this guy appears. Big 2-meter tall asshole, like a gym rat with 220 pounds of pure muscle.
I don't know why I can't help finding this funny. Her boyfriend.
Yeah.
He grins.
Dude walks right up between me and that chick. I swear, I stay polite and all that. But then he says, "You eyeing my girl?"
He says it as he mimics the guy's growl. And were you? Dumb question, Yandere.
Of course I was. I'm not blind.
I buried my face into the towel, feeling him leaning closer towards me like he's about to share a secret.
I mean, I was thinking all kinds of shit. If I didn't say anything,
He throws his hand up like he deserves praise for it, then adds with a laugh.
I just told a man that she had nice legs and I might have made a joke.
I stare at him. What kind of joke?
I said that if I really wanted to sleep with her, she'd already be in the back.
Lane! Lane keeps going like he's the one who was done dirty.
And before you say I crossed the line, she was into it, alright?
I let out a sigh and facepalm. Lane, that's not even funny.
I know.
He laughs.
Came it wrong, I panicked. Anyway, next thing I know, guy grabs me by the collar and punches me right in the side of the face. I hit the floor so hard, there's blood everywhere.
I flinch at the thought of blood splattered all over. Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone was watching. Then my boss comes, doesn't even check if I'm alive. He said, "I told you to stop drinking behind the bar, I told you to keep your dick in your pants, and now you want to start bar fights. Get the hell out of here before I call the cops, you self-important little dick."
I try really hard not to laugh, but it cracks out of me anyway.
But what the hell, I didn't swing back. In fact, I didn't even try to.
Only because he looked like he could kill you with one finger.
Obviously. But also because I looked at that guy and I looked at her and I thought, I'm not getting my ribs broken for someone I don't even give a shit about.
He lets her hang in the air, a second before smirking again.
She wasn't worth bleeding over.
I raise an eyebrow. Sounds like you're lucky he didn't kill you.
Yeah, well, I've taken worse beatings by a woman.
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. There's definitely much more to Lane that he's letting on, and I really want to find out what it is. I roll my eyes before grabbing a box, hearing his phone unlocking again behind me. That damn man.
You just keep clicking me, hoping I'll do something useful, huh?
I will keep clicking you. Give me dialogue.
You keep looking at me like that, I'm gonna start thinking you actually enjoy my company.
I'm still deciding if you're the worst coworker I've ever had or just the laziest.
Why not both?
I sigh and lean my shoulder against the shelf, crossing my arms. For once, the silence between us isn't loaded and just oddly quiet. You ever think about doing something else? He tilts his hand slightly towards me.
Like, with my life?
No, I meant like moving 3 inches to your left so I can reach the soda boxes. He chuckles.
Ouch, that's rude, princess.
I sigh again. I don't think I can learn any more from him. But just as I'm about to leave, his voice softens.
Yeah, I think about it sometimes.
I raise an eyebrow. He's not looking at me anymore, not even staring at his phone. His eyes are somewhere else, maybe on a future he doesn't believe in.
But then I remember I don't really have people to impress, or reasons to try harder than this.
He finally looks at me again, and there's something different in his gaze now. Then just like that, he shrugs it off.
But anyway,
say something honest, unlocked. You joke about not having anyone to impress, but I think you do. He blinks and his smile drops a little. Look at the blush.
You?
Maybe. He stares at me, trying to figure out if I'm being serious. In fact, I am being serious. But when I think I can get more than sarcasm out of him, his signature smirk creeps back in.
Careful. Say sweet things like that, and I'll start thinking you really love me.
I blink. He chuckles, enjoying my reaction even though I saw the slight panic he tried to swallow. God, you're insufferable.
And yet you're still here, flirting with me.
He leans in slightly, his voice dropping to a near purr.
Just a minute. You're not staying for the boxes.
I turn away immediately before he can see my cheeks turning tomato red. Okay, we are moving on because I clicked on Lane like 30 times and he hasn't done anything else. Well, we'll go to aisle 1. Talk to the customers. You ask her if she needs help finding anything. She looks up from her basket, eyes tired but kind. Yeah, actually, do you know what the chocolate display is? My daughter's having a night meltdown and apparently dark chocolate is the only thing keeping her alive today. You say you don't remember, but you're gonna check. She looks around and gives you a smile. I'll manage, at least you tried. You're not like that young boy from earlier.
He just pointed and said, don't know.
Lane! Go to the store entrance. Go outside? I don't want to do that just yet. Lost dog poster. Lost dog. Switch. Please help me find my dog. Aww. I'll go to all the aisles first and then I'll go outside. Clean vomit. Ew! What the hell is that? Why is it red? You can't clean that for now. Clean blood. Well, there's nothing for now. Well, it's gone. Go to aisle 3. Advertising sign. A dusty sign advertising Mamba Crunch Extreme Chips. Featuring a yellow cartoon snake giving a thumbs up. You're not sure what flavor it is, but the snake seems proud of it. Chocolate display. The shelf's half empty, or half full. Depends if you're the kind of person who still believes in sugar highs. Ramen display. The packets are uneven. Someone rummaged through them earlier or dropped them. You rotate them one by one. Back to aisle 1. Wonder if I can tell her the chocolate display is over there. Customer is scanning the shelves with a puzzled look. She's looking for dark chocolate, says it's for her daughter. You pointed towards the aisle 3 near the fridge. She nods, clearly relieved. Oh, thank God, you just saved me from a sugarless war zone. Appreciate it, sweetheart. Go to store entrance. Go outside. Walk to the alley. This seems like a bad idea. Walk to the staff door. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything we can click here. Go back. Well, we'll just head back inside, I guess. Oh, there's an old man here. Talk to the customer. An elderly man in a worn coat and mismatched shoes. He carries a plastic bag and wanders slowly through the entrance area. You catch him mumbling near the automatic doors, ask him if he needs help finding anything. You think a dog would come back if it loved ya? But nah, they get lost real easy. Real easy. He chuckles to himself. Our 2 brothers, cut not by blood but by time. First one was a loud fellow, barked at the winds, barked at the clouds, barked at his own damn tail, but never once bit. Not even when the neighbor's kid pulled his ears. Barked that one, but soft where it counted. What? The other one, you ask? You didn't even open your mouth. The other one was quiet. Never made a peep. Would just watch you with them eyes. Just sat by the door watching the world like he knew something the rest of us didn't. Wouldn't even bark when he was hungry. First time he bit someone, it was that neighbor kid. He came round and started pushing the loud dog, tossing rocks at him. So he got up and bit the boy's hand so high, screamed like he met God. And you watch the old man slap his thigh, laughing hard. Funny, ain't it? Folks always trust the quiet ones, because they won't do nothing till they do. Is that in reference to Biker Boy and Lane? They say dogs are reflections of their masters. Don't believe him, young lady, because you know, I tried with the quiet one. I did all the right things with some dogs. They come with something broken already. Touches a faded scar on his forearm. I didn't blame him, but he looked sorry. Scared even. Like he didn't want to be that way. So called him a good boy even when the neighbor said I should put him down. Anyway, ain't seen Switch if that's what you're wondering. Oh, you want to find him? Ask yourself what kind of dog you're waiting for. But don't forget, not all bad dogs got collars. Vending machine. Check the vending machine. You hit the machine hoping it'll start working again, but you got no idea how to actually fix it. Maybe it's just better to come back and check another day. Go back. Well, let's look at all the aisles. Finish the tasks. I think I did everything. Check if I have anything else to do. The cold coffee, not refrigerated. The label is faded. Did you eat anything today? Of course not. You never do when you're spiraling. I'm spiraling? Alright, let's finish the tasks, and then we'll move on. I finished straightening the last row of instant noodles, then stepped back just enough to eye the remaining ones and fix them with one lazy swipe of my hand. I inhaled deeply and let it all out, placing both my hands on my hips. There's a kind of weird pride that comes with finally getting all the shelves looking decent. My feet hurt, my back is sore, and the mop water is still a little red from whatever sticky mess a customer left near the aisle. I did what I could. Good enough. I walk across the still wet floor and check the post-it Ronnie Joe left one last time just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, I mumble under my breath, stretching my arms out until my shoulder pops. That's most of it. I lean against the counter for a second and let out a big yawn, my eyes watering from how tired I am. And then I glance outside. The rain is hitting the pavement sideways now, the kind of weather that makes even the weirdos stay home. I check on my phone. It says it's a little after 2 AM. No customers in the last half hour, no more shelves to fix. Perfect. I could almost start to relax. I quickly grab the disinfectant spray and a rag from under the counter. All that's left is wiping the top down, the last little ritual that means the night's almost over. I spray a line of cleaner across the sticky edge and start scrubbing in circles. That's when I hear the stockroom's door open behind me. I don't even have to look. Lane walks in. Hello. Careful. His voice calls out. The floor's slippery. He walks around the counter and stands beside me. You actually mopped, he says, eyebrows raised. We could have done it right before closing, you know? I side-eye him, still cleaning the counter. What do you mean by we? Hey, he nudges my elbows with his. I work smarter, not harder. From what I see, you handled it perfectly. I snort. Right, is that why you left me alone with that customer who wouldn't stop talking about his dogs? He grabs his jaw with both hands like he can't believe it. You saw him too? Lane. That weirdo was talking nonsense at me, so I had no choice but to lock myself in the storeroom. What choices I have? Got scared. I let out an exasperated sigh. I swear you're the worst coworker, but I'm trying to be the best. I laugh under my breath, still scrubbing the counter. There's a pause in the conversation, and for a moment, it's just the sound of my rag moving in slow circles. Lane leans against the edge beside me, watching me for a second, and then he shifts a little closer. You missed a spot, he says, pointing at it with his chin. I did not. You did. Before I can argue, I feel his fingers brush against my cheek. He gently tucks a strand of hair behind my ear, and unfortunately it does make it easier to see the spot I missed. I scrub at it quickly, hoping he doesn't notice the way my face is starting to turn a little red. You're pretty. I stop mid-wipe. Because, wouldn't he just... I blink, staring straight ahead at the LiDAR display. My heart kicks once. He never says stuff like that seriously, but right now he sounded dead serious. I start to turn towards him. Maybe too fast, maybe hoping for an answer in his expression. He cuts me off with a smirk and a hand on my arm. I don't know why, but it's a relief to realize he's only joking.
Easy, baby.
He murmurs. I normally don't like being called baby, but something about Lane is just doing it for me.
Still slippery. Just clean the floor, remember?
I clean the floor. I start to answer, but the second I move, my foot suddenly slides out from under me. My heel skids across the wet tile and I feel myself about to fall, just as the rag slips from my grasp and drops to the floor. Shit! But I don't hit the ground. Lane's arms catch me midair, one around my back, the other gripping my waist tight. I end up halfway dipped back over his arm like we're in some cheesy romantic comedy. Lane blinks down at me, his mouth twitches like he's trying not to laugh.
Told you.
My heart is thudding. I mean, what the hell? I'm still holding onto his shirt with both hands like an idiot. His arms are solid around me, and being this close I catch the faint warmth of his skin and the subtle scent of him. It's a mix between Axe deodorant and whatever detergent Ronnie Joe uses, but there's something else too. Lane, I bite back a smile. Let me guess, I mutter, trying not to sound breathless. You do this to every girl who slips on the floor. His breath brushes against my cheek when he laughs quietly.
Nah.
I stare at him. He stares back, and because he can't help himself, he adds,
Only the pretty ones.
I realize after a few seconds he hasn't moved. And neither have I. My face is maybe 6 inches from his and I can feel his fingers press a little tighter like he's making sure I stay here. Well, I say finally. You can let go now. He tilts his hand slightly.
What?
You can let go, I repeat. He blinks like he genuinely doesn't understand. Unless you plan on holding me like that all night, he smirks.
Maybe I do.
What?
Besides,
I feel his hand slide a little lower down my back, just barely. What?
you look good down here.
I narrow my eyes at him. You don't, liar. He says, leaning in. Really leaning in. Like a guy who knows exactly how close he can get without crossing a line. I'm folding. I'm actually folding.
Now, this is the part where we kiss.
I blink up at him. Okay, that's new. I let out a breath and try to shift, but he holds firm. I'm not kissing you. No!
Not even a little one. On the cheek? I mean, if we don't kiss, the moment gets kind of weird.
Oh my god, Lane! He cuts me off without a word. Not with a kiss. Just a step closer. Close enough that my chest presses right up against his. I shoot him a look and he doesn't even bother pretending it wasn't intentional. So I plant both my hands on his chest and push him back. Lane! Takes a few seconds to stare at my face before answering. Like he's trying to clock how much of this I'll let him get away with. Get off.
No.
I blink. What?
I like how it feels.
I open my mouth to fire back, but the automatic doors slide open. I freeze. And Lane's face shifts immediately. This time I really shove him back with both hands, making him stumble a step away. He backs up with a laugh, throwing his hands in the air dramatically.
Alright. I was just being gentle. Let me romance you, woman.
Maybe don't call me woman. I smooth my shirt as he picks up the disinfectant rag like nothing happened. You're an idiot.
He has that bad taste in men.
Yeah, and he's literally the one saying it.
But don't flatter yourself, princess. You're not the only pretty face I pinned to a counter.
Wow, hey, wow, making me feel real special there, Lane. Did he seriously just say that? Ugh, I pretend being busy brushing my palms on my jeans.
Oh, really?
His voice is suddenly so different. I start to ask what he's talking about, but before I can get a word out, he straightens up. Blue eyes locking onto something behind me.
Here comes the guy.
A chill prickles at the back of my neck. I blink confused and turn. Hello, you. I missed you. And I see him. Biker boy standing just inside the aisle too, dripping from head to toe. Well, looks like the thunderstorm didn't spare him. He doesn't move, doesn't speak. Just stands there, his helmet slightly tilted down like he's reading something on the floor. But he's not, I can tell. Even through his visor, I can feel his eyes on me. On us.
Weirdo's back.
I shoot him a look. Lane. He shrugs.
Like what?
And then pretends to study the biker who still hasn't moved.
Just didn't think you'd show up again after your big interview last time. You come back for your job application?
He grins.
I think the toilets are in the back and need a good scrub.
Lane! And biker boy stays silent.
Still waiting on your resume.
Lane! I snap, trying again. That's enough. He raises an eyebrow like I'm the one being dramatic.
What? Just asking questions. Isn't that customer service? Too many bikers these days.
Lane takes one slow step around the counter. I step forward too without thinking. Like I can intercept whatever he's planning just by moving.
Just saying.
He draws, keeping his eyes locked on biker boy.
If I was standing there dripping on the floor like a wet dog, I'd at least say hi to the nice employee behind the register. Real manners. You know?
The biker tilts his head. Oh no.
For a guy who barely talks, you sure don't shut up with your head.
I shift awkwardly where I stand, trying to figure out what to do. Okay guys, please stop fighting. Please stop fighting, it's okay. What if I just have you both? I'm not opposed to an Eiffel Tower. Offer help? Ask what he needs? But Lane doesn't give me the chance. He stops just a few feet from the biker now, close enough I can feel the tension between the two men.
I know it's gonna suck standing outside watching me and her get close, like some sad little creep in Mr. School dancers jerking off behind the bleachers.
Oh my god. Lane! I like you, but you have to be nicer. I flinch. He's gone too far now and he's still not stopping. Jeez. The biker still doesn't move, doesn't say a word either. It's unsettling, and that only makes Lane worse.
Some of us actually work here,
He mutters.
Don't just stand around breathing heavy behind helmets like serial killers or whatever the hell this is.
I narrow my eyes, glancing at the biker again. He lowers his head slightly, just enough that I know he's looking straight at Lane.
Jealous.
The room freezes. Lane blinks. And I swear the temperature in the store just dropped 10 degrees. And then Lane barks out a disbelieving laugh.
What?
My fingers tighten around the edge of the counter. Shit. I should say something, anything. But my tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. Stop, please. Both of you. But neither of them pay me any attention. And I have a feeling the biker came for me. Lane has the same feeling. Because just as the biker moves again, taking one more step closer, Lane suddenly shifts and steps in. Right in front of him. Close enough that their chests nearly brush. Close enough that Lane has to tip his chin up just to look at him.
Nope. Not one friggin' step closer. Helmet boy.
The height difference hits me all at once. Lane's not short. He's taller than me by a lot. And next to biker boy, he looks really small. But he doesn't back off. And me. I'm stuck in the middle, wondering if Lane just stepped into a fight over something he swore wasn't worth bleeding for. Oh no. Oh dear. Here we go.
So, you here to shop? Or stare at people's girlfriends?
Girlfriend? I mean, okay.
Move. Oh, he speaks again. Must be my lucky night. What are you gonna do? Breathe harder.
As if to mock him, that's exactly what the biker does. His breath comes sharp and irritated like he's daring Lane to say more. And for the first time, something flashes in the blue eyes of Lane. Like he's finally realizing maybe this isn't just some dumb staring contest. Ooh, I don't want them to fight, but Lane being jealous is kind of doing something to me. Like maybe this guy isn't just some weird loner. Or maybe he's something else.
You think being mysterious makes your dick bigger and only makes you freaking pathetic.
Smirk quietly at Lane's joke. Oh, I feel mean, but this is a Lane route, so we give biker boy equal love though. I glance at Lane and I don't know. Maybe it's the ridiculousness of the whole thing, but my lips tug into a smile. Nothing huge, just a twitch of amusement. And Lane sees it.
See, she thinks I'm funny.
He says it louder than he needs to, grinning like he just won a gold medal, and softer just for me.
You always smile like that when I make fun of your secret admirer.
I roll my eyes and look over at the biker. I feel his eyes lock onto mine from beneath that dripping helmet. And I go still for a second, because he definitely saw that smile. I don't know why it feels like I just stepped on something fragile, but the way he's looking at me now, it's not cold. It's not angry. It's hurt. Oh, I feel bad. Like a dog that got kicked and isn't sure whether to bite or walk away.
Oh, hell no, you're not seriously gonna try that puppy dog look, are you?
He points at the biker with a grimace, like he can't believe what he's seeing.
Hate to break it to you, man, but you're not the silent, misunderstood love interest in this story.
The biker just watches him, trying to decide whether Lane's even worth replying to, and I think it pisses Lane off more than anything.
No talk when it's worth it. Good, then shut the hell up.
I freeze for a second, eyebrows pulling together.
I swear, you float around like a coward, never saying a damn thing. Boo-hoo, bro.
Lane keeps smirking like he doesn't care. Lane, you are gonna get punched. You are gonna get whacked if you keep talking like that. But his tongue keeps flicking across his back molars the way it does when he's pissed.
So what is it, huh?
He asks.
Thought you had a chance, didn't you? That being the quiet guy would make her fall into your lap. Cute. Real cute. Should know that shit doesn't work in real life. Because I think we both know who she ended up with.
Biker boy's shoulders twitch, like something inside him flinched before he could stop it.
You mad?
Lane raises an eyebrow, biting his bottom lip like he's holding back laughter.
You look mad. If she wanted you, she'd be standing next to you. But she's not.
Oh no.
Man, at least pretend you've seen a woman before. I was wondering how the hell someone like you could be with her.
I feel my heart stop. You two, you should...
Yeah, baby girl swears.
You should call me baby girl.
Who taught you that? Big words coming from the guy who follows her around like a dog. Either a dog that bites and a barker faking teeth he doesn't have.
Lane steps in again.
Careful with your words, man. Or what? Stickman shaking just standing there. Shut up. You walk around like your dick's worth something. She hasn't complained. She hasn't even touched you. Give her time. She thinks you're funny. That's it.
I touch Lane. Also, he's not a stick man. He's just not as built as you.
At least she laughs with me. She's being polite. You joke till she's bored enough to pity screw you. Piss off, dude. You think she's gonna want you when she finds out how messed up in the head you are. I don't care if she wants me.
I swallow. You're starting to scare me.
Then be scared.
What the hell? The heat in the store is suffocating. Not from the busted heater. Not from the storm outside. Just from them. They keep going. And I feel like I'm stuck between fire and something waiting to explode. Lane, flinging words with that mouth of his. Maybe he can show me what else that mouth of his can do. Anyway, Yinny, this is not the time. Biker boy, not speaking much, but every time he does respond, it's like the whole store tilts sideways for a second. Alright, you two, you really need to stop fighting. Both of you need to cut this out. I should say something. Or do something. This is turning into something uglier. Reach out and put a hand on Lane's shoulder. I don't say his name like I'm scared. I just place my hand on his shoulder. His muscles are tense under my palm. Lane, come on. Enough. He doesn't even look at me. Nah, princess. This is just getting interesting. I feel him roll his shoulder, brushing me off like he's shrugging off a fly. Come on, look at him. I'd be jealous too. Cat got your tongue again, baby girl. I've been wondering what's behind that helmet. Is it burn scars? Whole face messed up or something? Cause if I look like you, I'd shut the hell up too. You're loud. Lane snorts. No shit. Wanna shut me up? I've shut people up for less. Why is some of the text red? The hairs on my arms lift. And Lane actually laughs. He throws his head back like it's the funniest thing he's heard all night. Yeah? Sure you have. Man, you don't scare anyone. You just look like you live in your mom's basement and screw your freaking bike. The biker doesn't react. At least not outside. And you look like you've never been hit hard enough. Why is some of the text red? Tell him to calm down. Please. What? The way you talk. You ever had your jaw dislocated with a tire iron? Pops like a soda tab. Lane pauses. So do I. Not because he's scared, but because it's such a messed up thing to say. What the hell? Biker Boy's tone never changes. He looks at Lane dead in the eyes. Makes you rethink how often you run your freaking mouth. Do you just threaten me? Wow, you really go full psycho now. I don't make threats. I wait for someone to earn it. Okay, stop, guys. Lane throws his hands up, laughing. Freaking hell. This guy's gonna snap and kill someone. You should say something. They don't listen to you. Do you hear him? You're seriously messed in the head, man. You're nothing but noise. And when she sees you for what you are, she'll come back to me. You're assuming she was ever yours in the first place. That is true. My dude, you are cute, but I've only known you for like one shift. This is the second time I'm seeing you. Dude, you're just... Lane? Completely freaking obsessed. It's getting redder. The biker exhales through his nose and Lane jabs a thumb towards me without looking. Besides, you didn't say a damn word to her all shift, but now you're getting deep with me. You sure you're not into me instead? Biker Boy leans forward slightly. Just enough to make Lane's posture tighten even if he doesn't realize it. Oh, stop. I'm gonna blush. I'm gonna blush. I should have freaking crushed you the first time I saw you. Silence. Real silence. Lane's jaw tightens. And for a second his mouth opens like he's gonna say something cocky but nothing comes out. Guys? Grab Lane's arm. I cross the threshold between them, placing myself beside Lane. Stop it. We've work to do. Lane smirks. Work? This is work. I've been waiting all night to beat the shit out of this guy. Come on. You're the big bad biker boy, right? Tell me I've awakened the beast or something. No? It's embarrassing. Babe, is he always this quiet? Okay. I get it. I'd be mad too if I lost to a guy who naps in the freaking stockroom. I mean, what were you gonna do anyway? Give her a ride on your motorcycle and hope she falls for you on the way. Oh, you got something to say now? Lane, you're gonna get punched. Or did you lose your tongue? When I got hers instead. Oh no. Maybe you're just a freaking idiot. Lane, I really would back off. Right now. Come on. Come on, it's alright. How about I kiss you later? Ain't that right, Edie? Hey, say it again. What? Say your name again. Why? So I can take it from your freaking mouth. Good God. If you insist. Yinny, Yinny, Yinny. Oh no. Oh no. Lane, you really should stop that. How about we back away? How about we back away? You think he's gonna cast a freaking spell now, or... I don't even see it happen. Lane's head snaps sideways with a crack of cartilage and skin. He stumbles back into the counter, hitting it hard before sliding halfway down and catching himself. Blood runs immediately. Red, bright, and endless. I freeze in horror. Lane? He doesn't answer. Just brings a hand up to his face, checks the damage, like he's not sure if that really happened. Holy crap. He breathes. It's the first time I heard him sound genuinely shocked. Oh no, my poor baby! I mean, you were kinda egging him on, you should have backed away. It keeps coming. It drips over his lips, making his teeth red, down his chin and onto the floor. Not bad. I'd rate it. Freaking 7 out of 10. I decide to step towards him. Lane, are you? He waves me off, not even looking. Just a love tap. Guys, okay, stop it before you actually kill each other. Hey, you think Yinny's gonna run to your arms because you gave me a nose job?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I would prefer it if you didn't go around punching people.
Want to talk with your fists? You'll lose. Sure. Come on. Hit me again.
What? Suddenly, every single light in the store dies in one breath, pitch black. I freeze. I can't see them anymore. I can't see anything. No one says anything. All I hear is the echo of the two men's breathing, and all I smell is the iron stench of Lane's blood. I press my finger to my lips like I can hold something in. Nausea or panic, I don't know which. My body knows before my mind does. This is not okay. Somewhere in this darkness, Biker Boy's still here. I feel him. I take a step back, but I bump into something. Maybe a cart, maybe nothing. The tiny sound I make is too loud in the silence, enough to snap Lane awake.
The hell?
He snorts through blood, a wet sound that makes his first word incomprehensible.
Place really can't handle a little thunder.
Lane, I try. It's a whisper, but I try. Where are you?
Still here. You good?
I swallow and nod before realizing he can't see it.
Don't tell me you're scared of the dark.
I hear him chuckle as I slowly sit down on the floor.
A bit ironic, isn't it?
I don't answer. Because I can't. The truth is, I'm not scared of the dark. I'm scared of what I saw before the lights went out. The color I can never forget. I squeeze my eyes shut. But a bright white light hits the ceiling before I can. Lane just turned on the phone flashlight, starting to swing the light around lazily.
Damn, that's better.
The shadows shift. I see a silhouette now, one hand holding the phone, the other dragging across his face. He points the flashlight towards me. It blinds me, so he quickly pulls it away.
Shit, my bad.
I must look awful. I press the heel of my hand to my chest. I can't even look at him.
Oh, shit, you're not, like, freaking out right now, are you?
He crouches down, puts the flashlight face up on the floor, dimming the space.
You're fine. Breathe.
Something flickers across his face. Maybe he remembers when I told him earlier. Yes, he remembers. He's holding his apron against his face, trying to wipe off whatever's still bleeding. Aww.
Look, no blood.
I nod.
Can't believe that guy cracked me like that. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, well, Look, not to be rude, but you did kind of keep egging him on, Lane. I finally glance at him. It's mostly gone now. Just some red at the edge of his jaw. And Lane's got that look. Like he's hoping I'll laugh even just a little.
I mean, not every day you get to punch his pretty face.
I roll my eyes. It shakes a little, but it breaks the spiral. And that seems to be enough for him.
Oh, there she is.
He gently nudges my leg with his foot.
You done fainting? Because I'll catch you, but I'm dropping you right after.
Super funny, Lane. He leans his head back and lets out a long breath like he's been waiting forever just to hear me speak.
Shit, should have asked you to hold my hand.
A laugh slips out of me. My heart is kicking hard, but now the worst of it's behind me. Romantic.
Told you I'm good for something.
We stand up and I glance around. The room is still dark, lit only by the little circle of white coming from Lane's phone in his hand. But there's something missing. Where'd he go? I ask. Lane turns his head and sweeps the flashlight slowly across the aisles. They're all empty.
Guess he left.
He points the light towards the automatic doors.
Weird though. He was 2 seconds away from killing me.
Now he tilts the beam up towards the ceiling and lets it hang there for a moment.
Maybe he ran out of social battery. Or maybe he realized you weren't going to pick him. So sad.
Lane winces slightly as the light catches the bruise forming.
I don't think I'm okay, to be honest. I can't feel my nose.
Lane! His face is mostly in shadow, but I catch the shine on his lip. He really did get punched hard. Yeah, it's ugly.
Shit.
He wipes under his nose again with the edge of his sleeve.
Guess I'll stick to the sock room. You know, so I don't scare the customers.
Lane.
Kidding. Pretty.
He called me pretty? God. Help him look after himself. I point right at his face. Let me see.
Nah, it's fine.
You said you can't feel your nose. It's not fine.
It's fine.
Lane.
No way you're touching it.
Let me see. I say as I step closer.
Whoa. Hold on, woman. It's internal bleeding now. No need to make it worse.
You're a man or what?
Yes, you sexist queen.
Hey!
But it hurts. My nose is literally split in half.
It's not.
Feels like it.
I sigh and put my hand on my hips. Lane. I repeat. He groans, pain, then finally leans towards me. As soon as my fingers reach his jaw, he jerks slightly and lets out a sharp hiss.
Shit. Careful.
I ignore him and tilt his face towards the light from his phone. The bridge of his nose is swollen and bruised. Already starting to color. Remove your nose piercing.
No.
Your nose is swollen. What if it gets infected? Take it out. Oh my god, Lane. Don't be a kid.
No. I suffered for this thing. It's part of me now.
I laugh. I honestly didn't expect him to be this childish about a little pain. Not too little, but still. I touch it again. He winces again.
I swear if you yank on it,
I'll yank on something else. I won't.
Promise.
You're such an idiot. Sit down.
I am sitting.
I walk off towards aisle 2. The first aid shelf is there. I reach for a small bandage and a white box, rip the cardboard open and grab what I need. Technically, that's stealing from the store. But Lane needs help. I guess I'll deal with Ronnie Joe's passive-aggressive post-it note later. When I come back, Lane's still sitting there like a dog in trouble. He glances at the wipe like it's a scalpel.
That's the one that stings.
Yes.
Do we have to?
Yes. He exhales through his mouth. Are you scared of pain, Lane? You said you'd let me slap you.
Okay, go. Just make it quick.
You're acting like I'm amputating your arm or something.
I just think you're aggressive.
Stay still.
I am crap!
I barely dab it and he jerks like I just finished what Biker Boy didn't. His eyes water. I almost laugh.
Shit. Okay.
I just keep going more gently this time. Good boy, I mutter. Is he gonna blush?
Wow. I think I'm feeling way better now.
You asshole!
You know I don't deserve this much attention.
No, you really don't. I crouch a little to check the swelling again.
Don't worry, I won't tell RJ you stole from the store.
Don't worry, I won't tell him you got your ass kicked.
Not fair, but actually RJ would love that. Free publicity, you know?
I roll my eyes and toss the wipe into the trash bin. I stare at him for a second, and for the first time he avoids my eyes. Lane, you okay? What? I'm standing still in the parking lot staring at my phone's screen. At a photo from Runny Joe. It's a blurry picture of a printed paper taped crookedly to a board. The new schedule, and right there in bold black marker my name is written right after opening shift. Tomorrow. Like in a few hours. Is that a joke? I scroll down, there's nothing else. Just Runny Joe's dumb emoji thumbs up and a thanks for being flexible. Flexible my ass, I don't even have the key. I look more carefully at the picture. Half the shifts are scribbled out with pen. I already knew the store was circling the drain. Runny Joe's been slapping things together for weeks now, but this is the first time it feels like he's actually panicking. Jeez. The only person who has the key is Lane. But Lane left early today, and I can't blame him. Having your nose broken probably ruins your night. Does that mean I don't get to work with Lane anymore? That means I'm gonna have to go to his apartment tomorrow. Well, not the first time I'll go there, but still, wait, hang on, what? I sigh so hard my lungs actually hurt. I keep walking, annoyed. Lucky for me, the rain has eased up a little. Next problem, the bus. Should I take it? It's like $1.50, not that much. But $1.50 tonight, then $1.50 tomorrow, and by the end of the week I'm crying in my kitchen because I didn't pay the water bill again. And rent's already breathing down my neck, so... Ugh. I mean, it's not like walking is impossible. It's just far. And creepy. And there's always weird guys hanging around at night. But walking is free. And I like free. Yinny! Stop standing there like an idiot. If you walk, you save money. If you take the bus, you get home faster and maybe you don't get rained on. I glance down the coins on my palm, the metal cool and familiar. Taking the bus means spending money I'd rather keep. But walking home alone... Yeah, I don't think I have the guts for that tonight. The bus stop's just a few blocks away and the walk there feels longer than it should. Every shadow stretches like some monsters and the sound of my footsteps seem louder than normal. Probably because there's absolutely no one else here, except me and the rain. By the time I reach the empty station, I'm already one bad vibe away from a meltdown. Of course there's no one else waiting. I don't really know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I take off my soaking wet hoodie. I'd rather not be sick tomorrow. There's no one else around. No cars passing. No bike engine purring in the distance. Even the crickets seem quieter than usual. I shift my weight from one foot to the other and check my time on my phone. The bus should have been here by now. I scroll through my phone pretending like I'm busy. I see a bus pass on the other side of the road. Not mine. Then all of a sudden... Mine. It hisses to the stop in front of me. Well, on the bus we go. And nod to the driver. He doesn't nod back. Alright. The coins in my hand stick to my palm. I count them in my head before I speak. 120, 150, 170. Then put them on the little tray. Crap. I'm 20 cents short. I look up at the bus driver and try to smile. Sorry, just a second. He exhales loud enough for the whole front row to hear.
You got on without counting first.
I dig in my bag. My fingers hit Mad Dog receipts. A pen, my keys, but not what I need. Jeez, where are the coins? Come on. Someone coughs behind me.
Come on, miss. There's not rocket science.
I swallow and find 10 cents. I put on the tray. Sorry, I think I have more, just a sec.
I got a schedule, pretty.
He cuts me off. I feel eyes on me. Please don't kick me out. It's cold. Not impatient, but judging. I'm wasting their time. I'm the dumb girl who can't count change. I finally fish out the last 10 cents and drop it fast on the tray. The driver takes it without a word and presses the button. The ticket machine spits out my paper like it's spitting me out too, and he hands it to me without looking. Thanks. He grunts.
Next time, come ready.
I still force myself to smile like it'll make me less pathetic. Man, it was like a 30-second wait, come on. Ugh, I move down the aisle. I don't even have to look to feel the weight of the man watching me, the way they glance sideways when they think I'm not noticing. I pass the guy with his legs spread wide. I have to squeeze by without brushing his knee. Another one stares at my chest blankly like it's not even personal, just something to do. I keep my head down, and finally find a seat by the window. I exhale slowly and sit down. The bus veers hard without warning, slamming everyone sideways, and making my head knock slightly against the window. Wonderful day. The bus jerks to a stop and I have to catch myself on the metal bar of the seat before stumbling forward. I mumble a soft thanks to the driver out of habit and step out into the night. The code hits, and no one else gets off. The stop's not far from home, maybe 5 minutes on foot. It's still raining, but not enough to need an umbrella. My building's at the far end of the block, tucked between an empty laundromat and the closed-down flower shop. I hope nothing happens. Halfway down the block, I pass that wall. It's covered now. Someone threw out one of those blue construction tarps over it. I walked past it 100 times, but tonight for some reason I actually look at it. Fabric's coming loose at the corner. Just for a second, I can see a bit of what's underneath. It's like something's there. I forgot that I was supposed to remember. I keep walking, and my building's just ahead. I push the door open with my shoulder and step inside. It's quiet in the entrance hall, and everyone's probably still sleeping. I don't stop walking. I pass the mailboxes on the right. Mine's probably stuffed again. Just like how I wish Lane would stuff me. Bills, reminders, maybe something with my name handwritten on it, which would be worse. I pretend I don't see it. The stairwell smells like dust. The kind that just clings to old buildings like this. I should take the elevator. 15 floors and everything, but I don't. I just don't trust it. Crap. The muscles behind my knees are screaming by the time I finally get to my floor. It smells like the leftover of someone's dinner from a few hours ago. Ugh. I'm so hungry. My keys are already in my hand. I stop in front of my door and glance towards the lock. What do I even have? Half a packet of instant noodles, some rice, 1 egg, and maybe a can of beans if I didn't already eat it. I sigh and start unlocking my door when... You always have to make that much noise so damn early in the morning? I freeze. My fingers twitch around my keys but I don't turn them. I look over my shoulder. Aww. She's standing right behind me, barefoot on the tile like she does that kind of thing all the time. Her hair's longer than I remember. Greasier maybe. Or maybe it's just the light. Some of us have real jobs, you know? I didn't mean to... She waves her hand, cutting me off like she's bored already. Daylight jobs. Where people see you. I blink. I don't know if she's joking. You still working night shifts? Yeah. Still at Mad Dog? Yeah. The silence between us feels so much thicker than anything she's saying. Lane's still there too? She asks. I nod. Still the same. She lets out a small laugh. You'll hit 30 and still be acting like you're 16. She picks up the skin around her thumb as she says it. Her nail polish is chipped. It's getting a bit awkward now. Lazy as ever, I add. I smile a little, trying to add lightness to my voice. Something that might make her smile too, but she doesn't. She just stares at me for a second then looks away. I wonder what happened. Yeah, men get away with a lot when no one takes women seriously. Okay, I shouldn't have said anything. Tell him to stop pretending he's fine, she says. It's embarrassing. What? That kid used to cry in his car in secret. My mouth opens slightly but nothing comes out. Anyway, I wasn't trying to talk. She straightens up and moves like she's underwater. Pale feet on the cool hallway like she doesn't feel anything anymore. Night. She pushes the door again with the edge of her hand and disappears inside without looking back. Oh, wait, what happened between us? We were such good friends. I stay there for a second. I didn't expect a hug or anything, but I felt like talking to a stranger. A stranger who used to be one of the loudest people in my life. I wonder what she knows about Lane. I let out a slow breath and finally turned towards my own apartment. The door swings open with that familiar creak. I step inside and close it behind me, then take off my shoes and turn on the light. My hoodie slides off onto the floor, somewhere near the entrance. I'll deal with it later. My legs move on autopilot into my room. I drop face first into the mattress and melt into it like I've just been released from prison. My brain still feels like it's buzzing from the arguing and from Lane's voice. I press my face deeper into the pillow and groan against the fabric. I could stay here forever. But my stomach has other plans. I turn my head to the side and sigh. I should eat something before sleeping. End of shift 2. Man, that was so interesting. I love how Lane is written, but we are not done yet. Okay, so this is still Lane's route, but instead of grabbing Lane's arm this time, I want to see what happens if we look at Biker Boy instead. I put a hand on my chest looking at Biker Boy. He doesn't look at me. Honestly, I don't even remember what they're yelling about anymore. It's been going back and forth for what feels like hours. And I don't even care anymore who's stronger, who's more jealous, or who's pretending not to give a shit while clearly giving every ounce of it. I told them to stop more than once, but they don't hear me, or maybe they do and they just don't care. It's almost like I'm not even here. My heart's pounding. My skin's still hot from the vodka and irritation earlier. My body's trying to warn me. Get out. Move. Escape. But the words aren't coming. Until they do. Shut up! It bursts out of me all of a sudden. Both of them stop mid-sentence. The store goes still. Even the hum of the fridge feels like it's cut out for a second. Lane blinks, stop mid-laugh. Biker Boy straightens slightly, but his expression is unreadable for obvious reasons. He's surprised, maybe. You two are seriously driving me insane! My voice is shaking now, all the frustration bubbling under since the first sarcastic word between them. I don't wait for a reaction. I duck behind the counter and grab the same half-empty bottle of vodka from earlier, The vodka Lane and I barely touched during that dumb dare. I don't even think. I twist the cap and tip it back. Oh no!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell are you doing?
One gulp, two. Lane's eyes are darting between the bottle and my face. He's got this panicked smirk plastered on it that'll make it okay.
Holy shit, babe, that's not water. Slow the hell down. Put that down. Now.
They both speak over each other.
Stop it. I said it first, dude. It's not a contest. I know no longer than... She's drinking because of you. No, man, she's drinking because you stress her out with your... Both of you! Stop!
And the bottle is still clutched in my hand like it's the only thing anchoring me. My chest is rising and falling, too fast as it should, and my eyes are already watering. Lane snorts, the I don't know what else to do kind of snort. He runs a hand through his hair and mutters something, pacing like a caged dog.
You drink like a dude but scream like my ex. Maybe you and Muscle Man do deserve each other.
Lane! I don't answer and take another sip. And they both immediately start walking towards me at the same damn time. Lane cuts around the corner like a storm, one arm already reaching out like he's gonna yank the bottle straight from my hands. Biker Boy moves slower but his steps are heavier. They don't look at each other, but when they finally close in, Lane's shoulder knocks into the biker's.
The hell are you doing?
Lane snaps, swinging his arm out to block the biker's path.
She's drunk. Back off, man.
The biker stops.
Exactly. She doesn't need you making it worse. She needs me. I was the one here all night, remember? While you're outside deep throwing your motorcycle or whatever the hell you do. Move. You've done enough. You stop pretending you know her better than I do. She made a choice tonight, man. You're late to the party.
Lane shoves and blocks him again as the biker tries to step forward. Not hard, just like a pissed off cat pawing at a bear. Biker Boy exhales loudly behind his helmet but lets Lane block him.
This isn't about choices. It's about her not killing herself with vodka because you thought it would be a good idea.
How the hell does he know that?
You keep blaming me like I forced it down her throat. She's not a kid. She drank because she wanted to. With you cheering her on. That's no way to treat a woman.
I lift the bottle again, but they're not even looking at me. I could be dying from alcohol poisoning. You two would be too busy measuring wieners to notice. They square up, both caught up in that dumb competition over who gets to be the hero. Lane tries to sidestep the biker, but the biker moves with him, and they bump more forcefully this time. Lane shoves his arm out. Biker Boy slaps it down.
Don't touch me. Then stop getting in the way.
They both lurch forward at the same time, reaching for me. Their hands collide, and they pull back, and then reach again. Another collision.
Stop copying me, Lane snaps. I'm trying to stop her from drinking. So am I. Then step aside. Screw you. You step aside.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die on the floor because these two won't stop arguing. It's almost funny. Before I can even process what's happening, Lane tries to duck under the biker's arm and crawl across the counter towards me. Biker Boy yanks him back by the collar. They literally stumble into each other, and Lane knocks over the lighters display in the process.
Control freak psycho.
The biker steps forward, cutting him off, and Lane immediately follows. They're so focused on one another, they don't see me sway. They don't notice the way my grip on the bottle slips for a second. They both glance over at the exact time, and their voices crash over each other.
I got her. Don't touch her. I said it first again. You're a child. You don't even know how to touch a woman.
Jesus. Guys, I'm falling.
She needs quiet. Try shutting up. Say that again, Ghost Rider. Keep talking. You don't get to talk about how I treat her. I talk however I want. This is the guy who can't even say her name.
Oop. I lean on the counter. Hard. Everything spins for a second, and my knees give out. Or maybe they melt. I don't remember falling. Just that everything feels far away. But I can still hear...
Shit. Hey! Hey, what the hell?
Something hits the counter. Something else falls. Then I hear the scraping of boots and the sound of them both getting in each other's way.
God damn it, I told her. Move.
My head shifts. Someone's hands are under it. Big ones.
I got it. Not like that, genius. Tilt her head.
I feel other hands on my cheeks. These feel softer.
Oh, have you even seen someone black out before? Don't touch her like that. She's gonna choke if she throws up. Help me or get out of the way.
Silence and a low rough sigh from Biker Boy. He gently puts one of his hands under my back, and Lane grabs my jaw and turns my head sideways. They're working together.
I used to bartend. I've done this more times than I can count.
Someone brushes hair out of my face. I don't know who, but it's gentle. I try to speak, and my mouth opens. I think, this one. I'd date both of you if you're one person. I wonder if... I've been kind of wondering if, like, Biker Boy is actually, like, from a future timeline and is, like, more closely related to Lane than we think.
What the hell does that mean? Like, what part of that, dude? Because if it's the muscles, fine, whatever. But if you want my face on that guy's body, now never mind, don't answer. Stop talking. She's burning up.
My head hurts and my ears too.
Alright, help get her up. No, I said me, not lift her. Man, don't tell me what to do.
Ah! Everything feels slow. I think there's light somewhere. I'm not even in my body. I'm floating. Where am I? Not the store, not the aisle. I smell my laundry detergent and my sheets. The light of the sun stabs at my skull. My head throbs like a heartbeat inside my brain. Oh, I'm in bed. My bed? Wait, what? I sit up too fast and immediately regret it. Everything tilts. I blink hard and press my palm to my temple. I see my shoes neatly placed by the door. My hoodie is hung over the back of the chair, and my blanket is tucked around me, too careful for it to have been me. I'm still in my damn work clothes and my hair is tied in a very well done ponytail. I groan. What happened? I remember Lane, Biker Boy, and me screaming at them, with vodka in my hand. No, please tell me I didn't do that. What did I say? What did I do? Oh my god, I feel like an idiot. A very well cared for idiot. I rub my face, my fingers dragging over smudged makeup and a few greasy strands of hair, then swing my legs over the edge of the bed. I fish around blindly for my phone, it's charging on the floor. Battery's at 24%. I squint at the screen. One missed message from Lane, a voice message. I press play. A click, then button mashing. Lane's voice message. Oh, god damn it. Okay, whatever. Yo, hey, don't freak out. You're fine. Nobody took advantage of whatever creepy shit you're thinking. More clicking. A voice in the background says, you lose. Lane must have been playing while talking. Listen, I wasn't gonna send anything, but I figured if you woke up and was like, where the hell am I should, clear it up. We brought you home, alright? I mean, he grunts in frustration. Screw you, dude. I just held the doors. Before you say anything, I didn't want that freak to know where you lived, okay? But, surprise, surprise, he did. I told you he's weird. The voice says you lose again. He exhaled on the mic. I deadass thought he was gonna murder me when I said I could carry you myself. Bro was like, I don't need you, get out. You're like, yeah, man, I'm totally gonna leave my favorite coworker in the hands of a stranger. Is he dumb or... Anyway, I didn't leave till you're like breathing steady. Oh, don't ask how I know how to do a perfect ponytail. Oh, I bet he did his sister's hair. It's a secret. What the hell, man? I blocked that. Also, I mean, not to be a little bitch, but you scared me. Oh, the voice says, you lose. Continue? I wonder if like the you lose continue is like in reference to like the timeline shenanigans that's going on here. I hear him slam what I think is his controller, then shift his mic closer. I'm sorry, for the dare thing. It was dumb and yeah, you can call me Lane the asshole. Oh, I sound like a loser, but yeah, whatever. Don't text me some dramatic, oh my god, I'm so sorry I embarrassed myself essay. You didn't. We've all done dumb shit, especially me. You're fine now. If not, call me. I'll be up. Rest up and eat something, Yinny. Aww. See you later. That's actually so sweet of him. Oh man, again? The message cuts off. I'm still holding the phone in my hand, my thumb hovering over the screen like I'll hit play again. I drop onto the mattress. The blanket halfway over my legs, my work shirt still unwrinkled. There's a dull ache behind my left eye that feels like it's pulsing with every heartbeat. I don't know what else to feel. Embarrassed? A little. Annoyed? Definitely. Grateful? Maybe. Confused? More than anything. Because Lane sounded different. I let my phone fall onto my chest. Outside I hear a motorcycle roll by, some distant dogs barking. A door slamming in the corridor. Ah yes, it's morning. Lane's right. I should rest. End of shift 2. Oh, that was interesting. Do you want to see what I say here though? BB, don't yell. What? Did she just call you baby? I know what the hell I just said, but the biker says nothing. I don't, seriously? BB? Like baby boy or some shit? I feel biker boy's hand moving higher on my back. PB. Hey, PB. PB? I hear the biker laugh, a rare sound from him. Piercing boy, probably. Are you kidding me, Yinny? Don't pox out on us. Wake up, PB's here. Oh, BB too. My head hurts and my ears too. Okay, I think this is still the same. Yeah, same message from Lane. That was cute though. I really like that. Oh, it's so fascinating how there's all these different endings. I'm gonna do my best and get all of them. Okay, before I move on from Lane's route, I wanna scold him after he gets punched. I see the bruise already blooming across his face. You can't deserve that. His grin drops a little, and he turns his head fully towards me. I keep going. You started it. You didn't have to go after him like that, Lane. He didn't say a word to you. You lit the fire for no reason. No reason? He snorts. Come on, guy's a freaking creep. You wanted it. Maybe not the punch, but something. You were asking for a reaction. And when he snapped, you acted like you didn't see it coming. He leans back, still playing it cool, but I can tell he's really listening. You're on his side now. I keep my voice soft. I'm not. But if someone came at me the way you came at him, I wouldn't have stopped at the nose. He looks away for a second, the muscles in his face twitching. Yeah. Well, did you hear what he said though? Dude's a psychopath. He runs a hand through his hair and stares off at the far wall against the entrance. He's not normal. Something's off in his head. I don't disagree, but I don't let him change the subject either. You still asked for it. I insist. He exhales hard through his nose, flinching a little from the pain.
What do you want me to say?
Why'd you even start all that? He wipes under his eyes, not because he has to. Just something to do with his hands.
I don't know. I saw him and he was looking at you and...
And? He opens his mouth but nothing comes out. It's like he's searching for words. Any words. But can't learn a single one. So I wait. And I will wait all night if that's what it takes just to hear him say something. He presses his palm against his nose, like an excuse to hide part of his face.
I don't know.
The honest truth, the man is not used to silence, especially not his own. So I don't say anything either. Eventually he sighs.
Forget it, I was being dumb. With that dude and yeah, just right now.
You weren't. He looks away again and scratches the back of his neck.
I'm gonna turn the power back on.
He says, already moving towards the south door. The storm's still going outside, but he steps out anyway. Like he'd rather face the storm than let silence between us speak. For the first time since I met Lane, he didn't try to win. He didn't try to be bigger than the moment. I'll remember it. Man, that was different. Alright, well, shift's over. I keep walking, annoyed. Lucky for me, the rain eased up a bit. Next problem, the bus. Okay, we decide to take the bus, but this time, seems like we decide to not take the bus. Yeah, no. If I take the bus every time I'm tired, I'll end up broke. At least when I walk, I'm alone. Unless someone follows me. There's no car, no footsteps of my own. I pull my hoodie tighter and keep walking. You know this road, Yandere. You know every crack in the pavement. Every rusted fence and crooked mailbox. It should feel familiar, but right now it feels like a trap. A soft scraping sound makes me slow down, and I glance back. Nothing. I keep walking a little faster this time. Round the corner and... uh-oh. Oh no. I stopped too fast like I just hit an invisible wall. It's the same guy from yesterday. He's standing in the middle of the sidewalk like he was waiting for me. My breath catches in my throat.
Hey, now you tonight.
I don't say anything, and I don't move either. He takes a step closer, and another.
I've been thinking.
He says, tilting his head.
You probably messed up when you gave me your number, right? That's why you didn't give it.
He laughs, a strange sound that doesn't match his face. What he says doesn't make sense, but I pretend it does. So I laugh awkwardly with him. My mouth is dry. I keep walking like he doesn't exist. My building's a few blocks away. He's following me, not even trying to hide it. And there's no one else around this hour. I'm scared. Okay, Yandere, breathe. If I nod along and let him talk, maybe I can make it to my building before this turns into something. Still I should talk, to let him think I'm friendly.
I was gonna take the bus. And I saw you walking. Guess I got lucky.
I swallow hard and grip the strap of my bag tighter. I don't have my phone on me. I lie. I left it at home. So I can't give you my number. I gesture vaguely towards my building down the street. But I can grab it. Just up there. The weirdo still walks beside me. His face is half hidden by his hood and the dark. I can't tell if he's buying my lie or not.
You gonna come back down after that?
I pause.
I said, you gonna come back down after you get your phone?
I nod too fast. Of course.
I think you're lying to me.
Something in my stomach sinks. He smiles, but it's more teeth than anything.
That's alright. I'll walk with you.
I say nothing, and I just keep walking.
You know, I warned you about those disappearances on TV. Should have been more careful.
My steps slow a little. Not because I want to, but because my body reacts.
Yeah. Don't worry, that stuff is just media. People disappear all the time, but now suddenly it's serious because the news says so.
He kicks out a rock in the dirt.
People die every day. They'll put a pretty face on the TV and now it's a crisis. What a hypocritical world we live in, huh?
My mouth smiles. My brain is screaming. Keep him talking. Agree with him. Yeah, you're right.
I know. It's always the ones on TV that get people crying. They don't disappear though. Yeah, well, they do. In the clouds or in the ground.
He kicks another rock.
You know, I think it's fate.
I call it bad luck. He leans in and suddenly the air feels thinner. I don't move. Moving will be reacting, and reacting gives him something.
You're shy. Or scared. I get it. The world's full of freaks, but I'm not one of them.
My jaw's tight, but I smile anyway. And he smirks.
I could walk you all the way, just to be safe.
I stop walking. It's like my legs just gave up. I think you should go. He exhales through his nose.
You're not listening again.
I take a step back.
I was being nice.
He says it with a flatness that chills. Oh my god!
You really are a little bitch, huh?
My stomach knots. He steps forward.
I knew it. Walking around in that little uniform, smiling at customers like you don't know exactly what you're doing.
Another step.
You gonna screw your coworker, don't you? That little punk with the piercings?
Yeah, I mean, yes. But that's none of your business. I back away and my feet scrape at the pavement. Please stop it. Please. Help me. Help me.
You let them imagine you bent over that shitty counter? You probably like the attention.
I open my mouth, but no sound comes out.
Does a little punk know you think about him? When you're by yourself.
He stops again, and I can see his fist clench.
You're not smart. You're not kind. You're nothing. In a hole with a name tag.
I'm shaking so hard it's hard to even think. I'm stuck in this noise in my head. My boyfriend is coming to pick me up. I try to stay strong. Like it's true. Like someone really is coming.
Boyfriend?
I laugh nervously. Yeah, he's on his way.
Oh yeah? Funny.
His hand jerks towards my hoodie pocket.
You got a boyfriend coming to get you. And how come you ain't got your phone?
No, that's not what I...
You've been walking this whole time. With no screen. No texting. No call.
Oh no.
You're a liar. No one's coming.
Everything in me screams to move. Scream. I open my mouth and scream. His hand is on me in a second, clamping over my mouth.
Shh.
He whispers like he's calming a baby. My hand claws at his arm, but he's stronger.
You think someone's gonna hear you?
I manage to scream. Let go of me! I throw my elbow back, but it's like hitting a wall.
You little...
I punch. I kick. I don't care where. He grabs my other wrist and pins it, then pushes me back and my foot scrapes the sidewalk, making me fall.
Come on now. You're not dumb. You know how this goes.
His tone is... No, I don't care how his tone is. I keep struggling, twisting and gasping, but it's useless. His hand covers my mouth. Lane? Biker boy? Save me? This time longer.
Shut up.
He hisses right into my ear.
That was gonna be nice. But you made it harder.
I try to scream again, but it's just a muffled sob now. Help me. Please. Someone. Oh no. You open your mouth. You're ready. But when the moment came, nothing came out. You tried again. You felt it rising in your throat. But the storm swallowed it whole. The rain slapped your face like it was trying to wake you up. And you didn't run. You didn't speak. You just stayed there, waiting. Just you and him. And the sound of your heartbeat pounding so hard you swore the whole city could hear it. But they didn't. No one did. Why didn't you fight? They don't know what it's like when fear crawls inside your muscles and presses down onto your bones. Until even blinking feels like screaming. February 2010. Wait, we're like a couple months later because we were in 2009 just then. This is weird. What the hell is going on? The outside looks different now. What the heck? What is that? Well, you're awake. Kind of. Or maybe you're just stretching your legs. Your body's here, but the rest of you left weeks ago. You've been lying there so long. Like a dog waiting for someone who's not coming back. What the hell is going on? The sun's out. Not that you care. You haven't opened the curtains in weeks. The world outside keeps moving. But you can't move with it. Mad Dog Convenience shut down. Bankruptcy. I guess it couldn't run on unpaid overtime and post-it notes forever. Ronnie Joe just disappeared. Someone said they saw him at a casino drinking alone. Lane moved away. He called, knocked at your door, left messages, but you didn't answer. Oh no! What? Oh, your biker friend. I don't see him around the building anymore. His bike used to be parked just outside. But she's gone now too. Maybe the road took them back. The way it always does when it decides someone's had enough time standing still. It's kind of impressive actually. You used to shop for work like nothing was wrong. And now the weight of it presses behind your ribs like water filling your lungs. You think closing your eyes is the same as healing. It's not. But I guess you were never built for the long run, huh? Oh, this is awful. No! Oh my god. Oh, good lord. That's like the only thing I can click. You didn't want to die. You just wanted the pain to stop. Bad end. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Oh, good lord. Okay, we're back here, because I wanna click this. You don't wanna leave, not like this. Oh, I can't even click that. Yeah, all I can do is go to the window and end it. That's so sad. Oh my god. Thank God we did this one, like, after like some of the good stuff. Oh, good lord. This was intense. Okay, so I chose the runaway option as well. It just ends up on the same path. With like maybe a line or two of difference. So yeah, I didn't go through it again. But let's get some of the other endings. Alright, time to do the other routes. The sound of my ringtone yanks me out of sleep like a punch. I groan, fumbling around the sheets until my fingers finally close around my phone. I turn off the alarm. The screen's too bright. The time is even worse. 8:44 p.m. Great, another productive day of doing absolutely nothing. But it's not my fault I'm a night owl. And this lifestyle perfectly suits me. I stretch. My bones cracking like firewood, and collapse back into the sweet smell of the laundry on my bed. Outside, the rain taps against the glass, almost like a soundtrack for staying in bed forever. God, I'm tired. Tonight's gonna be brutal. Another night shift at Mad Dog Convenience. Another night of customers who think my name tag means I owe them a smile. No choice though. Gotta make rent somehow. I roll onto my side and lazily flick through my phone just to give my brain something small and stupid to focus on. Notifications light up the screen. 2 missed messages from Lane. I blink at them, my thumb hovering over the screen. He messaged me last night. Guess I didn't hear it over the TV. I skimmed the previews without opening them. Ew! What the hell? Classic Lane. I couldn't reply. Or I could pretend I never saw it. This time? Okay, let's not reply this time. I snort and toss the phone onto the mattress beside me. Just Lane. I'll see him in a few hours anyway. If it's really that urgent, he can say it to my face, not half buried in the 7 AM message stuff with emojis I didn't ask for. I roll onto my back and stare up at the cracked ceiling for a while. It's like this with him. The kind of guy who calls you his favorite coworker, but doesn't lift a finger when there's a spill in aisle 2. Half charming, but half trash, too. I sigh. Somehow you stop noticing the difference after hours together behind a grimy counter. And you always end up forgiving him without noticing you did when he screws up something. I finally sit up, letting the cool air wrap around me as the rain drums against the window, and the floor is cold enough to make me hiss. Well, let's leave our room and start getting ready for work. And a crusty tube of toothpaste slumps next to the cracked comb. And then to the kitchen to grab our name tag. Your name tag sits on the edge of the counter right where you always leave it. Well, it's mine now. Open the drawer. Use chopsticks. From that sushi place you used to go to after work. You always said you'd go back, but you never did. Fortune cookie. Mad dogs bark at night. Are you listening? What the heck? Crumpled receipt from your first shift at Mad Dog Convenience. Lane wrote his number and his address on the back like you'd ever used them. You didn't throw it away though, but you don't remember putting this here. In fact, you're pretty sure it wasn't here the last time you checked this drawer. Matchsticks in a paper box. You used to light candles before going to bed. You said it felt safer. You haven't lit one in weeks. You keep the box though just in case. A knife. This drawer has always been its home. I feel like there's something like strange going on, like we're not remembering things. Off to work. I think I can go now. Go to work. I nudged the employees only door with my shoulder, hoping it'll open without one of its usual tantrums. The door has probably welcomed more wet hobos than actual staff thanks to Ronnie Joe's genius idea of having one physical key and zero budget for a card system. He claims it saves money. I get the key for the week, Lane gets it next, and so on. And this week, the sacred key belongs to Lane, which means I'm at the mercy of his punctuality, hoping his charming passive-aggressive ass shows up on time so I don't end up soaked in the alleyway rainwater, waiting like a stray dog. I push harder, fully prepared to stand there in the rain and wait for him. And again, nothing. Not even a click. It doesn't budge. Lane's late. No surprise there. He's probably on his way, which in Lane time means he's just remembered he had a shift tonight. I press my palm against the surface and push away again. I give the door another shove just for the principle of it, but it's still locked. Crap! I murmur, resting my forehead against the door. Rain slides down my hair, clings to my neck and soaks through my hoodie. I am freaking miserable. I decide to give up and take my phone out of my pocket. The rain messes with the touchscreen, but I still manage to scroll through my contacts anyway. My fingers are freezing. The screen jumps around every time a drop hits it. And I squint at the names. Should I call Lane? Or Ronnie Joe? One's unreliable. The other one, well, slightly less unreliable. Let's call Lane. Not the first time he shows up late like this. I get it must be exhausting. Carrying all that charm and no responsibility. I tap on his name contact and it starts to ring. But it only rings once and then an instant click. The person you're trying to reach is not available. Please leave a message after the tone. Useless, lazy asshole. I pull the phone away and clear out the no service in the corner of the screen. You gotta be kidding me. The rain is coming down harder now, pushing water into my socks. I'd be so mad. Lane! No signal and no one I can call. Fine. I tuck the phone back into my pocket and step back to look around. The parking lot is empty, except for the garbage rolling in little gusts of wind. There's absolutely no one there, so I do the only thing I can think of. I start walking. I round the side of the building, hugging the wall, one hand raised to shield my face from the rain. There's a small delivery door around the back. I've never seen it open from the outside, but I try anyway. Locked. Obviously. I hit it once with the side of my fist, more out of frustration than anything, and keep moving. Maybe it's the universe's way of telling me to quit his job. But quitting doesn't pay rent. So I take a breath, crack my neck, and keep looking like a lost idiot. I finally arrive in front of the store where the automatic doors are also locked. I'm done. I'm actually done. All this because Lane couldn't be bothered to show up on time again. I mutter under my breath, my hands shoved in my pockets, and kick a piece of trash out of my way. I'm not even thinking about where I'm going now. I'm just trying to get warm, trying not to yell. Good thing the storm will probably drown out my screams. I keep wandering past the store, just looking for somewhere to get out of the rain. But I hit something. Or someone. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't... I stumble back, my hands flying up instinctively. The guy stumbles too, like I electrocuted him. Hello? He actually flinches away, taking 2 quick steps back and landing in this weird pose. Like he's been caught doing something he wasn't supposed to. He freezes. I freeze. Rain is pouring between us, creating this wall of water that blurs everything. I look up and blink hard. For a second I can't see his face, just the height. This black helmet, biker boy. Doesn't say anything right away. Just nods once, kinda like a kid who's not sure he's allowed to speak. And I can bet he's panicking a little under that helmet.
You're not inside.
I blink. Oh god, right. I look like a wet rat, no wonder he's confused. Yeah, I mean, no. I say, brushing wet hair out of my eyes. My coworker's not here, I didn't have the key and... I've been locked out for like 15 minutes. An awkward silence settles between us as he just stands there in the rain. Like he's trying to process my words.
You don't have a key?
He finally says, like that detail alone was a big problem to him. I shake my head. No, Lane was supposed to open up today, but okay. Now we're two idiots in the rain. What is he doing here though? He clears his throat, trying to seem composed, but his fingers keep fidgeting with the edge of his gloves.
You shouldn't... standing there like that.
His voice is low in a way that makes me want to lean closer to hear it better. And my face flushes with heat that doesn't match the weather. Because... Like what?
I ask like an idiot. What?
Oh, look at that blush. I bark out a short surprised laugh. It sounds so awful.
I didn't mean it like... you're gonna get sick.
I blink. It hits really hard, like the concern in his voice doesn't match how intimidating he looks. Yeah, probably. It's all I can manage because my teeth want to chatter. But I won't let them. I'm fine. I add quickly right after, even though I'm very obviously not. He doesn't really look convinced. That's probably why I see him take a step forward, and then another, stepping close and positioning himself between me and the wind. Just enough that I can feel the heat coming off him compared to the biting air. It's subtle. But suddenly, I'm not being slapped in the face by rain anymore. You don't have to do that, I almost scream. You're already...
I don't mind.
I freeze, though I can't tell if it's from the wind. He's so sweet. I'm pretty sure that what the old man was saying in the previous route that we did for Lane's route, the dogs that he was talking about alluded to these two. So Lane is the one that barks a lot, but won't actually hurt anyone because he's, you know, sad inside. But Biker Boy being quiet, he's the one you have to be careful about. And there's something strange about how he says it. Not like he's trying to be nice, more like he really doesn't care. We stand there for a while, not really saying anything. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to say to a stranger in a black helmet. Stranger. That's when I suddenly realize how close he is, how big and tall he is when next to me, and how careful he's being. Like if he breathes wrong, he'll scare me off. I clear my throat. You always like that, or am I just special? He freezes.
You're freezing.
You dodged that one.
Did I?
A laugh slips out of me without permission. Thanks. He doesn't respond. Just shifts his weight as if to say, you don't have to thank me. Another gust of wind hits and I instinctively shift closer, hugging my arms tight against my chest. I sigh and glance down the hallway where the staff door is. Still locked. And still no sign of Lane. God, he's so late. I mutter mostly to myself. Look, I think there's a little shelter around the corner. Not much, but I jerk my thumb towards the side of the building. Let's not wait for Lane out in the rain, alright? He nods once. It almost looks like he's not just agreeing with what I said, but with the idea of following me. I mean, you don't have to. I asked, trying not to sound weird about it. You probably have somewhere else to be. His visor tilts slightly towards the rain, then back at me.
No, he says. I'll come.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, later. The wind makes it hard to talk. Not that either of us is saying anything. In fact, that's the rain that carries the only conversation. The shelter's exactly where I remembered. Just one of those narrow overhangs on the side of the building. Probably meant more for trash bins than people. But it's something. I duck under, exhaling hard when the rain stops hitting me for the first time in what feels like forever. My shoulders drop. My hoodie's still clinging to my arms, so at least I'm not getting wetter. Not ideal, but it could have been worse. At least Biker Boy took most of the rain. He stops just a few steps away, and stands right at the edge of the shelter. Close enough that I can still hear his breath through the helmet, but he stays outside of it, letting the rain hit him like it's nothing. His head is low, like maybe looking at his feet is safer than looking at me. I glance over at him, then down at the little bit of space next to me. Why doesn't he just squeeze in? It's tight, just like me. What? No way someone as tall as him could fit here. So I kinda get why he doesn't. I really do. But still, there's something weird about being the dry one. I tuck a wet strand of hair behind my ear. You know you don't have to stand out there, right? He doesn't answer. For a second I think maybe it's because he didn't hear me, but I know he did. Is he waiting for permission? Or is he just too shy? I'm starting to get used to not seeing his face, which is somehow worse. Because I can't read him. Come on, in the shelter. I shift in the tiny space, pressing my back against the wall. My elbow hits the metal, and there's barely room for me, but I can't just leave him out in the thunderstorm. You can come in here. You can come in me. Later, if you want. I see his posture straighten, but he still doesn't move. Not an inch.
I just get you more wet.
Yeah, you absolutely will.
You barely fit in there.
I shrug. I don't mind. He hesitates. Not like most people do. No, that kind of hesitation would almost be too normal for him. He looks like he's calculating the angles, the closeness, and even the physics of this. And more than that, he's trying not to panic about the idea of being that close to me. He scratches behind his neck, accidentally splashing water across his shoulder. I'm way too tall. I blocked the whole thing. But thanks. Oh, okay. I should have brought an umbrella. I murmur. I should have brought a jacket. He mutters. I don't know what this is, but it's weirdly comfortable. Like I'm not supposed to be this okay with a shy silent biker wall. He just showed up to block the rain for me. But I am. I tilt my chin upwards. What are you doing here? I try to keep it casual, like it's nothing but small talk. But no, it's not really. It's night and there's a thunderstorm. And we're two strangers. I was just riding. Oh, I'd like to do the same. Are you free later? Riding what? He shrugs. Nowhere. I blink. But why stop here? I thought I'd grab a drink. That's clearly a lie. I didn't say it out loud, but my face probably does. The store's closed. I didn't know. I stare at him. The rain taps on the metal awning, ticking like a countdown to how awkward this is. So it's just a coincidence you're here and I'm here. He nods shyly. Yes. Time drags on for a few minutes. The rain's not any better. Actually, I think it's worse now. And yet he still hasn't moved. Lane will come soon and I'm okay, so... You don't need to wait for him. I look up at him. What? You don't need him to get inside. There's something in his voice this time. Something tight in the back of his throat, like he's holding something back. I do. I answer, raising a brow. He's the only one with the key. He doesn't answer right away, but seems to argue with himself behind that helmet. We could check the door again, he says finally. I already tried. I sigh. Maybe I can do something. I squint at him through the rain. What the hell could he do against a locked door? Oh, I already tried multiple times, really. He lifts a shoulder. Still, you're very stubborn for someone I barely know. I mean that in a good way. Mostly. Okay. Maybe moving is better than staying here. Fine, let's go check it again. He moves before I can, like he was already ready to block the rain again. And I follow him, even though I have no clue what he's planning to do. We finally reach the staff door, but at the same time, my phone suddenly buzzes. And I freeze. There's no signal out there. Not since the storm rolled in. I checked earlier. 0 bars? Not even Wi-Fi drift from an apartment window. Nothing. So that buzz hits me like a jolt, like something breaking through that wasn't supposed to. How the hell? I stop walking and pull my phone out of my hoodie pocket. My hands shaking just a little from the cold. The screen lights up. I know you missed me, but chill, I'll be there in 15, didn't ditch you, babe. You're like half an hour late, you asshole. I stare at it. I just received this message now. Okay, maybe a blip got through. One lucky packet of data slipping past whatever the storm's doing. But that also means Lane should be here any minute now. Your coworker texted you. I glanced over my shoulder, surprised. Not because he scared me with his deep voice, but because I'd almost forgotten he was there. He stopped too, not facing me directly, but not looking away either. That wasn't exactly a question. It's more like he already knows. I nod quickly, letting out a nervous laugh. Yes, I just didn't expect the message to come through out here. It was delayed. Probably the storm. He doesn't answer. Okay, that probably looked rude as hell. We barely know each other and I act like he's invisible the second my phone buzzes. Great job, Yinny. I turn my phone upside down. I turn my phone face down in my hand and sigh. Already tired of the text and the casual babe, like this is just some minor delay. I start to reach for the handle. What the hell? What the heck? The neck-breaking sound was wild. That smug little shit thinks he can touch you. I'll rip his throat out and feed it to him. I stop mid-step. Did you say something? No. That was weird. Just not a fan of guys who waste your time. I jiggle the handle, but nothing. See? Locked. I mutter. Biker boy stands a step behind me. His stares locked on the door like it did something to him. I tried the windows earlier. I am, sighing. Trash room, front entrance, it's like the store doesn't want me to work. I laugh softly as I say it. I see. I glance back at him, then nod towards the door. You think you could kick it open? It's a joke, mostly. I mean, he is built like a brick wall, but I'm not expecting anything. He takes a step forward without hesitation. Oh no. What the? Wait. I say, quickly before grabbing his arm. You're actually gonna do it. He freezes, glancing down at where I'm touching him. You said to... I stare at him. It was a joke. It was a misinput. He's not being sarcastic. He's just listening. You were gonna kick a steel door because I told you to. I asked, letting go of his arm. Like I just realized I was still holding it. That's it. His head tilts almost like he's confused as to why I'm confused. Yes. I chuckle. Geez, you're a real good obedient dog. Only for you. Here, now bark. I sigh, glancing back at the door. My manager's gonna kill me if he sees the frame, but it's not like we've got another way in. I pause, second guessing if I'm really about to let him do this, and I step back, giving him room. Lane's still not here, so I think it's only fair. Go ahead. I can't afford to be late. That's all he needs to hear. Well, there goes the door. I blink at the sudden silence. You're officially the strongest guy I know. He shyly steps back into the rain to let me pass.
Am I?
The nervous way his fingers fidget is honestly kind of adorable. I just gave him a compliment, and this poor awkward man has no idea what to do with it. I mean, it's not a huge accomplishment considering the competition is mostly Lane, but still, he doesn't say anything. But I can tell, he's smiling under the helmet. I step inside, holding the door open with my hip. You should wait in here until the storm chills out. A flick of rainwater rolls off his black helmet and lands by my shoe.
I'll drip everywhere.
He answers and points to the broken lock of the steel door.
And I broke that.
The floor's already a mess. I shrug. It's fine, really. I mean, that door was already a piece of junk. I offer him a soft smile. Ronnie Joe would just blame Lane anyway. He gives a shy nod, but his visor doesn't move from the crooked employees only sign.
I'm not loud.
Jeez, this guy's really stubborn. I glance at the door again. You don't really seem like someone who sticks to the rules. I sigh. The warm air inside wrapping around me. Just like how I'll wrap around him. While he's still standing in the cold.
We should go.
He turns slightly, but that's when I remember something. Wait. He pauses. I take a step forward, half out the door again. I almost forgot for yesterday. And for that. He wipes at his visor with his hand. Thank you. I go on. That was weird. You didn't have to step in like that. I'm just glad you showed up when you did. Silence hangs between us for a second. I don't really know what caused it. I clear my throat. I really appreciated it. Biker Boy stared at me, his visor reflecting the white light for a second. There's something weighty in his silence, just like how there's something weighty in his pants. He's thinking too hard about something simple. I try to lighten it. I hope he doesn't show up again. I say with a little laugh, half joking and half not. I'd rather not deal with him a second time.
You won't.
My eyebrows rise a little. Oh, you sound pretty confident.
People like that don't usually try again.
I should probably feel a little bit weird about the answer, I think because he murked him. But instead I just lean a shoulder against the frame of the door and smile. Either way, I owe you one.
I didn't do much.
You did enough, I answer. More than most people would. He takes a small step back, flustered, even if I can't see his face.
I should go check on my bike.
Oh yes, right, of course. Maybe that big guy isn't as scary as he looks.
I'll see you later today, mademoiselle.
And just like that, he turns away and walks off into the rain. His big shoulders hunch slightly under the wet. I wait a second longer, still standing just inside the staff door, watching him disappear towards the side lot. I take a deep breath and step inside. I'm drenched to the bone. I don't wait and immediately peel off my soaked hoodie. I throw it over the heater, hoping it'll dry soon. I walk over to the counter and pull my name tag from the jeans pocket. I clip it onto my shirt automatically, like I've done 100 times. It's routine. The lights are still off, so I flip the switches above the door one by one. The store blinks awake in stages. Aisle lights, freezers humming to life, and an ugly glow from the vending machine in the corner. I check the time on the wall. Still a few minutes before my shift technically starts. I made it on time thanks to Biker Boy. I smile. And of course, Lane's not here. I glance at the counter. There's no empty Red Bull can waiting for me. No half-done paperwork. Just me, the lone employee who actually shows up. I duck behind the register and boot up the system, wipe down the scanner, double check if we're stocked on cigarettes and lighters. It's like muscle memory now and I kinda like it. I hear something. Was that the automatic doors? Is there already a customer? Well, 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 look who it is.
Evening, sunshine.
Lane says, shaking his hair out like a little wet dog. Lane! He steps in like he owns the place, his hands shoved into his pockets.
You're already here.
He looks surprised, but not in a wow, you're so responsible kind of way. More like he wasn't expecting to see me at all. I lean an elbow against the counter. Yeah, started a bit early. He kicks water off his boots as he walks closer.
Why'd you come in through the front though? You're not supposed to.
I didn't, I say, cutting him off gently. I use the staff door. Lane pauses, raising his pierced eyebrow just a little.
I didn't see you there. I was headed to the back. I figured you'd be waiting by the staff door like last time.
He scratches the back of his neck, his wet hair sticking up a bit.
Kinda figured I'd have to let you in, but it was weird when I didn't see you, so I just came around the front instead.
He grabs the Red Bull from the freezer, like he already paid for it. Still looking at me, like something doesn't add up.
So, how'd you get in without a key?
Ooh, we're gonna lie this time. This time we're gonna lie. I glance at the floor, and then at Lane. He's already looking at me weird like he's waiting for some kind of story. So I'm gonna give him one. I think maybe you forgot to lock it. His eyebrow twitches up like that answer caught him off guard.
I forgot to.
Yeah, I say, keeping my voice casual. I just pushed it and it opened right up. I thought you might have left it unlocked by accident when you left yesterday. He leans on the counter, absently moving the can in slow circles.
There's a pause. Not long, just enough to feel it.
Just like how I'm gonna feel him, he answers. I can tell he's not buying it. I offer a small shrug, like he's not that deep. You left after me, and you have the key, I add quickly. So, I figured that was the only explanation. I didn't think too much about it. He furrows his brow and looks towards the back of the store, like he's trying to replay last night in his head.
Pretty sure I locked it.
I moved to the other side of the counter to give myself something to do. Guess not. Maybe you locked the front and just forgot the back. I swallow and hope that's enough to shut this down. He doesn't say anything for a second.
Maybe.
He mutters and takes a sip.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could've. Wouldn't be the first time.
He laughs a little, but he doesn't sound fully convinced. I force a small smile, hoping it sticks.
Well, at least he got in, right?
I let out a breath of relief and give him a friendly tap on the shoulder. Yeah, all good. That was probably too much. He looks at me for a second too long, his lips slightly parted like he's about to say something.
Oh, hands on me already.
Hey, whoa! I roll my eyes, but he's already leaning against the counter with that stupid smirk. Don't get excited. It was a tap, not a proposal. He steps in a little closer to me.
Still counts.
He murmurs, his eyes flicking to mine. I open my mouth, but nothing smart comes out. He chuckles and finally backs off, heading towards the stockroom.
Alright, boss.
He calls over his shoulder.
If you need me, I'll be pretending to work.
Damn it! Just like that, he's gone. Like I didn't just straight up lie to him. I let out a quick breath, mentally shaking off the last bit of that weirdness from our conversation. My eyes catch the usual mess of Ronnie Joe's post-it notes on the counter. It's funny how, even though the manager never sticks around, the store still somehow feels like his mess. Anyway, time to get to work. Woo, work time!
Let's go to the storeroom.
Unlocked, talk to Lane. I find Lane in the stockroom. He's leaning against the counter. His thumb's scrolling on his phone, as if nothing exists outside the screen. That stupid little smirk is already creeping onto his face, but he doesn't look up. I stop a few feet away. Hey, I say. Are you gonna help mop or just stand there pretending you're busy? Nothing. Lane. He lifts one finger and keeps scrolling. And I swear he's doing absolutely nothing on his damn no signal phone. He exhales through his nose.
Huh, weird.
What is?
The sudden urge I have to not answer people when they talk to me. I don't know where I picked that up.
I blink. Are you seriously?
My bad.
He lowers the phone half an inch but doesn't look up.
Was I supposed to answer that?
I cross my arms. Are you really this salty over a missed message? He scoffs, finally sliding the phone into his pocket and looking at me.
I didn't say I was salty. You're the one bringing it up last night.
He leans his head back lazily.
I just figured if you're busy ignoring people, I should return the favor.
I was asleep, you asshole.
You know, mutual ghosting.
I roll my eyes, already on my way to leave. You're being ridiculous.
And you're being suspicious. Did that helmeted guy not text you back either?
I don't answer, hearing his laughter behind me as I step away. Damn, he's mean in this one. You could help me carry one box. Just one. I'll even let you grunt dramatically like you did something. He puts his phone down for 2 seconds.
I could help, yes. I should help, but see. I hate to get in the way of your strong, independent woman arc.
I hate this guy.
You're really determined to make me break a sweat, huh?
Just testing if guilt works on you.
Tragically no, but flirting. That might do it.
I roll my eyes. I'm not flirting. I'm begging you to move like a functioning adult.
Begging? So, is this the part where you get on your knees or...?
Gross. I'd rather get on my knees and lick the floor of the washroom. He smirks even more like he just wants something.
By the way you're on the floor, then that's just the way I like it.
Impossible. Yep, and we're out of dialogue for this man. Okay, so I found out that the cursive writing is Lane's. Cause on his bio sheet on the game page, that's his handwriting that he wrote. So he's the one who knows how to use his tongue. Gross. And a girl? And bro, he quit. Yeah, so this is all the cursive is Lane. Alright, let's go do some work. We'll clean up the blood. You restocked the shelf once. A guy asked if he knew from experience which one was best. You told him the silence kind. Condom display. Ah, lovely. Store entrance. We'll look at... Go to aisle 1. I'll tell this person about the chocolate. Go to the washroom. Inspect the wall. Toilet paper is your best friend after me, of course. Oh, lovely. Look in the mirror. You catch your reflection in the mirror. You smile, but the glass is cracked, slicing your face into pieces. It makes it look like someone else is smiling back. What a line. Clean the stains. You need the right supplies to clean this. And I don't have those, apparently. Go back. No. Go up here. Walk to the alley. Oh, the bike's still here. The bike is bike. Inspect it closely. His bike is parked here, matte black and huge. But there's something weirdly graceful about it too. You don't know much about motorcycles, but this one looks cared for. Like someone actually loves it. There's a streak across its side, a long faded scar. You don't know what it is, but it pulls your eyes. The guy's weird, but his bike is kind of beautiful. Go back. Walk to the staff door. Broken staff door. The guy with the helmet didn't give the lock a chance. Your manager's gonna blow a fuse, so maybe he'll finally put in a real one. Honestly, the store might actually be safer because of it. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Back we go. Did he just leave his bike here and he's not really anywhere else to be found? Back inside we go. Finish the tasks. I think I did everything. Let's continue. My feet hurt, my back is sore, and the mop is still a little red from whatever sticky mess a customer left near the aisle. But I did what I could. Good enough. I walk across the still wet floor and check the post Ronnie Joe left one last time just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, I mumble under my breath, stretching my arms out until my shoulder pops. That's the most of it. I lean against the counter for a second and let out a big yawn, my eyes watering from how tired I feel. Then I glance outside. The rain is hitting the pavement sideways now. The kind of weather that makes even the weirdos stay home. I check my phone. No customers in the last half hour. No more shelves to fix. Perfect. I could almost start to relax. I quickly grab the disinfectant spray and rag from under the counter. All that's left is wiping the top down. The last little ritual that means the night's almost over. I spray a line of cleaner across the sticky edge and start scrubbing in circles. That's when I hear the stockroom's door open behind me and I don't even have to look. Lane walks in. Careful. His voice calls out. The floor's slippery. He walks around the counter and stands beside me. You actually mopped, he said. Eyebrows raised. We could have done it right before closing, you know? I side-eye him, still cleaning the counter. What do you mean by we? Hey, he nudges my elbow with his. I work smarter, not harder. From what I see, you handled it perfectly. Lane leans on the counter, eyeing me like he's trying to read my mood. I would have helped, you know? If you were here, I remind him. He shrugs like, yeah, fair enough. It's easy to forget that under all the bravado, Lane can actually be decent company when he's not trying so hard. But honestly, I don't mind doing the work. Less talking that way. Lane gasps, clutching his chest like I mortally wounded him. That's cold even for you. I'm being nice. This is you being nice. I jot a number on the form, keeping my tone light. You should see me on a bad night. I'd rather not. I'm too fragile. He stretches like he's been working for hours, tapping his heel distractedly against the edge of the counter. You've been weird tonight. He says it casually, but I can catch the flicker of actual interest underneath. I'm just tired. You sure? Usually a little more... He waves his hand vaguely. A little more what? Annoyed with me. I'm trying a new technique. It's called choosing peace. Yes, I will not let your negging work. He lets out a soft laugh, grabbing a lighter from the display on the counter. Can't believe you're robbing me of the one true joy in my life. I roll my eyes and finally look at him fully. You'll live, Lane. A slow burn workplace romance. He says that as he flicks the lighter on and holds up the tiny flame like it's symbolic. Dead in the water before it even had a chance. Didn't know it started. That's the thing about chemistry. Sometimes it's only on one side. He clicks the lighter shut and keeps it in his hand. Doesn't mean it doesn't burn though. Well, maybe you should have been nicer to me. I glance at him. Lane doesn't say anything. Just toys with the lighter a second longer, then sets it back on the display like it never meant anything. But hey, he adds back to his usual grin. I'm used to getting burned. I put the receipt rolls away, then turn and press my back against the counter. Touching. Now get your ass up and learn how to use a mop. Sure, Angel. Wow. I freeze. Not visibly, but just inside. I feel my chest tighten in a familiar way I wasn't ready for. What'd you just call me? I open my mouth to add something, but the automatic doors hiss suddenly. Lane glances past me. Oh, great. I blink, confused and tan. Well, it's altercation time. And I see him. Again. I guess he finally finished checking his motorcycle. Biker Boy's just standing inside aisle 2, dripping from head to toe. Looks like the thunderstorm didn't spare him. He doesn't move, doesn't speak. Just stands there, his helmet slightly tilted down like he's reading something on the floor. But he's not. I can tell. Even through his visor, I can feel his eyes on me. On me and only me. It's like he came back just to see me again. Weirdo's back. I shoot him a look. Lane? He shrugs like what? Then pretends to study the bike still hasn't moved. Yinny. He scoffs, glancing at me with his dumb grin. Doesn't even buy anything half the time, just stands there like a shy teenager boy waiting for... I don't know. Lane? That's enough. He raises an eyebrow like I'm the one being dramatic. What? I'm just asking questions. Isn't that customer service? Too many bikers these days. Lane takes one slow step around the counter. I step forward too without thinking, like I can just intercept whatever he's planning by moving. Just saying. He drawls, keeping his eyes locked on Biker Boy. And while standing around, dripping on the floor like a wet dog, I at least say hi to the nice employee behind the register. Oh no. Alright. And then they start fighting. Lane, seriously, cut it out. He's just a customer. Lane chuckles under his breath. Oh, customer, right. He hasn't finished the sentence. And I don't even know what he means exactly, but I know it isn't good. Just chill. Yeah, Daddy, chill, like that meme. He just walked in. He lifts his hand, smiling like he's just making conversation. I'm chill, I'm chill. They didn't just walk in, he walked in like that. Lane gestures towards the biker like he's some kind of ugly art installation. I open my mouth to say something to defend Biker Boy maybe, or at least stop this. But Lane's already spiraling.
You know what? No. No, this is actually good. I was getting bored.
Enough!
You need a towel?
Lane keeps going.
Or you're planning to track water all over the floor so she has to clean it and you get to watch like a creep. I'm not a creep.
His helmet snaps fast towards me, like he's checking to see if I'm buying what Lane's selling. I'm not, but I can tell he's worried I might be. I can see it in his body language. He's not just ignoring Lane out of peace. He's ignoring him because his focus is me, and I know Biker Boy came for me. Yeah, just like how he'll come in a different way later. Lane knows it too, because just as the biker moves again, taking one more step closer, Lane suddenly shifts and steps in. Right in front of him.
Nope. Not one step closer, helmet boy.
The height difference hits me all at once. Well, here we go again. You two really need to just shake hands. Biker Boy doesn't look like he's here for a fight. It's more like he wanted to get closer to me. I like how the dialogue's different in all the playthroughs. And without meaning to, I'm looking at him softer than I should be. As if to ease the tension, he lifts a hand and waves at me. Oh, cute. Just a few shy fingers like he's only ever seen other people do it in movies and he's not sure if it's dumb. It's not dumb. It's sweet.
Hi again.
Something flips in my stomach and I don't even know why. Lane does not look happy. It's like he said again on purpose to show me he remembered earlier and that it actually meant something to him. Lane reacts before I can.
Oh, again, huh?
Lane mutters, glaring at me.
You two been having midnight bike rides while I was in the stockroom or what?
I feel my body tense. Biker Boy doesn't react immediately, but there's concern. Like he's waiting to see what I'll say, or if I'll say anything at all. A beat of silence passes. Enough for Lane to make sure I know that last line was for me.
You know, Yinny, I asked how you got in earlier. Funny how you forgot to mention your little bike escort, huh?
I'm sorry, don't be mad. I'm doing it for entertainment. My community wants to watch drama and I deliver. Oh God. My eyes flick to Biker Boy too fast. I don't know, I need to see how he's taking this. Bent over, hopefully. He looks down for a second. Disappointed. I didn't say I was with him earlier. I lied. To protect what? Lane's ego? Shit. Now Lane's throwing it back. Every word dipped in that twisted Lane way of saying, I'm mad. But I'm not gonna say I'm mad. Lane laughs, noticing the situation. And his grin deepens like a dog who's just been told good boy.
Yo, don't be so hard on yourself, man. She didn't even mention you. Kinda weird, huh? If you mattered, pretty sure I'd have heard something.
My stomach twists.
I just helped her.
Lane lets out a long, slow whistle.
That's adorable, baby girl. You break in, get all wet for her, and she just pretends you don't freaking exist.
Alright, Lane, come on, back off. God, he never shuts up.
I mean, shit. He even got you not talking anymore. You used to have a spine, Yinny. What the hell happened to you?
I take a slow breath. I'm not even looking at him. He keeps going.
You screwed him yet?
That's it. I turn and his grin falters slightly. Go back to the stockroom, Lane.
Excuse me?
Go do whatever useless shit you were pretending to do before you decide to come out here.
You really get emotional when there's a guy involved, huh?
Lane! I snap. Just shut up. You've been on your phone all night. You haven't done a single thing Ronnie Joe asked, and now you're suddenly playing watchdog because someone did the most important thing you were supposed to do.
Oh, right. Of course. You defend him, and I'm the asshole.
You said it. Not me.
I just think it's funny.
He mutters.
You spend one day with a dude who doesn't talk and suddenly he's your favorite person in the world. Favorite person. Just look at this.
Lane gestures wildly towards the staff door.
He kicked it open, didn't he? Who the hell does that? Who needs to do that?
It was locked.
Okay, yeah. But you could have waited. I don't know. Hit the damn door.
I hit it. Multiple times.
You're good at looking helpless.
Wow, you are so mean in this one.
No wonder he came running.
What does that even mean? Is he seriously mad at me?
You were supposed to be here.
Biker Boy's voice cuts through like a blade.
What? You left her outside, in the storm, while you're off doing nothing.
Biker Boy's defending me. I don't say a word. I just look between them mostly because I have no idea what to say or do. Lane narrows his eyes and barks a laugh.
Yeah? And what? You're not staff? You weren't even supposed to be near that door.
The biker steps forward just a little. And Lane doesn't back up. He leans in too. Now the only thing between them is heat, breath, and whatever's going on behind that helmet.
Shouldn't ask you to be here.
Lane spits.
You're not a freaking man.
Biker Boy tilts his helmet slightly.
No,
he answers calmly. But you're not either. Lane's smile drops. And the silence lands hard between them. Biker Boy lets the words hang there, just long enough before he finishes.
I was there. You weren't.
Lane's jaw tightens.
Oh, okay. So we're keeping score now.
I wasn't just gonna leave her standing out there for hours. His voice doesn't raise, but every word is direct. Like he's slicing through Lane's bullshit 1 inch at a time.
So what? You want a medal?
No, it's just what someone who cares should have done.
Wow. You hear that?
He throws me a look, like I meant to join in on the joke.
He gives a shit.
The biker ignores him. And that, of course, pisses Lane off more.
So, okay, Darth Vader. Let me guess. Some tragic backstory turned you to the dark side.
Lane keeps circling the same point like a dog with a bone, talking about how dangerous it is to let guys like him in the store. I've had enough. I snap. Stop!
Huh? What's your problem?
He's just a customer, Lane. You're blowing this way out of proportion.
Yeah?
He lifts his pierced eyebrow.
Didn't look like just a customer, the way he had you giggling outside.
I wasn't giggling. As he said, you weren't there. Eek.
Whatever you say.
He waves a hand like I'm the one being ridiculous. He didn't do anything to you. You're just pissed because someone else knows how to be decent for 5 seconds. He scoffs.
You're real generous with your loyalty these days.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I know.
I'm just doing my job, Lane. Something you forget how to do half the time. He grins. An ugly grin that probably hides something deeper.
God, women talk so much.
Hey!
You on a mic or something? Pretty?
Hey! Don't talk to me like that. That shuts me up for a second. Excuse me?
You said what you had to say. Cool, got it. We'll move on before your monologue hits Act 3.
I stare at him, not saying anything. Because... what the hell is wrong with him?
Look, if you want to flirt with a serial killer, be my guest. I just think maybe don't do it while you're on the clock, you know?
Ironic. I say as I grab the biker's arm, my fingers curling around the thick muscle of his bicep. It's like gripping a statue. He's surprised but lets me tug him with me anyway. Like he's on a leash. Ugh.
Are you freaking serious right now?
I don't turn around.
Whatever.
I grip Biker Boy's arm a little tighter. For Lane's benefit, and maybe a little for mine.
Have fun. Hope he knows how to use it. Freaking hell.
We disappear down aisle 1, leaving the world's most annoying man behind to stew in his own bruised ego. I don't let go of his arm until we're halfway down the aisle, and even then, I kind of forget to. I clear my throat and finally pull my hand back. Sorry. I mumble as I rub my palm on my thigh like I touched something hot. Yeah, I did touch something hot. Him. Well, kind of accurate. He glances down at me through the visor with visible confusion, like he doesn't fully understand how he got here, but he's not mad about it. He's always been an asshole.
It's okay. I'm not here for him.
I feel the red rising to my cheeks. I cross my arms and look away, pretending to inspect the shelf like I cleaned it earlier like it's the Louvre. Well, I'm here. I manage. Very smart response, Yandere. He shifts a little beside me.
Sorry about the door.
Seriously, it's not a big deal. If it hadn't been the door, Lane would have found something else to be annoying about. Just when I think I might actually finally relax, I hear the clumsy shuffle of footsteps from the front store. Oh no. We both peek around the end of the aisle. A man in his late 50s is stumbling through the automatic doors, cheeks flushed and a smile like he's laughing at a joke no one heard. He yells, pointing his finger at nothing.
I love this place. This friggin' place right here. Best snacks in the country, swear to God.
The biker just watches the drunk man with quiet indifference.
Hey.
The man calls again.
Do you guys still have those little pink donuts? My wife hates them, but I love them.
I step out with a sigh and my best smile. Yeah, we've got those. Come with me. He lights up like I just offered him gold.
Bless your soul, miss.
He takes a step and suddenly pauses.
Whoa. Your boyfriend's so tall I didn't even see him.
He's not my...
Careful out there, pal. Roads are mean after midnight.
He tries to wink, but both his eyes close.
You're even wearing full gear, look at that.
The man slaps a hand against Biker Boy's arm, squeezing it like he's testing for armor. The biker doesn't even move, just stares down at the drunk. Okay, sir, come on.
Yeah, rock and roll.
He's drunk, but I think he means well. What? I'm standing still in the parking lot staring at my phone's screen. And a photo from Ronnie Joe. It's a blurry pic of a printed paper taped crookedly to the board. The new schedule, and right there, in bold black marker, my name is written right after opening shift. Tomorrow. Like in a few hours. Is that a joke? I keep walking, annoyed. Luckily for me, the rain has eased up a bit. The problem? The bus. Should I take it? Yes, you should. Let's go take the bus. Woohoo! By the time I reach the empty station, I'm already one bad vibe away from a meltdown. Of course, there's no one else waiting. I don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I take off my soaking wet hoodie. I'd rather not be sick tomorrow. I sit on the cold metal bench, shifting uncomfortably and check the schedule. 10 minutes until the next bus. I don't like waiting here alone. I don't think I ever will. Not because something always happens, but because once was enough. I take a deep breath. It's cold and raining, so my breath turns into that little cloud right in front of me. My ears are tuned to every little sound that I can catch through the rain. The weird clanking from the construction site across the street. A car rolling too slow. What the? A motorcycle engine shatters the stillness, tearing right over the sound of rain and wind. I blink some water out of my lashes, trying to get a better look at the machine, but mostly at the guy on it. Biker Boy. Of course. He's hunched slightly over his bike, like the world's pressing down on him and he's used to it. I don't even realize I'm holding my breath a little until he slows down near the curb, and Biker Boy cuts the engine just beside the bus stop. not far from where I'm sitting. For a second, it's just the sound of the rain again and the shape of him under the dark. There's a part of me deep in my stomach that should feel uneasy. A big guy on a bike pulling beside a girl sitting alone at night. Weird. I mean, I should feel weird about it. But I don't. And it pisses me off that I don't feel that way. Because it's him. And I barely know him. Idiot? I whispered to myself. I probably wouldn't last 5 minutes in a horror movie. I would not. I'd be the idiot who trusts the mysterious biker boy. Already mentally writing a love story instead of running. Cursing myself, I turn my head towards him. He just kind of sits there for a second. Like he's stuck in his own head, arguing with himself about what to do. What to say and what not to say and how badly he might screw it up. After a moment he gets off his bike and starts walking. There's no reason for him to be here. It's not even close to the highway. There's no gas station around either. It's not the kind of stop you just pass by. And yet here he is again. I smile and lean back against the bench. Are you following me? My voice comes out more casual than I expect. He freezes, clearly caught off guard by me speaking fast. His boots scratch at the dirt like he's already rewriting the whole scenario in his head. And from what I can see, he thinks it's not going well. Cute. After a bit he starts walking again towards the shelter, but stays just outside of it. Like there's an invisible line between us and he's not sure he's allowed to cross it. His helmet tilts towards the bus schedule like it's the most interesting thing in the world. And the bus isn't here yet. He nods. It might be late. That makes me glance at him. Rain and all. It's such a simple thing to say, but he sounds like he was worried I'd be stuck here. Like he came here and only because he figured out that I'd still be here. I scoot over a little on the bench, tapping the empty spot beside me with my palm. You can sit, you know? He hesitates. Not like he doesn't want to. I can tell it's the only thing he wants. But something's holding him back, like he's scared. It's not okay to want it. Still, after a few seconds, he sits. Not close, but not across the planet either. Maybe 2 whole feet between us. Aww, hello. It's weirdly more intimate than if we were closer. We sit like that for a while. The only sound between us being the rain and the steady click-click of my shoe tapping against the concrete. Like how there's a Macca's sign in the background. I want to say something. I should. So I do. I figured you'd be out on your bike this late. I try to sound normal, but it definitely comes out like, please talk to me. He turns his head slightly towards me, his helmet angled just enough to show he heard. Yes. He simply answers. Another silence. I can see how uncomfortable he is. It's not the first time I've noticed this about him, and there's something almost sad about the way he avoids talking to me. Somehow we just end up looking at each other, or at least I think he is. I can see my reflection in the visor. Staring back at myself like an idiot, I look as confused as I feel. His head dips lower for a second, glances at my hands and maybe at my legs. And for a flicker, I think his gaze pauses a little higher up. He probably thinks the helmet hides it. 5 seconds pass, maybe more, and then like we're synced or something. We both look away at the exact same moment. I pretend to fix my sleeve, and he pretends to care about the bus schedule. I even bite the inside of my cheek to stop myself from smiling. No idea why I even want to. God, this is so awkward. I cross my arms on instinct, then uncross them because it feels weirdly defensive, and tug down again my sleeves instead, like that'll help me. Neither of us speaks, we just watch the rain starting to hit the glass in the shelter harder. Oh! Go with him harder. When I take a glance back at him, I wish I could actually see his face. Me too, I'm really curious as to what he looks like under the helmet. You cold? He asked, not looking at me. His deep voice cuts through the silence so suddenly it catches me off guard. Not really. I shrug. I am. And that's when he finally dares to look at me. And he looks a bit disappointed by my answer. Like he was secretly hoping I'd say yes. Just so he could play out one of those little scenarios he's been imagining since earlier. I ruined it. Maybe I should say I'll do something first this time. Make up for it a little. Let's ask something. Yeah. I can't just sit here and pretend I'm not curious anymore. His helmet, his age, his name. Helmet. Why do you always wear the helmet? The question's been sitting with me for a while now. And something about the quiet between us makes it feel okay to ask. He doesn't answer at first. The silence stretches and I wonder if I made things weird by asking that. I just do. It feels colder all of a sudden. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. I glance over at him, trying not to stare too long. You sleep in it too? I joke gently. That actually gets his attention. Maybe I hit a nerve, or maybe he's just not used to being joked with. What? Of course not. I relax a bit, chuckling. You know, I say, nudging the conversation forward. Most people take their helmets off when they're not riding. It shifts like the bench is uncomfortable. Or maybe it's the conversation that is. I'm not most people. Is it like a secret identity thing? Only an awkward throat clear answers me. The silence feels heavier now. Not awkward, just closed. Sorry, I've just always wondered what you look like. I notice his tattooed hands flexing on his knees. You wouldn't like it. Why not? I blink. What? My face. It hits me harder than I thought it would. I look at his black helmet again, then at him. I want to see his face. Not because I think it's some big mystery, but because it's his. And because he won't show it and I don't know why. And I want to, but I also get the feeling that if I say the wrong thing now, that wall between us will get taller. He's already retreating behind it again, I can feel it. Tell him he's wrong. You don't know that. You don't know what I like. He looks at me.
I know you like hot chocolate.
How does he know that? How did you know that? I ordered that at the beginning of this route with Amelia. It's so random I almost laugh. But the way he says it like it's a fact about me, that he knows, stops me cold. Because I do. I do like that. It's stupid, but I drank one a month ago. The day before everything started going weird. What? How'd you know that? He fumbles a second too long for an answer.
Lucky guess.
My hands are suddenly very still on my lap. I look down at them, then at him again, trying to figure out how to process that. He awkwardly clears his throat.
About my face.
His voice doesn't sound like he actually wants to talk about it. More like he's reaching for the first thing he can say that isn't what we were just talking about.
I still think you wouldn't like it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to think right now. Yeah, what the hell? There's pressure building inside our wall and behind my ribs. Not fear. But he seems to know these things about me. Things I never told him. I'm probably making it more complicated than it is. You're weird, but that's not because of your face. Still, I want to ask what he means. What wouldn't I like? What happened to his face? What's so bad that he thinks no one could look at it and say,
Thanks.
I laugh and lean back against the bench. You should let someone like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, me. Me, I'm here. I see the bus coming from way down the road. A pair of soft yellow headlights swimming through the rain. I sigh a little and stand up, brushing off the back of my jeans and making sure my coins are still in my pocket. It's not for now. Behind me, I hear the creak of the bench. Biker boy stands too. I glance over just out of habit. He's already looking towards the road, then at me and quickly away again. The bus pulls up with a low hiss and I can already see the shadows of some tired passengers inside. I pull on my coins already halfway, stepping forward as the door creaks open. Well, I murmur without really looking at him. I guess that's that for me. See you. I take another step towards the curb. But that's when I feel something warm close around my wrist enough to make me stop.
Wait.
I freeze and look back. Biker boy stands close now. His visor, reflecting bus lights, painting eerie faces that flicker and fade. Yeah?
I can take you.
Yeah, you can take me if you know what I mean. On my bike. I look down at my hand. I'm not sure if he realizes he's slowly sliding his thumb across my palm now. Like it calms him down, and it helps him think through touch.
If you want, it's not far, and I just thought that bus. Sometimes there's weird people on it.
I smile. You're saying you're the normal one.
No, I mean, yes.
I feel his fingers gently twist and play with mine, like a kid trying not to be nervous. I laugh and let him do it without really knowing why.
I mean, it'd be faster too.
I take a look behind him at his motorcycle parked just a few feet from us. The rain is slipping off the seat, and there's also a soft puddle under the wheels. But I'll still be in the rain.
Oh, that's right.
Silence. He's still fidgeting my fingers, maybe in his thoughts trying to find something to respond with. Something clever or convincing, but nothing comes out. Instead, his thumb presses gently into my palm, just once. A small gesture that says, "Please stay." Alright, we'll go with him. I glance at the bus. The driver exhales loudly through his nose, watching us lazily with a look that says, "Are you getting on or what?" I meet his eyes through the open door, then I shake my head. He throws his hands up like I've ruined his entire night.
Always wasting my time.
He mutters, just barely audible through the hiss of the doors. The bus pulls off, tires dragging through the wet asphalt, and just like that it's gone, and then it's just the two of us. I turn back. Oh, he's so close now. Biker boy still hasn't let go of my hand, but now he's completely frozen. Almost like he doesn't believe what just happened. He lifts his hand slowly. Aww. High enough that our hands hover in the air between us together.
I'm so happy.
I glance up at him and blink. His voice is a bit deeper than usual, but I know right away that he means it. Really, really means it. Just don't go too fast, okay? I've never been on a bike before. I admit, a little embarrassed. Like ever.
I'll be gentle.
You sure? I raise a brow. You look like the kind of guy who goes 90 on empty roads.
No, I go faster than that on empty roads.
That makes me laugh. A real laugh from the chest. That's reassuring. He shyly lowers our hands like he's afraid to drop something fragile. There's a bit of silence. The rain keeps tapping on the grass around us. You like bikes that much?
Yes.
Why?
Because of someone I knew.
I really think that like we knew Amelia and Lane and the biker boy, and then something's like messed with our memory and the timeline. Oh, he starts walking. Not ahead of me, but with me. Pulling me gently along towards his bike like I'm some princess. As we reach the bike, he finally lets go of my hand to unhook something from the back. Another helmet. Why is that one cracked? It's red, the color of dried cherries. The motif seems to represent sharp teeth or a demon's face. The visor is dark blue, scratched and cracked in one spot. Not too bad, but enough to see that it's obvious it's been through a few scrapes. There's a small dent near the top like it's been dropped before or maybe thrown. I stare at it for a long second, and there's this weird feeling. A whisper just on the edge of my memory. Have I seen that helmet before? Maybe on TV or in a movie? Or maybe just on someone passing by. Oh, now it's sus. I can't really tell. It feels oddly familiar. But the memory slides away before I can grab it. Biker Boy stares at it too for a second, then back at me. Like he's thinking about something, but decides not to. Wait, did he always carry a second helmet? Or did he bring it just in case I said yes? I mean, maybe it makes sense. He offered the ride, he brought an extra helmet. Almost feels like a plan. But maybe he gives people's rides all the time. Maybe it's not about me at all. Yandere, you want it to be about you? I'm just saying it doesn't suit him. Ugh. I hate how my brain runs like this.
It's kind of broken.
I glance at the visor. The crack is definitely there.
Maybe you shouldn't use this one. It'd be safer if you take mine.
I shake my head. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure I'll live. No, it's okay, I say, reaching out and touching the smooth red shell. I grab it and feel the weight of it, a little heavier than I expected. You said you weren't going fast anyway, so I can take the red one.
Yes, don't worry. I've never crashed.
For some reason, I believe him, because he says it like it's true. And also because he looks like it's true too. Besides, you wouldn't want me to see your face anyway, I add with a small smile. I slide the helmet onto my head, careful with the cracked visor. It kind of smells like him. He steps closer.
Can I? That helmet is annoying to put on.
I nod. I never worn a bike helmet before, so I don't really know what to expect. I hand it over and he moves close, carefully lifting it and lowering it slowly over my head. It brushes my ears as it goes on, and then it's resting there, not fully secured yet. He reaches under my chin, making me look up at him, or at least looking at the black void where his face should be. I catch my own reflection in the visor, wondering what's really under there. What color are his eyes? Does he have scars? Piercings? Or is he just some normal dude hiding behind all that plastic and glass? Have we met before? He freezes for half a second, then goes back to fiddling with the chin strap.
No, we don't.
I feel his hands, but right now they move like he's never fastened one in his life. Yeah, I don't know what answer I expected anyway. Maybe that helmet is annoying.
I'm just distracted.
I blink up at him, still tilted back with the helmet half clipped. By what? He lowers his head slowly. His visor is lined up exactly where I really don't want it to be. Oh my god. Was he staring at my... Was he looking at my boobs the whole time? I feel my face go hot under the helmet. Trapped in this awkward bubble between us where I can't even step back because his hands are still right there. He's tall and I'm short. He's trying to clip something under my chin. Where else is he gonna end up looking? Ugh, boys will be boys, I guess. Just when I open my mouth to say something, click, the chin strap finally snaps into place. There, he mutters before stepping back. As my fingers brush over the smooth plastic, I shove that awkward moment out of my head. It's not like I was being creepy. So no point in making this any weirder than it already is. I look over at him, his leg already walking back to the bike like nothing happened. Swinging a leg over the seat like it's nothing. He settles on it, pulling on thick black gloves before slouching forward over the gas tank. I guess it's my turn. I walk up next to it. The thing's huge, just like how he is. Way bigger than I thought up close. But I guess if you're that tall, that's just what fits. I put one foot on the peg and try and sling my leg over it. I make it halfway. And then I don't. My boot slips and I lose my balance for a second, stumbling back onto the pavement like an idiot. Definitely not beginner friendly. Okay, I say, trying to save face. Your bike is too huge. He watches me to see if I'll try again.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say she? He puts a hand on his visor like he knows how dumb it sounds, but can't lie about it.
Yeah.
I blink. You named your bike.
Scarlet.
Scarlet. That's pretty. Why?
To have a little company.
It's such a simple answer. But somehow it's the saddest thing I've ever heard in such a plain voice. I look at him for a second, and suddenly the weird, quiet, tall guy who barely talks feels a little less like a stranger, and a little more like someone real. Just a little. I see. But why not a guy bike then?
Because I'm on top of her.
Well, I choke on a laugh I can't hold back. Must be tough.
She likes it.
I swing my leg over, gripping the seat with my knees, and finally I'm on. I'm kind of proud of myself. Biker Boy flicks the ignition, and his Scarlet roars to life. I take a breath. Okay. I'm really doing this. Riding off with a guy I barely know. This is either going to be really cool or really scary. Whoa, look at him. Hey, yo. Woo. That's the first ride of your life. Or the second, I don't remember. Your reflection in the puddles is crooked. So is his. You're just behind him, clinging to him like your life depends on it. You're probably afraid of falling even though he said he wouldn't go too fast. For someone like him, he seems A little nervous being that close to you. Put your hands lower. Yeah, let's do that. Whoa! Wow, here I am. Grabbing a whole boober. He hasn't said a word since he got on the bike. He probably won't. Did you notice that words aren't his thing? Hard not to, huh? But the way his shoulders tense when you wrap your arms around him. The way his hands grip the handlebars tighter. The way I grip him tighter. That said more than 1,000 words ever could. He rides fast but not reckless. Not tonight. And certainly not for himself. He doesn't know how to care about that. What he does know is how to care about you. Aww. Does he ride faster when he's alone? If only I could hear him from that far away. Yes, probably. Fast enough that the lines blur. Fast enough that the wind bites. Fast enough that if he crashed, he wouldn't get back up. Because when he's alone, who would it matter to? The bike still growls, the engine still aches to run. Maybe that's the point. Maybe riding too fast is the only time he feels anything at all. You don't know it yet, but he's not trying to get anywhere. He just doesn't know where else to be. You don't know what he's thinking either. You can guess, but that's all that is. Guesses. Maybe he's thinking about how your hands feel on him. About how you smell or how you didn't hesitate when you said I can take you. Or maybe he's not thinking at all. Yeah, you can take me alright. He told me that. Sometimes he still has to pull over. Not because he's tired, but because his eyes are full of things that aren't what's in front of him. You feel like there's something in him that wants to say thank you. But he's a man who doesn't know how to say things. So he rides. And lets the road speak for him. And we're here! The engine dies with a low rumble, leaving us in the sudden quiet of my street. I don't move right away. My legs feel stiff, and I still feel the wind rushing past my neck even though it's gone. He gets up first and steadies me as I slide down. My head tilts and I feel a little disoriented, but it fades. He takes off his gloves, and I pull off the red helmet, shaking my hair loose from under it. Wow! I laugh, running a hand through my hair. That was actually really cool. I'm way faster than the bus.
I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. I've never even been around the roads here. Like past the old gas station. I didn't even know it looked like that around my... What's going on? I feel it like a chill through my clothes. Around my building. Wait, you rode me home? But I never told you where I lived. Well, the bottle of water on the stairs yesterday, I add. That was you too, wasn't it? He nods.
I saw you yesterday when I was riding around. I remember the street, that's all.
It makes sense. Sort of. No, it doesn't. I mean, it's not impossible. He rides a lot. Probably knows the streets better than anyone, and yesterday I was outside walking home. Maybe he passed by without me noticing. No. I never heard of his motorcycle. Was he stalking me? There's this uneasy feeling in my stomach. You just happened to see me.
Yeah.
Is that true? I mean, if he really wanted to be creepy, he had his chance. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe. I give him a look, somewhere between graceful and suspicious, and force a small laugh. Okay, guess you got a good memory.
I didn't mean to scare you.
You didn't. I mean, yeah, you didn't.
Crap. Can I get your number?
My stomach flutters like I'm 15 again. The guy just passed me a note in class. He wants my number. I tuck some hair behind my ear, trying to hide the smile tugging at my lips. I'm ridiculous. Getting all giddy just because the guy whose face I never even seen asked for my number. But he dropped me off at my exact building. Which is kind of worrying. My fingers twitch over my phone in my pocket. Should I give it to him knowing that? Or not? Give him your number. Don't give it. Ooh.
Give him my number.
Oh, yeah, sure. I fumble for my phone. My fingers are still weirdly clumsy. Maybe from the ride, or maybe because it's just weird being asked for my number at midnight by a guy who just drove me home on a motorcycle. I unlock it, glance up at him and start reading off the digits. He pulls out his phone and for the first second I don't think much of it. Just another phone. But then the light from the screen hits the case. It's pink. And chipped on the corners like it's been dropped a few times. There's also a glittery sticker on the back. I think it's a unicorn or maybe a cat. Hard to tell in this light. Okay, I'm not judging, but not really what I pictured for him. Still, I don't say anything. People can have whatever phone cases they want. You can just send me a message, I say with a smile. So I have your number too. I wait, and wait. Maybe his screen froze or maybe he didn't catch my number right. No, I see his thumb hovering over the keyboard. He keeps staring at his screen like the letters on the screen are written in a language he doesn't speak. Everything okay? His thumb twitches and he glances at me. I hesitate for a few seconds, and I just ask, do you actually not know how to type on your phone? I say it softly, to make it not sound mean.
I prefer calling.
I tilt my head. You mean like you don't know what to say?
I mean, I don't know how to write.
That makes me freeze. You don't know how to write? I repeat, careful not to let it sound like judgment. Just surprise. Did you drop school or something?
Yes.
I feel like he's still not meeting my eyes. He's clearly embarrassed by that. He doesn't know how to read because he dropped high school or because he's not human and he doesn't know human language. Maybe he thinks this changes something. That it lowers his worth, or I don't know. I mean, that's weird, but not a big deal, right? I smiled gently. Well, I can teach you. What? You gave me a ride. I can give you the alphabet. He lets out the smallest, most awkward laugh I've ever heard from him. He nods quickly, like caught off guard by kindness. Alright. You know, for someone to call me Mademoiselle, I really picture you writing poetry in French or something.
I heard it in a love movie. I didn't even know how to write it.
A love movie? God, that explains so much and somehow makes my chest feel warm and weird all at once. I'm probably blushing as hell right now, but still. I try to sound normal. Give me that. I hold out my hand. He hesitates and slowly places his phone in my palm. There's no password, so I unlock it and swipe to the messages app. The last message there is a month old. My fingers fly over the keyboard like it's second nature. What should I type though? I know. He watches me like he's studying some kind of magic. I hit send and hand the phone back. Now you texted me. He looks down at the screen and I see the faint glow of the message reflected in the dark visor.
BB.
Short for Biker Boy. It suits him, honestly. Something clicks in my brain a second too late. It sounds like... It's almost... baby. I blurt out. I was already blushing, but now I made things worse. Sorry. I wasn't... I didn't mean it like that. I mean, not in a weird way, I just...
It's okay. I love it.
Oh,
Wait.
he clears his throat before typing something. After 1 second, I receive a message on my phone. It says WZ. What's that?
One zone.
It's like...
Hang out. Ride. Waste time. Together.
Oh, I look up at him. Want a zone? I repeat. Then smile. So that's your code. He nods. Alright, baby. So next time you want to hang out, just text me. He lowers his helmet and types again. I laugh under my breath. You didn't even wait. That was fast.
Yes.
He steps back and swings a leg over Scarlett. Settles into the seat like it's part of him. I step back too, arms folded, watching him. Night, baby.
Night.
He tilts his helmet towards me before riding off, swallowed by the night. Just like how I'm gonna swallow him. And I stand there alone on the sidewalk a little longer, smiling like an idiot. I'm already thinking about when he'll send the text. I push the door open with my shoulder and step inside the building. It's quiet in the entrance hall, and everyone's still probably sleeping. I don't stop walking. I pass the mailboxes on the right. Mine's probably stuffed again. Bills, reminders. Maybe something with my name handwritten, which will be worse. I pretend I don't see it. I stop right in front of my door and glance towards the lock. What do I even have? Half a packet of instant noodles, some rice, 1 egg, and maybe a can of beans if I didn't already eat it. I sigh, then start unlocking my door when...
Your boyfriend?
I freeze. My fingers twitch around my keys, but I don't turn them. I look over my shoulder. It's a different conversation. She's standing right behind me, barefoot on the tile like she does that kind of thing all the time. Her hair's longer than I remember, greasier maybe, or maybe it's just the light. What? She lifts her chin a little and smirks. The same smirk she got from her brother, or maybe he got it from her, doesn't really matter. That big guy with the helmet. What's his name? I don't answer it right away. I hate how fast my brain starts flipping through options like I owe her an explanation, like I'm supposed to name people just because someone asked. I glance at my door. Still an escape I haven't taken. You're watching. Please. I have better things to do than watching you. I just heard the engine. He's not my boyfriend. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you. Yeah, you just didn't text or say anything. Didn't think you'd care. Right. Because I'm heartless. That's the story now. I press my lips together. Her words sting, but she says them like they don't mean anything. So what? Don't be stupid. What's his name? I hate how dumb I suddenly feel. Wow. You don't know his name. What happened in a month to make us hate each other? I cross my arms. It's not like that. What is it like then? You just let men drive you around now, no questions asked. Great, exactly how I want to end my night. I call him BB. The second it leaves my mouth, I regret it. BB. She blinks that lets out a full, sharp, and ugly laugh. BB? Jesus Christ, you gave him a nickname. Is that supposed to mean baby boy or something? I look away. Biker boy. And she steps even closer. Honestly, you're embarrassing. What the hell? Why are you so mean to me? You're not in high school anymore. This isn't hot, it's dumb. You're letting a stranger drive you around, you don't even know his name. My jaw tightens. You think I'm stupid? I think you want something so badly, you're willing to ignore what's right there in front of you. Are you talking about Lane? Are you done? She looks at me. Her blue eyes narrow for a moment, something shifts behind them. Yeah, she mutters, and takes a step back. I'm done. I sigh. Guys like that don't like girls like you. God, isn't that DNA to say they're done and just keep talking? I turn my head. What do you even mean by girls like me? Grow up.
BB, Christ.
You'll grow up. You attacked me out of nowhere.
You're smarter than this.
She turns around and walks back inside her apartment like she didn't just crack my chest open with a butter knife and walk away with the blood. I stare at the door for a second after it closes. Then I turn back to mine and finally shove the key into the lock and twist. The door swings open with that familiar creak. I step inside and close it behind me, then take off my shoes and turn on the light. My hoodie slides off onto the floor somewhere near the entrance. I'll deal with it later. My legs move on autopilot into my room. I drop face first into the mattress and melt into it like I've just been released from prison. My brain still feels like it's buzzing from the arguing and from Lane's voice. I press my face deeper into the pillow and groan against the fabric. I could stay here forever. But my stomach has other plans. I turn my head to the side and sigh. I should eat something before sleeping. End of shift 2. And that was Biker Boy's route. There's a couple of endings I want to go and check out though. And then there's a couple of variations that I wanted to explore. Alright, first little thing that I want to check. What happens if we don't give him our number? I hesitate. Not because I hate him or I'm scared. It's just, this is fast. Too fast for me. I open my mouth and immediately realize I have no actual answer. I don't usually... Then stop. God, that sounds like such a dumb excuse. I shift awkwardly, scratching the back of my neck and keep talking anyway. It's not that I don't... I think just maybe... I kinda hate that he's not feeling the silence because it makes it worse. I exhale a breath through my nose and finally crack a crooked smile. Maybe you should do something more convincing before I give you my number.
Oh, you're right.
He nods to himself, and I notice his leg trembling a little, but he presses flat to the pavement trying to play it cool.
I mean, I didn't. I wasn't trying to... Sorry, I don't know.
It's okay, I say gently. I just don't really give my number to people, not right away.
I get that. That's a good thing.
I give him a little smile. I mean it, because he didn't get weird or pushy, and that's kinda rare these days. It turns out he's not as worrying as I thought.
Can I give you a ride to work tomorrow? Just to maybe earn your number?
He's sweet. For a second I almost say yes, but I already have plans. It'd have been nice, but I'm not heading straight to the store tomorrow. There's a pause.
Why? Where are you going?
I had to swing by Lane's place first. He has the spare keys. Another pause. Longer this time.
You're going to his place?
Yes? It doesn't sound like a question. More like a check. Like confirming something you already decided was a problem. A problem? Yes. We have an early tomorrow and Lane's always late, so...
You shouldn't be picking up someone else's job like that.
I blink. It's not really a big deal. I'm used...
You're doing his work for him.
I'm just grabbing keys.
That's not your responsibility.
What the? Didn't know you cared about my work hours. He has an answer to that.
Don't go there.
I frown, confused. Why not?
You don't need to show up at his door. He should bring the keys himself.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, it's not really Lane's fault. He went home, and Ronnie didn't text us the schedule until way after closing. After he had already gone home. Something about the way he says it rubs me the wrong way. I let out a laugh, trying not to sound too annoyed. That's not really how Lane works. He doesn't even wake up for alarms. I feel something tighten in my chest, but I tell myself it's just the way he talks. He's not mad. Not yelling either, but I don't know. It's not a big deal, I repeat. He lives close by, albeit.
It is to me.
I stare at myself in his eyes. I look like I should apologize for something I didn't do. Try and soften the moment. I don't want to make it into a thing. It's probably just a weird moment, a weird reaction. I said words to Ronnie Joe and lived. I should try and make him smile or say something that proves he's not being serious. Hey, it's not that deep. Don't be jealous. I laugh softly. I give it a beat, thinking maybe he didn't hear me. Seriously, Lane's like a lazy dog. He barely knows how to...
Did I ask you what you think?
Hey, whoa, you can't talk to me like that. The words land like ice water. My mouth is still half open. Was that seriously enough to piss him off? It was a joke. I just think...
You need to think. You need to listen.
Dude! I close my mouth this time. The silence between us thickens, the kind where I feel like I did something wrong but I'm not sure what. I look away just for something to do, because I feel stupid.
I don't like the idea of you doing extra work. It's not fair for you.
Oh. It's like he's frustrated at Lane, not me. Doesn't matter, you still can't talk to me like that. You could have just said that.
Sorry.
It's okay. I notice you're not good at words. He clears his throat nervously.
I wish I was. Every time I speak, I feel like I messed it up with you.
I blink again, but softer this time. At least you're trying. I say, nudging him gently with my hand against his arm.
I'm worse when it's about you.
I take a few steps towards the building.
Already?
I smile a bit sheepish. I'm sure we will see each other tomorrow. He huffs a small laugh through the helmet. I'm standing near the front door now. Night, BB.
BB?
Biker boy? Also sounds like baby, so double meaning. You're welcome.
Did she just call me baby? Night.
The scarlet rumbles under him as he starts the engine. He nods at me and then pulls away. I stand there and watch the taillight fade down the street. Still not sure what that whole ride even was. But I'm still smiling. And didn't stop until the door clicked shut behind me. Is it the same chat with Amelia? Yep, it sure is the same chat with Amelia. But yeah, the one where she just like insults us. Okay, well, if that's the case, we're gonna come back here first, and instead of softening the moment, this time we'll get a little sharper. And that's when I stop smiling. He pisses me off. I even wonder if I heard it wrong. But no. Okay. But it's not your shift, it's not your problem. Lane's got the keys. If I don't go, the store doesn't open.
You're not going.
What the hell? Am I supposed to just go along with that? That's not how it works. You don't get to tell me where I can and can't go. We don't know each other like that. You don't have that kind of say over me.
You think you're being strong, but you're being stupid.
Hey! Are you serious?
Text him. Tell him to leave the key somewhere. I don't give a shit where. You don't need to be going over there.
My mouth opens. I don't even know what to say yet.
He's not your boyfriend. He's not your boss. You're not his maid.
I stiffen. That's not wrong. I have been doing everything. Yeah, Lane has been kind of a lazy POS. Carrying the shifts, the cleanup, the key swaps, the reschedules. Ugh. You don't know what the job is like.
I know what that guy's like. You let people walk all over you and you think it's normal. You think it's your job to fix their shit. That's why people like him stick around. Because you don't say no.
I feel my jaw clench. You're not that great either at the moment. The part of me that knows this is true just gets smaller and angrier. That doesn't mean I need you acting like I'm your girlfriend or something. You're not my husband. That one lands, and he pats at his sweatpant pockets, helmet turned enough just to avoid eye contact.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem.
What?
You'd rather be his good little
Dude? He stops. Literally stops himself like someone just yanked his leash. I hear the rain again like it was muted the whole time. What just happened? Something weird is definitely going on. Sorry. It's almost shy. I glance up at him. He looks smaller now.
I didn't mean to talk to you like that.
Was it stress? I can't lie, part of me knows he wasn't wrong. He just said it in the worst possible way. And sounded like someone who's jealous of the way I even exist near someone else. You don't have to explain. It just caught me off guard, that's all. It's not the lie. Or not the full truth either. Maybe that's all it is. He just expresses himself badly. Right?
I should go.
I nod once just to get him moving. He turns towards Scarlett, avoiding eye contact like I just pulled him over for speeding. He then puts his gloves on, ready to leave, but the tension's still there. And I don't want to carry it upstairs. I don't want this gross awkward vibe to follow me into my building, my room, and my head. So just before he climbs into the bike, I clear my throat. Take care, BB.
BB.
Let's not start this with bad vibes. It's already weird enough. That finally makes him look at me. The shadow of his helmet shifts on the ground, and I feel his eyes land on mine, even though I can't see them.
Yes. You're right. You decide for yourself.
He swings his legs over. He swings his leg over and revs the engine, and pulls off into the street. I stay there for a few seconds longer, watching the spot where he disappears. My heart beating faster than it should. I meant what I said. Let's not start this with bad vibes. But I feel like I saw something real in him. Too real, maybe. As I go upstairs, I think. I don't really know him. At all. And then it's the same chat with Amelia again. And then it's the end of the shift. Alright, let's explore other options. Because there are a bunch of other ones around here. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more route sweep to just sort of pick up some other little extra bits and pieces that we're missing. And then we'll go and revisit some other scenes, just to get like different options. Alright, this time, because last time I didn't reply to Lane, so this time we will reply. I hover my thumb over the screen.
Hey gorgeous, not that I care or anything, but you good?
Ew! Oh, I type out a quick response before I can talk myself out of it. Funny. I wait a moment to see if he answers. When I'm about to give up, I get a notification.
You didn't answer, so I had a very intense bonding moment with my right hand.
Are you 15?
No, 24. I was gonna come on time today, but you just gave me a reason to. Let's go on a date, babe.
What the? A date? I wait a few more minutes, but he doesn't answer. I smile despite myself and toss the phone aside. That's the thing about him. He's not a good guy, but not a bad one either. He just sort of shows up. Sometimes with a flirty joke, sometimes with a lie. The worst is when he combines both. But I have to admit, on nights like this when the sky's turning the color of bruises and the rain's pouring down, it feels kind of nice to know someone's out there waiting. Even if it's just Lane. Alright, let's get to work. We'll look through the peephole first. Mr. Garrison's place. Mr. Garrison lives here. He once knocked on your door, asked if you had any butter. He kindly told you he was baking a vanilla cake. A very nice gesture, I suppose. I think he just wanted to talk to you. Amelia's. The door looks the same, but something behind it changed. Something is definitely weird. Something is going on. Alright, let's take a shower. And we are going to work. I'm gonna skip the chunks of like the dialogue that we've seen already. Alright, so I skipped to work and the initial conversation with Lane, because we've already seen that in the Lane route. But this time, I'll tell him it's the worst date idea ever. I stare at him deadpan. This is seriously the worst date idea I've ever been on, and I haven't even walked into the room yet. He grins. Something that says, yeah, I know, but I also don't care.
Worst.
Lane repeats, hand to his chest.
That's crazy, putting so much effort. I was cleaned in there.
I let out a breath that's half laugh, half disbelief. Clearly.
I am me.
He says, tapping his own chest like duh.
I thought girls loved authenticity, run after money.
I shoot him a glare, but didn't bother answering to that. So you picked a stockroom?
The stockroom.
He corrects.
Come on, it's got ambience.
I shake my head. It's barely even a date, but it's Lane. Which means it's weird, dumb, and maybe a little fun. Besides, there's something about how badly he wants it to be cool even when he acts like he doesn't.
Come on, babe.
He pushes the stockroom again and holds it for me.
Let me disappoint you properly.
And I go, smiling just a little, just to see what the hell we're gonna do there. We're gonna skip forward a little bit. And this is now the truth or dare scene. However, because we weren't like super lovely to Lane, I think some of the options are locked out for us. So yeah, instead of being able to pick dare this time, we have to pick truth. I chew my lip. Truth.
Coward.
Shut up. He leans forward, playing nervously with the empty can with one hand. Weird. I don't think I've ever seen him nervous before.
What's something you actually like about me?
I laugh. Pass.
No passes allowed.
He grins. He's so cute.
You agree to the rules.
Like or tolerate?
Come on.
I consider it for a second. What do I like about him? I do like his dumb jokes. Nothing comes to mind. I take a second to think. Not because there's so much to pick from. It's more like sorting through the chaos of Lane's personality to find one thing that doesn't make me roll my eyes. Okay, I finally say, leaning back a bit. Your sense of humor. He looks stunned for a second. Like he expected me to say nothing, or when you're not here, when it's not gross. I add flatly. He puts a hand to his chest like I just stabbed him.
Ouch. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
He leans back.
Holy shit, see? You can actually say stuff like that to me. I knew you loved me.
Obviously, only your normal sense of humor, I clarify, lifting a finger before taking another sip of my drink.
Oh, right. Forgot you're a woman.
Hey!
That's why the good jokes fly over your head.
Okay, Lane, this casual sexism has to stop. You're very pretty, but I won't stand for this. I lower my drink slowly and just stare at him. Did you seriously just say that to me?
God, you're so sexy when you're mad.
I throw his empty can at his face. He dodges it, laughing at me like the idiot he is. Jeez, Lane!
What? I'm sure you liked it.
I hated every word of it. Lane smiles.
Now you're telling lies, I'm calling the manager.
Go ahead, I say. Ronnie Joe will hang up the second he hears your voice.
True, but still, I feel like he'd be proud of me.
A sigh escapes between my lips and Lane stretches his legs out in front of him. The insufferable smirk of his softens for just a moment.
Thanks,
he says, and for once it's filled with only sincerity.
You know, for real. That was a nice one.
You were literally fishing for compliments, I remind him.
And I caught a big one. He points to himself with a smirk. Careful with the compliments next time. I might blush.
You already were blushing, you weirdo. I shake my head, but something in me feels warm. Like maybe I don't mind being here as much as I thought I did.
Alright, princess.
He leans back against the shelf.
Your turn.
I've no idea what I'm gonna ask him, but I guess I'll figure it out. Alright, so, truth or dare, Lane?
Well, you want blood, he says. I can feel it.
Maybe. He rubs his chin, pretending to weigh his options.
Truth.
After all that crap he gave me for choosing truth. And I'm the coward.
It's just strategic,
he corrects, tapping his temple.
Gotta feel you out before I commit to dares,
And feel me out you will. Alright, I think this is where he tells us about the girl, right? Okay, so we're gonna skip forward for this a little bit. This time we'll comfort him, we'll be nice. Yeah, the rest of the date we've already seen before in the Lane route, so we are just gonna keep moving forward. So up to here, last time we got to actually do the dare with him, as in drink the vodka bottle. This time we don't get to. So we have no choice but to refuse. I still don't move an inch. No, Lane. He gasps, and then points at me with a finger.
She said it. She actually said it.
I roll my eyes and step towards the open door, ready to leave him and his dumb plan behind. I have work to do, I add. And I don't even like alcohol. And just as I reach the doorway, he pushes it shut with one palm, and leans against the door, blocking the way with that smug look plastered all over his face.
Where do you think you're going?
I move to push past him, but he shifts and blocks again. Lane, move! He cocks his head.
You coward.
Just a responsible employee, I groan, stepping forward and pressing against his arm, but doesn't even make him move.
No balls.
I'm a woman.
Exactly.
Ugh,
don't be dramatic,
he says.
One sip isn't gonna kill you.
I shove at him again, both hands flat on his chest this time. But again, he's deliberately blocking me with his stupidly tall body. You're in my way, Lane, I growl. He glances down at my hands on his chest and then lets out a laugh.
I'm in your heart.
He smirks. I am not.
Sure.
He murmurs, raising his head and closing his eyes.
Press harder. Maybe I'll let out a moan.
Ignore him and walk out. I pause. I've heard worse come out of his mouth since day one, but right now I'm weighing whether it's even worth reacting. I just exhale through my nose and keep pushing. Lane lowers his head down and watches me for a second, still blocking the door with that shit-eating grin like he's the king of sarcasm. You done? He grins.
What, not even a blush? Not even a little giggle?
I raise an eyebrow, then glance down at the delivery boxes still waiting to be restocked in the aisles. Some of us actually work during our shifts. Can you move?
Oh, come on, don't be like that. You bust your ass, I stand around, and guess what?
He raises his hand like the answer's obvious.
I'm still making more than you.
Shut up! God, you're awful. If you dropped that bravado and actually said what's on your mind, you'd actually be a decent person. I cross my arms, biting the inside of my cheeks.
Woman.
Okay, okay. I have had enough to hear with your shit. You don't even do anything.
I exist.
He winks. My jaw locks. I bite the inside of my cheek harder than I meant to. Lane isn't even trying to be cruel. He just believes it.
Hey, I'm not the one who invented capitalism.
He shrugs, shoving his hands in his pockets. I feel the burn crawl up my neck. I don't even have a comeback yet and he knows it.
So, since you're not getting paid right anyway,
he shifts, planting his back against the door like he's daring me to move him.
Wanna have some fun with me instead?
I'd love to. You have to cut it out with the woman comments. I will not commit to someone who speaks like that. I roll my eyes and grab the handle. I'm so done with this. Move, Lane. He runs a hand down his face, but pausing to rub at his pierced eyebrow like he's pretending to think real hard.
You're acting like that's not a good deal. Less money, more Lane.
I don't say anything. I can't because he's not totally wrong. And that's what pisses me off the most. Lane finally laughs, stepping back and lifting his hands.
Fine, fine. Don't look at me like that, he says. Go do your hard-working little chores. Make feminism proud or whatever. But don't forget, next shift, you're mine.
He opens the door for me, still smirking like he's giving me permission to leave. Man, I hate this timelines, Lane. I like when we were fully romancing him. At least he was sweeter then. I immediately walk past him without a glance. Don't worry. I'll keep feminism alive while you keep proving why it's needed. Haha. For once, Lane doesn't answer. And honestly, that's probably for the best. Alright, shift time. Receipt log. If not scanned, write it down. Add time, please. November 17th. Trash bags restocked. Vending machine humming weird again. 6:09 a.m. A guy bought a lot of candy, but didn't have enough money, so I said it's cool. Kit Kat and I don't know what else. Lane. No more Red Bull. Just got restocked, dumbass. Saw a motorcycle parked in the alley behind the store. Coffee machine broken again. Cold repair guy. Lane left empty boxes in the aisle. Again.
Yeah, fill them up so I can stare at you while you're at it.
What the hell? Shut up, Lane. I'm assuming this is my writing. By the way, my wife kicked me out, so don't expect me to be any nicer tomorrow. What the hell? Alright, let's quickly complete our shift and continue on with the story. Alright, and we are at this scene again. I feel like, so apparently there's 7 variations of the scene. I'll try and get as many as I can. They have different lines. Biker Boy doesn't look like he's here for a fight. And smaller, he wanted to get closer to me. And without meaning to, I'm looking at him softer than I should be.
Hey, oh my god.
He mutters.
Did he just wave? At you?
Lane tilts his head towards me, like I'm supposed to be the one laughing with him.
Seriously.
I open my mouth to stop him, but he's already talking again.
That's the plan, huh? You show up wet and weird, staring down for 5 minutes like you're plotting a kidnapping, and then tossing a friggin' Disney Channel wave? No, I'm just saying hi. Yeah. Say hi to me next time, how about that? Dude was like, hello, I'm not threatening.
Lane! Lane has a little bow. It's so cute. Look at this. Look at him. He's got like a little bow on the side of his head. I bite my lips, trying not to laugh. Jeez, what the hell is happening?
What? Don't take this the wrong way, man. If I saw you near my sister, I'd call the cops immediately.
Lane! He shrugs.
What?
Can you... I lift my hand, telling him to calm down.
Yeah, actually, you know what would help?
He just completely ignored me. Lane gestures towards Biker Boy's head.
Take the helmet off. Let's see what kind of horror show we're dealing with. You ugly-ass shy boy.
Lane!
I'm not taking it off. You hear that, Yinny? He doesn't want you to know he's ugly under there. If he won't show his face, that's a red flag. I'm just saying. Wouldn't let a guy drive me around if I didn't know what he looks like.
Is he? Is Lane telling me not to trust Biker Boy?
I'm not ugly.
He's still looking at me when he says it, like he's trying to convince me, not Lane.
Ooh, he cares.
He spins towards me with a huge grin.
You get what she thinks. That's adorable.
Aww.
I didn't mean it like... No, it's fine. You're right to care. She's hot.
Thank you. Lane's right in front of the biker now. He has to angle his head way up, but he doesn't care at all. He leans in just enough that his reflection catches in the biker's visor. The biker boy's not even mean this time. He's nice.
Damn, look at me.
He smooths a hand down his own jawline, admiring himself like it's a pocket mirror.
Even your visor knows I'm hotter. What about you?
He steps a little close and Biker Boy instinctively steps back.
Did you see that? Dude's taller than me, dressed like a Power Ranger, but scared of this.
He points to his own face like it's a gift from God.
Like, relax, man. I ain't gonna kiss you.
Lane, can you...
By the way,
He cuts me off.
how the hell are you two gonna kiss?
My brain stutters. What?
Like, logistics-wise. Is it just
He mimes slamming his own forehead into a wall.
clank?
I blink. Lane, you are taking it way too far. Biker Boy shifts like someone punched him in the gut. That's not... I'm not...
We're not... Look at you two. I'm more chemistry with my PS3 controller. And maybe my right hand on a good day.
Oh my god, Lane! Biker Boy clears his throat. Pretty sure I'm just as uncomfortable as he is right now. Lane, seriously, stop it!
What do you think, helmet guy? I think you talk too much. And none of it means anything. Excuse me? You heard me.
I blink. Even Lane's caught off guard for a second. But then he lets out a fake impressed whistle.
Deep words. That from a fortune cookie? You know what? Yeah. I never shut the hell up. But at least I say shit.
He points right at the biker's chest.
Better than you. Who's got nothing to say. Nothing to offer. Nothing to even freaking be. Just a little guy who comes in his pants if a girl looks at him too long.
I almost choke.
I don't care what you think. You care about what she thinks though. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Lane!
What? I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
I sigh. I'm stopping you both. Both of you need to quit it. Stop. Stop it. Stop them both. I swear, the testosterone in the air could kill a bird. Lane keeps circling Biker Boy, tossing jokes like candy while the biker hasn't moved an inch. And I'm standing there stuck in the middle, like a daycare worker trying to stop a husky with ADHD and a Doberman from biting each other. It's exhausting. It's petty. And I'm done. Okay. I say it loud, but I don't care. Both of them glance at me. You. I point at Lane. You need to shut the hell up for 1 second. He blinks, offended.
Me? Why me? I'm the bad guy now.
And you. I turn to Biker Boy. Stop staring like you're waiting to get arrested. Jeez, you're both pissing me off. So here's what's gonna happen. I cross my arms. You're gonna shake hands like actual grown-ass men. Right now. And then we're gonna pretend the stupid wiener measuring contest never happened. Lane stares at me like I just asked him to kiss a corpse.
You want me to what?
You know exactly what, Lane.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Biker Boy steps forward and extends his hand towards Lane. I blink. Huh. After all the crap Lane said to him, he's actually doing it. Oh, look at the tattoos. Lane looks at his hand like it touched something unholy.
You want me to put my precious hand in that?
I nod. Yes. His hand. That one. He leans slightly towards me, whispering like we're co-conspirators.
Have you seen this guy's hand? Look at those tattoos. That's like demon sigils. You want me to summon Satan by accident? I'm gonna end up possessed or some shit.
Lane.
She just told you to shake it.
Yeah, shake it, Lane. In more ways than one. Lane raises his head.
Seriously. You let someone put that on your body on purpose? What even is that supposed to be? Is that like a cursed symbol, a baked potato, a crying horse? I don't like horses.
Lane! Oh my god. How does someone talk this much without breathing? The biker exhales hard through his nose. The annoyed sound of someone who's had to listen to Lane before. Fair enough.
It's a skull, not satanic.
Lane grins wide.
My bad, man. I thought you were gonna summon Lucifer mid-handshake. I can still try. Funny.
I step closer. Lane, shake his hand.
I cannot believe you're making me do this. This is abuse.
Do it. He sighs.
Okay. Let's make peace for the sake of our favorite lady.
Lane reaches out and takes the biker's hand, and the biker grabs it. Hard. I grab Lane hard. The second their palms connect, it's like the air changes. Lane holds that grip like a man trying to win an arm wrestling match, using nothing but pride.
She's not yours. Didn't say she was.
They stare at each other for a moment. Lane can't see what's going on behind that helmet, but somehow he knows. His jaw flexes, but he doesn't move.
Wow.
You're seriously trying to dominate me through a handshake.
You're trembling.
From the passion of this connection.
Let go.
That makes Lane smile.
You first.
Biker Boy tightens just a little more, and Lane's smile twitches. I can tell he's in pain, but he hides it behind a wave of sarcasm. Men.
Don't worry, man. I'm trying to steal your biker girlfriend fantasy. I'll just keep the girl.
That lands. His grip tightens again, this time just enough to make Lane's elbow twitch.
You done? Stickman? Did you just call me Stickman?
It's funny because Lane's not even that like skinny.
Yes.
You son of a... I clear my throat. Okay, enough. You did it. Let go before one of you actually loses circulation.
He really called me Stickman.
Biker Boy releases instantly while Lane pulls his hand back slowly and shakes it out.
I don't believe in God, but holy freaking Christ.
He massages his hand.
That was a freaking death grip. Shit. I think I pulled something.
I rub my temples like that's going to help.
He bruised me, look at this.
He wiggles his fingers in front of me.
How will I play piano now?
You don't even know how to play piano, Lane.
Well, if I wanted to. You offered. I didn't offer to get my bones crushed. Do you shake everyone's hand like that, or do you just hate me specifically?
The biker leans back against the shelf and folds his arms. You make it easy. Lane laughs.
Oh, here we go again.
I roll my eyes. Boys,
we're dealing with freaking Leatherface here. You look creepy as shit, man. Have you considered therapy? Have you considered shutting the hell up? Have you considered growing the hell up?
I pinch the bridge of my nose and glance at both of them. Time to end this. Do we want to scold them or tease them? I'll tease them. Yeah, that's a better strategy.
Have you?
You two look so cute together.
What the fuck? You're saying we have chemistry now?
Yeah, go on. Go into the corner. Do the yowie if you're gonna act like that.
Should I start calling him babe? Or biker daddy?
Biker Boy turns his head slightly, giving Lane an unimpressed stare behind his visor.
Try it. It'll knock your teeth down your throat. So violent, honey. That's no way to treat your first boyfriend.
I groan. Okay, stop. You. I point at Lane. He straightens up immediately. Corner. That one. I jam my finger towards the drink cooler.
What?
Don't be stupid. He points at himself.
You're sending me to the corner?
Yes.
I'm not 5.
Could have fooled me. I turn to the biker. You two. Other corner.
Fine.
Meanwhile, Lane is still complaining under his breath.
I can't believe I'm getting time out for defending my honor.
He starts shuffling towards the cooler, and Biker Boy walks away in the opposite direction.
I'm telling RJ.
He won't believe you.
Not true.
Silence. Finally, I exhale and lean on the counter. 2 grown men, 1 tiny woman keeping them from stabbing each other. I should get paid extra for this shift. What the hell? Okay, we're in the parking lot now, and this is where we get told about our shift, so let's skip forward to the bus stop. And then Biker Boy shows up at our bus stop. What do you want? I ask, my voice coming out more intrigued than scared. He freezes halfway to the bench and takes a step back. His hands twitch at the signs before he finally lifts them in a kind of awkward wordless peace offering.
I just...
He shakes his helmet, like the words won't line up right.
It's, a nice night.
I raise an eyebrow, more confused than anything else. We saw each other earlier. He nods fast, and for some reason, it's enough to make me roll my eyes. You have a bike, you don't need to be here. He doesn't answer, just shifts on his feet like he's trying to decide whether to stay or bolt. Eventually, he moves to stand just behind the bench. And I swear this is the most exaggerated I'm keeping my distance gap I've ever seen. It's considerate, I guess. I bite back a smile. He's so big and imposing, heh? And yet here he is, like he's afraid of getting too close to me. I can still feel his attention even if I can't see his face. It's kind of attractive in a weird way. You, come here often? Or is it just pure coincidence? He flinches like I slapped him.
I didn't mean, I was just...
He takes a breath, probably to give himself courage or something.
I don't know why I'm here.
I shift on the bench, folding my arms to stay warm. There's a brief pause between us, but I speak before I can second guess it. About earlier, he doesn't turn, but I see his helmet dip slightly. I mean with my coworker. That whole thing.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to ruin your night.
You didn't do anything to me. He exhales slowly.
Doesn't matter.
It's not the first time Lane's pissed someone off. Won't be the last. He nods slowly, crossing his arms. I really thought you were gonna punch him or something. Didn't think you were the kind of guy to walk away.
I'm not. That's the problem.
I look over at him. He's staring at nothing, at the road or the darkness itself maybe. You're not gonna find him again, right? I say, trying to joke a bit.
No.
I raise an eyebrow. That's a promise?
I'd like to say yes. But I've broken more promises than I've kept.
It hits me weird. That's not really something people say out loud. I swear Biker Boy is someone who knew us, not a man of your word.
No.
It's so blunt it knocks the breath out of me. I don't know if it's refreshing or a red flag. A man who admits he's not reliable. Probably both. That's honest. His visor reflects the sky as he looks up.
I've tried to be better at it. Sorry.
I don't respond. I think if I say anything right now, I'll either ask too much or say something too soft. And this isn't the moment for either. I see the bus coming from way down the road, a pair of soft yellow headlights swimming through the rain. I sigh a little and stand up, brushing off the back of my jeans and making sure my coins are still in my pocket. It's not for now. Behind me I hear the creak of the bench, and Biker Boy stands too. I glance over just out of habit. He's already looking towards the road, then at me, and then quickly away again. The bus fills up with a low hiss and I can already see the shadows of some tired passengers inside. I pull out my coins, already stepping forward as the door creaks open. The warm air from inside spills out over my face. A familiar smell of sweat, engine and perfume from someone sitting close, almost like home. So I guess that's for me. Thanks. I mean, you didn't have to wait with me.
Anytime. You getting on or you want to suck him off first, miss?
A voice slices through the air like a slap. It comes from the bus. The bus driver's leaning sideways in his seat. His voice is loud with that kind of fake humor people use when they're sure you won't fight back. My face freezes. Did you seriously just... Biker boy takes 2 steps forward towards the bus. The gravel crunching like cereal under his motorcycle boots. And the driver straightens immediately.
Whoa, hey. It's just a joke. Back in my day, people could actually take one.
The biker stops just outside the bus in front of the steps.
She's my girlfriend.
My head snaps around. I am not. What?
So if you got something to say to her, say it to me.
The driver laughs nervously. His smile twitches as he looks between us.
Okay, cool. You got good taste.
He does that weird little chuckle again.
You got a schedule to follow. Yeah? Then drive.
The driver swallows.
Yep, miss.
He says to me, all of a sudden very polite.
You getting in?
I nod quickly and climb up, still processing everything. Just as I reach the first step, Biker Boy's hand finds mine.
You won't have problems if they think you belong to someone.
He says it like he's stating a fact. Thanks. He gives a slight nod before the doors hiss closed between us. I step into the bus. My legs feel a little shaky. I don't really know why. Maybe it's because of the whole thing. The driver suddenly looks like a totally different guy now. He's sitting upright, eyes on the road like he's giving me VIP access to the bus.
Evening, miss.
His voice is almost soft.
Sorry about earlier. No hard feelings, okay?
I don't answer. I just give him my coins. The machine beeps and he hands me the printed ticket with 2 hands. Pathetic.
Here you go. You take care now, alright?
I nod, deadpan. He doesn't care about me. He just doesn't want his face rearranged by a dangerous-looking biker. I move past him, gripping the pole with one hand as the bus starts rolling. I find an empty seat halfway down and drop into it. The window's fogged from the inside. The rain stopped the glass but never fully falls. I take a deep breath. For a second it's quiet. But I feel something. The subtle sense that someone just sat down beside me. Ugh! Oh, it's that weirdo!
Hey!
My stomach twists. It's the weirdo from yesterday. The one who asked for my number. The one who didn't take no for an answer. Same dirty hoodie as before, but now the hood's pulled up.
Crazy, huh?
He says it like we're old friends.
Didn't know you took the bus.
I don't answer. I press my lips into a thin line and shift a little towards the window. But the guy leans in anyway.
I have to say, you're real pretty.
I thought that the first time I saw you.
You know, at the store.
Go away, dude. Get out of here, I don't want to talk to you. I keep my eyes locked on the window. Those eyes are dragging down my body, I can feel them.
Don't dress like that if you don't want people looking.
I'm wearing my work clothes. I grip my bag tighter. Stop.
I'm not trying to be a creep. Just being honest, you should be flattered.
I glance around the bus. There are 3 people around me. A man in work boots staring at his phone. A couple in the back listening to music. No one's looking. No one cares. I don't want to make a scene, but I also don't want to sit here and be picked apart like a slab of meat.
Who's the biker guy? You like it rough, huh? He looks like he chokes you or what? Wait, the other guy too. The mouthy little asshole who stepped in. Oh. Damn, pretty girl, you got 2 now.
Yeah, I wish. The smirk in his voice makes my skin crawl.
That's hot. And I taking it from both ends, huh?
I mean, I wish.
One front, one behind. My voice comes out too fast. Good girl face, dirty little mouth.
Please leave. Please leave, please leave, please leave. I'm alone. I want to scream.
You're really dating that biker guy?
Say no. I say it without even thinking. No. Of course not. It's instinct. Because, well, he's not my boyfriend.
Yeah, I figured. Didn't seem like your type.
I swallow and keep my eyes on the window. I should have said yes. If I said yes, he might have backed off. Why didn't I lie? The guy shifts in his seat, his elbows brushing mine on purpose.
You're right. Guys like that don't give a shit about serious relationships.
I clench my jaw. He still takes his permission anyway.
You're better off with someone who knows how to take care of you. Real gentle.
He breathes that last sentence out like it's sexy. It's disgusting. I move to shift away from his arm.
Don't be like that. I'm just being nice.
Before I can even find a word, a voice cuts through the bus.
Hey.
The driver. He's got his neck stretched high over the seat, glaring at us through the rear view.
You don't touch someone, buy a damn ticket to a strip club. Not this one. I wasn't. I saw you.
The weirdo raises his hands.
Pussy-ass driver. Miss? Want to switch seats?
I nod. The guy really changed his whole personality because of one guy. He jerks his thumb towards the front.
Come on. I'll drive with one eye on him.
I drop into the seat.
Tell your biker boyfriend I helped you, alright?
I blink. Why the hell did he say that?
He's got the same smug grin again, but now it's more nervous. Oh, so that's why he helped. Because he thought I was some guy's girl and didn't want to end up with his jaw broken. It wasn't genuine kindness. It was fear. Now that sucks. Well, time to get off the bus. But yeah, now we're back home. And we have the chat with Amelia, but this time it's not the one where she's mean. But we do get an extra line of dialogue with Amelia this time. Right before she opens the door, she turns back enough to throw one more line over her shoulder. You still call him Lane, right? What does that mean? I frown. What else would I call him? She nods once. Right. Good night. What does that mean? Is he not actually Lane? Is something going on? I really think there's some weird timeline shit going on. Anyway, we go into our room, and then we say we should eat something before we sleep. Oh, there's extra stuff though. If you keep your head down, nobody sees you. I don't always know what it is, but I know how it looks. I learned how to hold the shape of it, even if it was never really meant for me. Oh, interesting. Useless piece of junk. Scarlet, I should dump you in the river. What the hell? Why is he so mean to his bike? I'm assuming this is Biker Boy's perspective? I can't do that. Stay here. He talks to his bike. That's interesting. Still the same code. Their lives don't matter. Bills piling up. She's always late paying them. Elevator out of service. What's this? She never used the elevator anyway. How does he know so much? Up the stairs he goes. Nosy old man. Can't mind his own business. Well, we can't click on Amelia's door. If we try and leave, it says, I said I'm not leaving. I'll click on mine. She's behind this. Lights off. She's sleeping. Probably. It smells like that cheap pasta with powdered cheese. Is she still eating those? I wonder if she thought of me. Even if it's only 1 second before closing her eyes. Probably not. Or maybe about someone else. Son of a bitch. Should I? No. She'd hate it. Yeah, please don't kill Lane. You lost, son. That your girl's place? Who's asking? I live here. I don't like strangers hanging around the doors. Not your business. Well, it's my floor. So it kinda is my business. You know her? Yes. Friends? You know, I seen another guy like you a couple weeks ago. A biker with a red helmet. Wait, the same red helmet that he gave me when he drove me home? Mine's black. But you have a red helmet. I saw. But just saying, watch out for that red helmet guy. Okay, son? There's trouble. Trouble how? Just stood there like some freak. Real unpleasant type. Guess he was having a bad day. More like a bad life. Told him to leave, but he just stared at me. Like some stray dog you can't scare off. People can be like that. Yeah, well, no one wants that kind of crazy hanging around. I get it. Yinny didn't like it either. Poor girl, you could tell. I bet she's glad he stopped coming. I've been living here 20 years, son. I know the look. I hope you're not here to bother her too. I'm not. Good. She doesn't need that kind of trouble in her life. She needs peace. Yes. So, you look strong, son, but watch yourself. You don't want to meet him. I'll be fine. Anyway, don't wake the neighbors when you ride off. Night. Night. But he owns the red helmet. Is the red helmet guy also him? I have so many things I need answered. I can't wait to play the next part. End of shift 2. Oh, that's so exciting. We've done 3 full playthroughs now. Now there's like some other little things that I want to do though. Okay, we're back here. This time instead of stopping them both, we're going to stay on Biker Boy's side. We don't need your opinion. They both turn to look at me. Lane looks surprised. I'm not laughing anymore. Just stop, Lane. He didn't say a word to you. You just started all of this for no reason. He blinks, almost like he's replaying the last few seconds in his head. He opens his mouth, but no words come out. And eventually he mutters, Wow, alright. I keep going. You're being like a real actual asshole right now. I don't know what your problem is tonight, but he didn't do anything to deserve that. He runs a hand through his black hair. He actually looks confused, or maybe hurt. I feel bad. Do what you want. I think it's the softest I've ever heard him say that. Go ahead. Stick with the guy who can't even speak. This is stupid. Are you insecure? I couldn't give less of a shit. Alright, so after all that, because we technically took Biker Boy's side, we are back at this scene at the bus stop again. The Sam will just do something. I should just do something nice. I'll probably learn something about him, who knows? Lean a little closer or point at the sky? We'll lean a little closer first. I shift a little on the bench and my knee bumps his. I lean in just slightly, glancing at his hands resting on his thighs. His fingers are curled a little, almost like he doesn't want them to be noticed. I notice anyway. You got nice hands. He freezes 1 second before looking down at them. Thanks. You got tattoos on them. Can I see? Slowly he lifts both his hands and turns them, palm down over his legs so I can see the back of them. I lean in a little more just to get a better look. Aww. I trace a line of his ink with my eyes. It's skulls. Abstract skulls. Messy lines and bleeding edges as if the ink itself is trying to shape death. Doesn't say anything while I look. They mean something. I don't know. I got them when I was younger. I glance up. His helmet lifted, tilted on the floor now. You regret them? Some. That surprises me.
I don't know why, I just assumed he'd be the kind of guy who got tattoos just to look scary. Now that I'm looking closer, I can tell the lines on his hands are old. The black has faded slightly into the skin like smoke. They look good. Thanks. A gust of wind blows through the station and I shift closer without thinking. I shoulders brush, making me glance at his arm. So, where else do you have ink? I smile. That a secret?
No, just...
He rubs the back of his neck with the heel of one hand.
I've got some on my jawline.
Oh! I nod even though I'd never seen them. His helmet and that mask under always cover that part of his face.
And my back.
What else?
Below my arms.
Oh! I freeze. He freezes. I try not to react, but there's a part of me that's suddenly aware of how close we are. Oh! He clears his throat and looks away fast. It's kind of adorable. For a guy with skulls inked into his skin, he gets flustered like a teenager. I hope I get to see them. His head snaps towards me so fast I can hear the creak of his helmet.
What? The one below my arms?
I blink. My face goes hot in less than a second. What? I laugh from panic. I meant the ones on your neck or your jawline. I bury my face in my hands and groan.
Oh, I wish you could see them too.
Yeah, let me see. Take it off. And the bus arrives. Alright, the rest of all that's the same, so this time we're gonna go back here and go point at the sky. I lift my head towards the rainy clouds and raise my finger. There's nothing up there. He turns to look at what I'm pointing. No stars. No moon. There's clouds again. I drop my head, suddenly self-conscious. Sorry, that was random.
No problem.
I think I used to look up a lot at the sky. My breath fogs. I watch it vanish. Sounds like I'm talking about weather, but not really. It feels like I haven't seen anything up there in a while. It's stupid.
It's not. I understand.
I used to love the moon. But now it just feels far away. I blink up at the clouds, a bit lost in thought.
What made you stop loving it?
I turn my head. What?
The moon.
I stare at him and shake my head a little. I think I never stopped loving it, but I forgot. I see the bus coming from way down the road, a pair of stuffed yellow headlights swimming through the rain. Well, and that's that little extra scene. Alright, I wanna try and see the other ass, because I wanna see if we can get his name. I don't think it's gonna give it that easily though. His name. I glance at him again. Okay, this is stupid. It's literally the first thing I should have asked him when we met. I just realized something. I don't even know your name. A beat passes. I mean, we walked together, I've seen you at like 2 AM 2 times in a row now. And you literally broke my store for me, so I feel like name should probably be part of this whole weird thing. I probably talk too much. I glanced down at my shoes, clearing my throat to shake off the awkwardness. That came out awkward. I just meant, what's your name? His helmet's still looking straight ahead. Come on. I tease. That's not a hard one.
I don't really use it anymore.
I turn to face him a little more. Wait, your name?
Yes, I don't go by it much.
I let out a weird little laugh because what else do you do when someone says something like that? But now I can tell he regrets saying anything at all. You don't have a name or you just don't want to tell me?
It's nothing special.
So? Neither is mine. I stretch my legs out in front of me. It's Yinny, by the way.
I know.
I blink. What? He freezes.
I mean, your name tag. At work, I saw your name tag.
His voice cracked a little right there at the end. Almost like he realized he said it too defensively, and I just shrug. Fair enough. I do wear it like every shift. Would be weird if you didn't know it by now.
I noticed.
Anyway, I mumble, suddenly self-conscious. Not that you know mine. I mean, you always did, apparently. You still won't tell me yours?
Not tonight.
I glance at him, trying to read something through his helmet. As always, there's nothing, but somehow I don't feel shut out. Alright. I'm calling you something eventually. You can't just be biker boy forever. He lets out a quiet laugh.
It doesn't bother me.
I already have an idea. Okay, then the bus arrives, so that's the end of that branch. Let's ask his age. I still can't figure out how old he is. I bet he's older, that would make sense. Kinda hot, honestly, but if he's younger and just somehow like this already, also hot. How old are you? I didn't mean to ask that out loud, but now I kinda wanna know.
24.
Oh. My brain scrambles with something to follow up with. So you're older than me. I try to sound casual, but it comes out just a little too interested. Great. Lane's 24 too, I add, lost in my own thoughts. Okay, I kinda regret saying that. It wasn't a comparison, just a stupid fact I said out loud because I'm nervous and filling space. He doesn't say anything. It's becoming a thing with him.
He is. Your boyfriend?
He asks, like the word tastes bad. I shrug. Nope. Only my coworker. That's it. He gives a tiny nod. I don't think he's fully convinced by the that's it part. Why that question? He drums his fingers on his knees, still looking at the rain falling outside.
Just seems like you talk about him a lot.
I don't hide my surprise. He's not wrong, I guess. But the fact that he noticed makes me feel a little bit weird. He's just around, I explain. We work the same shift. I'm not exactly choosing to hang out with him. He tilts his helmet, and this time he stops playing with his fingers.
I don't like him.
Oh, I wonder why. Agree with him. Yeah, I don't feel like defending Lane. He wouldn't defend me. I cross my arms and look out at the empty road like I've been waiting for someone to finally say it out loud. Yeah, he's kind of stupid and lazy, I answer. He's always find a way to disappear when it's time for work. I breathe out through my nose just enough to make my irritation known. Some girls probably fall for that whole confident boy next door thing, but he's just too much. I glance at him and he's staring at me. At least you actually listen. I thought you liked him. Nope. I say, popping the pea. I just tolerate him. Big difference. Biker boy looks at me a little longer than he probably means to. It's true. He once made a customer refill the vending machine only because it wasn't in his job description. Like, what the hell? I see. And the bus is here. Alright. Alright, well, another scene I want to get is what happens if we say yes. I don't even hesitate. I turn my head and look him dead in the eye. Yes, he is my man. He lifts a brow and tries to smirk. Really? Yeah. Then why'd he leave you on the bus? He looked like he had a big-ass motorcycle parked right behind you two. He doesn't believe me. I pause and let the lie pour out. He's on parole. I keep going before he starts asking more questions. He's not allowed to be in certain places. Cameras, anything that might get him in trouble again. Even riding near the bus station is already pushing it. It almost sounds like I'm in love with the monster and proud of it. The guy opens his mouth and closes it. He loves me. He said he'd rather die than let someone hurt me. He doesn't like it when men touch what's his. He still let you ride the bus alone. Doesn't sound so protective to me. I sigh softly, but it's really just to buy myself a few more seconds and come up with an excuse. I hesitated getting on the bus because he didn't want me to go. He asked me what seat I'm in, who's around me, and said if I ever feel weird I should describe the person to him in detail. He said he'd kill for me, and I believe him. I add softly, like I miss my man's violence. That shuts him the hell up. He looks down at the floor and his knees shift away from me. For a second I think he might actually get up and change seats. He doesn't. But he definitely leans away now. I turn back to the window, letting him wonder. Letting him imagine a tattooed psychopath waiting 3 stops down with a big bike, a helmet on, ready to snap a spine, just because he heard me say the word uncomfortable. I think I lied enough. But I'll keep doing it if I have to. Ugh. I finally exhale in relief. And we're off the bus. Alright, we're back on the Lane date here because I unlocked an option. This is after we refuse the vodka dare, and we've unlocked take him at his own game. Oh my god. Normally I'd groan and shove past, but tonight? I don't know. Maybe I should shift tactics. Or maybe I'm just tired of letting Lane have the last word. I drop my hand from his chest like I'm giving up, then slowly, I drag it back up. My fingertips tapping deliberately along the hem of his dumb uniform shirt until I press right into one of his pecs. Squish! I tilt my head and raise my brows. Wow, he knew Lane was packing. Jesus! Lane chokes. What the I give another exaggerated squish, like I'm testing fruit in the produce aisle. He's blushing! He stares at me stunned silent. I'm kind of silent that only happens when someone's never been out flirted in their life and doesn't know what to do. He opens his mouth, closes it again, and clears his throat like he's resetting himself. And the bastard lights up. Did you just honk, mate? Did I just honk his honkers? Yes. I chuckle, letting my hand drift down and tap the center of his chest with my index finger. Yes. So, where's the moan? He blinks and then laughs. Surprised, clearly not used to someone playing his own game better than him. What's wrong? You're acting like no one's ever flirted with you before. His jaw shifts. He cuts himself off and shakes his head with a grin, trying to keep the mood light but failing to hide the strange flush rising to his cheeks. My fingers flex again against his shirt, more curious than I'd like to admit. I was expecting a full 6-pack of steel as well. I murmur, almost like I'm talking to myself. And that gets a real grin out of him. Oh yeah? He leans forward slightly, just enough to crowd me again. And before I can retract my hand, he catches my wrist and slowly guides it lower, past his chest until my palm rests against the hard lines of his abs. Whoa! Yay! Yippee! Try again, he says. I've got the goods. I bet you do. Whip it out. And okay, he's not lying. I press a little, maybe just to see if he'll flinch, but he doesn't. My heart's beating a little faster now, but I keep my face cool. Not impressive. I felt better. Lane chuckles. Sure you have. He lets go of my wrist, but I don't move my hand right away. I'm just standing there for a second, close enough that Lane's breathing brushes past me. So what now? Should I show you what's under my abs? I laugh through my nose. I think I'll pass. He's still touching me though. I glance down. My hand is, in fact, still on his stomach. I snatch it back like he burned me. And Lane whistles, clearly enjoying my reaction. I feel like, he says, stepping aside slightly but still blocking most of the door. If I touch your chest the way you just touched mine, I'd be registered by now. I raise an eyebrow. Do you seriously feel oppressed right now? Absolutely. No one cares. This is male suffering. Ew! I roll my eyes, but I can't deny he has a point.
So, let me know when it's my turn to start quality checking your...
He gestures vaguely at my center, his blue eyes dropping and staying there with absolutely no shame. I slap his back hard enough to make him blink.
What, babe? Fair's fair.
Nice try,
No, I'm serious.
he says.
If you're gonna go around grabbing my peck like it's a stress ball, I think it's only polite if I return the favor.
I smack his arm, laughing to spite myself. You're just being disgusting.
I'm being progressive, he corrects smoothly. My sister would be proud.
I step back. My hand finds the door handle behind him and I start to push.
Hey, you owe me a dare.
Oh yeah? I say, smiling as I push the door open. Try not to come up with something too lame. I manage to slip past him, brushing against his shoulder on my way out. He doesn't respond right away and doesn't block me this time. Just stands there, his back pressed to the door as he watches me go. Like he's still processing whatever the hell just happened between us.
Don't worry. Tomorrow, you're mine.
Wow. I'd be yours any day. I'd be so happy to be yours. This was so good. Big Bad Dogs has become one of my favorite games since I've played the first shift. And I knew the second shift was going to be massive. This is huge. I think I've been recording for 7 hours. But this was incredible. I love the different branching paths. And I love how Lane and Biker Boy are written. And I really like how even the slightest change can sometimes give you a whole different scene. Amelia also really intrigues me as well because I really want to know what happened in just a month to make so much of the color leave the world, and also why she suddenly treats you with so much disdain, and also the lines oh, you still call him Lane, right? And all the other little implications kind of tells me that something is going on with either the timeline or your memory, and there is something supernatural / horror at play here. Because if you look at the game page and we scroll down here it says unravel the timeline, dive into the memories, jump between timelines, and connect pieces of the past to understand the truth of the present. So I'm I really want to figure out what is happening. The navigation is also really cool as well. I really, really like that. But yeah, the new point and click to get more lore from different elements and everything, I thought that was really great. This was so good. This was incredible. I tried my best to get as many of the branching paths as I could. I did Lane's route, Biker Boy's route, the vodka route. So those are all continuations. And I also got the bad ending, which is with the weirdo that tried to ask for your number in the first shift. There are a couple of variations with different lines and stuff, and I know the scene between Biker Boy and Lane also had 7 different variations. I didn't manage to get all of them, but I did get quite a substantial amount, and I also explored some of the alternate choices. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot wait for the second shift to come out. This is impeccable. The writing is incredible. The lore building is absolutely phenomenal. I adore Lane and Biker Boy a lot. Lane's character is really interesting because he hides himself behind this asshole bravado. Almost he's too scared to be vulnerable again because of what's happened in his past and something else. Maybe something to do with a memory or something like that. And a lot of the stuff he says is really not okay. But deep down inside, you can tell that he really cares about you. And I'm really hoping that he's able to heal and come out of his shell and not be afraid to be kind anymore. Because he's definitely scared of being sweet and soft like he was before because that got him really, really hurt. Biker Boy himself though is so mysterious. I feel this time he definitely was a lot more sinister. Because he would snap at you and talk to you, and also that neck break thing, that was insane. I really need to know more about him. And also, he seems to talk to his bike like his bike is sentient. So I really want to know what is going on here. It is actually wild. I need to know what is happening. But no, Biker Boy, on the surface seems so sweet, but there is definitely a darker side to him. I feel very slowly, because this is a slow burn story, his Yandere side is genuinely peeking through very, very slowly. His obsession with you, and his tendency for violence. So I'm interested to see how that is going to unfold in future shifts. Amelia was very interesting as well. At the start, she was such a good friend to you, but she definitely seems like she does not like men. Something has definitely happened. I really want to know as to why she suddenly hates us so much in just a month. She implies something between Lane and us because she asks if we still call him Lane, and when we go after Biker Boy, she says, you want something but you don't know when it's right in front of you. And I'm assuming which is in reference to Lane who likes us. I need to know what is happening there. There's so much lore and so much world building. I'm so happy. And once again, art was gorgeous. Lane, hot as hell. I have such a big crush on him. I really hope he does improve his attitude though, because sometimes he is mean and gross. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Shift 2 of Big Bad Dogs. If you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And also if you want exclusive content from me, such as exclusive playthroughs, uncut reactions to spicy scenes, in visual novels, and also spicy art that I draw, feel free to check out my Patreon, link is in the description box below. It really helps to support the channel and helps me continue creating content for you guys as a job, so it's very appreciated. But that is all for now, thank you so much again, and until the next fictional man, I hope you guys take care.